That's such a bad intro I did today, guys. Oh, just butcher it, eh? We gotta bring this music down first of all. Everything's not set right. Oh, soothe our ears. Soothe our ears. How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry about the terrible intro. I just got home like 20 minutes ago, so I was moving pretty quick. I still got my, see, like I've got my 0 up here. We'll get rid of some of these things as things goes. Inattentive ADD, ADHD is often a problem of the individual to be able to control executive functions having to do with time. There is only now. That is true. I was working. Okay, so I was actually, I was 6 hours on a man lift, like, you know, one of those little, it's actually a stock picker, but compressor's up a wall. So, oh, that hurts so bad. I got it, they blasted something with nitrogen the other day, and it really doesn't feel good. Is it Brainy versus Brainy? I'm waiting for Brainy? Sound like fucking Uni-Rock. I'm waiting for we're waiting for this to start. So there's that, because it hasn't yet. And I mean, I can hit refresh. Yeah, it hasn't yet. So there's that. And then I have guests. At least I thought I had guests. Yeah, I thought, hey, good sir, Bob Nodell's Gyroscope. How you guys all doing tonight? Since we're waiting on FTFE, let's just, I guess, talk. Wait, I thought I turned these things off. This is what happens when beavers don't get time to set up, you know? There you go. Get rid of, that's my subscribers and stuff. I'm looking at the chats here. Brainy plus intro equals fail. You know what? That is true today. That is true. Hey, how was the poop flowing today? The poop does flow. It goes downhill consecutively. No, I'm at the top of my own hill in my life these days because I answer to myself and my customers. But the poop went pretty good today because in the sense of compressor started, everything went good. You know, I always like it when everything works. You make some money, life goes forward. See, I gotta even turn on my lights or anything. Like, this is ridiculous. Amateur hour stuff right now. That one's a little bright. Calm down there, light. All right. So, what did you do with LN2, liquid nitrogen? No, the doctor did something with LN2. He's like, you might get a small blister. Looked at it today. I was like, holy shit. It's like, put a bandage over it. He's like, I remember when I said to him, dude, should I bandage it? He's like, I just let the air get to it. And I'm like, I have to work with this hand, you know? It's terrifyingly painful. Yeah. And then not to make it all too personal while we still continue to wait for FTFE, because I promise you it's in one of my screens and I'm waiting. And I also have invites out to a few other fellow YouTube-esque people that suddenly have vanished and aren't here. But they were talking to me. MC Toon, you're out there. I know you. I can hear you breathing when you sleep, buddy. It's not true. We're not even allowed to go to the States now. Not because of, well, actually both countries are like, no. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, well, apparently I have a tiny little bit of cancer. At least not confirmed. Doctors seem pretty confirmed. You know how it works. It's not like a full diagnosis until they send it for pathology after the surgeon slices that bitch out. Ooh, Flerf 2 is MIA. FTFE, you want an invite? Well, I guess you're talking to James right now, aren't you? That's a little bit to handle. That's a lot. Well, I guess you should just do a... Bring Emma on. We'll do an Emma Reads Reddit live. Right? Come on. Streaming. We could do this. We got this. You just got to roll forward. Put yourself together, man. Pull yourself together, man. No, they're going to cut that son of a bitch out, and I'm going to laugh at it. In fact, I've got this new idea. I might try to get a very close-up, very high-definition picture of it. And then I was thinking of my channel. Thank you, not this channel. I was thinking of having, until they cut it out, until it's gone, of making my little growth, and it is little, and making it like my sidekick or something on the channel. I mean, listen, you got to have fun with these things. He swears 100 times to stop himself from doing it during a live stream. That's actually funny, Mr. Mr. Autopants. MC Toon is cursing in the backyard right now. He swears like 100 times to stop himself from doing it during a stream. I seen him swear one time, I think, didn't I? He was very angry. Man, you could tell when he starts getting annoyed, eh? Because he gets like a little sweaty, and then that hair flops forward. I mean, the trick is to just not have any, and then you don't have to worry about that kind of shit. Yes, I realize it's just me sitting here. I invited people. Anybody want a cinnamon bun? No, I'm not gonna muck a cinnamon bun in front of you. I mean, I was hoping by now we'd be watching a debate. I could hide behind a screen. Now you know what happens while we're hiding behind our neons and stuff. Where's FTFE? That is a good question. Right now he's in the chat, I think. I think it's in the title. This is I was requested again to babysit a channel and tune in, and we just don't get carried away and cut the arm off, dude. You know what? I don't know which country you're in, but you know things. Hold a contest to name it. See, Aaron Reese, that is the right idea. Jeez, Aaron, how do you come up with an idea like that? That was a great. I'm gonna write this down. Hold on. Name my tumor contest. Name my skin cancer. I mean, let's put it this way. The good news is I didn't let it wait very long. Just Brainy is good content. No need to dilute it with flaky guests. Aw, thanks, Dave Kircher. But flaky guests. Well, the FTFE's guests are flaky. How about fellow Canadian Shatner going to space soon? Yeah, he goes like next week, doesn't he? That's gonna be great. Fellow Canadian Shatner. Wait, are you a fellow Canadian Golden Knight? And then also Shatner? I'm trying to decipher that. Beaver's just a deep fake of Craig. Hey, I don't know if you guys saw my video recently, but if you haven't, I held a spirit box session, and we tapped in to the spirit of female FTFE because we had to. Well, listen, there's been a lot of Gabby Petito things going on. Thank you very much, by the way, Dave Kircher. Kircher? Yeah, Kirch. I'm probably butchering it, but thanks, buddy. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of Gabby Petito stuff going on, right? So I think you guys know about that. So the thing is, I thought it would be funny to make fun of all those assholes that are taking advantage of it, frankly. Here, hold on. I'll bring it up. I'll give away the whole episode. I'm not gonna give you the whole scene too. If you want to see the scene, you gotta go to the video because that's what it's about. But so because we're waiting on FTFE, so they should name it Growthy McGrowths a lot. That's definitely what happened. Okay, Christmer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, I thought it was a wart. It's back here. I thought it was a wart, which I was like, why did I just get a random wart? You know, and then it looked a lot like a wart. It had that nice cauliflower top on it. And then you scratch your arm and nick it right off. And you're like, oh. And then eventually it just kept coming back. So I was like, oh. I was like, okay. Well, I guess it's getting a little bigger. So I'll start treating it like the wart it is. And I started hitting it with the Band-Aids that have the chemical on the bottom. And then it would like wipe it down. And then it would grow back again. Like pretty quickly, like within a few weeks. And I was like, so then it would wipe it down again and it'd grow back again. So then I started freezing it, and then it really wasn't doing a whole lot. So then I started alternating freezing and chemical just back and forth, and it kept bashing it down, but it would just pop right back up again. So finally, I was talking to my dad on the phone. He's like, "You sure that's just a wart?" And I'm like, "I'm not." that's why I have a doctor's appointment booked. So it didn't take. It's funny, doctors, they see that shit every day. It takes one look. Yep, I'm gonna cut that out. checks the box. That's it. Yeah, they're already booked. My dad had skin cancer. Luckily, quite often it can be taken care of by surgery. Well, it's depending on the type. Like if it was melanoma, they probably wouldn't have the surgeon. Is it started over here yet? By the way, no. If it was a melanoma, they wouldn't even have hesitated. I bet you it would have been like you're gonna get a call later today, and I would have been probably already into the office the other day, and they would have cut that mother effer out. And then they'd be trying to radiate it and all kinds of things, because melanoma is actually a fatal, very aggressive skin cancer. But it's like a nice, it just looks like a nice little fleshy knot. Like think like a pencil eraser. So it's not what you would think it would be, honestly. I showed it to somebody and they said, that's skin cancer? And I'm like, apparently. Like, if you want to, oh, here we finally got some. If you want to see, look at it. It's just like a wart. It's all it looks like is like a wart. It doesn't have any plot hole. I'll let you in here in 1 second. But like, look at it. It doesn't have anything. It's just like a little wart. And anyways, it doesn't. Luckily, it doesn't have any like openness to it. I looked it all up. Obviously, did my research. It's not like. Have I seen the poll? I did see the poll. I voted yes. Ooh, yes is on fire. Woo! You can just freeze a cancer off? You can. No, Aaron Reese. No. Aaron, I didn't know it was cancer. I mean, you can just freeze cancer off. Don't try to freeze cancer off. Yeah, it was, well, it's, there's like sickle cells. There's like, not sickle cell. It's, there's the basal cell is the one you want, which is what the doctor thinks this is. I put a happy face on it the other day. By the way, it actually looks angrier than it is because I actually put a happy face. You can't even see, it's too bright. On my stream the other day, I put a happy face on it because I was just trying to make light of it. Has FTFE rage quit? Well, I don't think, yeah, we're still, oh, it says it's coming on in 10 minutes. So I guess just, oh, plot hole, sorry. This guy's like, son of a bitch, he's just fucking talking. And I'm sitting over here. How you doing? Let me see where you're... Okay, so you're coming in over here. Say something.
Something amazing. No?
Something.
No good?
Probably.
Probably good?
That's a nice pink tip of your beard. I am being straight fucking serious when I say I have literally not had the time to go to the store. I got home 20 minutes before the stream. I went upstairs, mucked some pizza, ran down here. I got my 7-Up still bubbling away from the pizza joint.
Oh, wow. You actually have 7-Up in Canada.
I think that the colas basically are the same everywhere in the world, basically.
No,
except for in England where they don't have Dasani because... Yeah, but did you hear that? You know Dasani, right?
Yeah, they put salt in their water.
Do they? Mm-hmm. No, fuck off.
Yeah, they put sodium in the water to make you more thirsty, so you drink more.
Fuck off. I don't believe this.
I'm serious.
I'm looking. It would have to be listed on the label. There'd have to be sodium on the ingredients.
No, because it's water.
Oh, fuck. This is it. Okay, I'm looking into it, though. I believe you. But I'm going to look into it. I will. I'm going to do my research. I'm gonna fucking bring up a YouTube video and I'm gonna do my goddamn research. Well, let me get you on screen, sorry. All right. Oh my god. That's funny. Oh man, it's a guy's holding a sign outside the protest here, like, we've done our research. I'm like, stop going to YouTube. It's like, oh,
yeah. There was a good one that was going around. I just went around recently talking about, oh, I've done my research. Like, well, unless you are, I forget what it was. It was like this long rant about how you're not, doing control tested labs, whatnot, then you're not really researching. You're just looking for YouTubes that confirm what you already believe.
Turn the music off. Sorry. I wasn't, it becomes like white noise to me, everybody. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drown out old beardy poo there. I don't know. What do you want to be called? Let's find something endearing.
Let's see here.
Pink tips. Got it.
There you go. Whoa. Whoa.
Knew you'd have some problem.
I don't have a problem with pink tips. I'm just, your audience might have a problem with pink tips.
It's not my audience. Talk to FTFE's audience.
Fight's audience might have a problem with pink
How the hell do I close this? Ah, there we go.
I don't know.
Technology scares me,
Technology. It can be like Chip.
Chip?
Why do I love you?
What are we talking about now? I don't know if I actually know what you're talking about. Chip?
Napoleon Dynamite. Did you not see the last bit of that movie where he's singing to LaFonda at their wedding and he's talking about I love you almost as much as technology?
I see, like, I think that Napoleon Dynamite was one of those movies where I didn't quite understand. It was so ridiculous. I don't know if I quite understood it the first time I watched it.
Here's the thing. People who like Napoleon Dynamite because they knew a Napoleon Dynamite. They went to school with that kid. So they recognize.
So apparently it is on the, just so you know, apparently it is all on the label. No. Just somebody was contaminated water in the UK. That's what I was going to talk about. You finish what you're saying, though. Sorry.
Oh, no. I was saying that when I watched Napoleon Dynamite, I saw a kid that I knew that I went to high school with. I was like, that's that fucking kid. Everybody's got one. Everybody who goes to high school, there's that one kid who's always talking about how he's, really good at fucking weird shit. Like, oh, I got bow staff skills, or I'm good, karate and all this shit. And I got a girlfriend, but she doesn't go to the school. She goes somewhere else. Everybody knows that kid in high school. When you recognize that kid that
you talking about the one that got laid in summer camp only?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. He had all the chicks at summer camp. Only at summer camp. You don't know her. She's from America, dude. Or in your case, Canada. Vice versa.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. She's down for the summer with her grandparents. Shut up.
Yeah. the only thing I have is this glamour shot of her.
Don't reverse image search this now. That's the only thing nowadays. Nowadays, you'd be like, look at my girlfriend, dude. And the guy would go, click with Google goggles. 10 seconds later, Fiona McChugginpoo, from Bratislava.
You're dating Christy Brinkley, are you? Christy Brinkley's your girlfriend, huh?
Christina Applegate.
1980s Christy Brinkley is your girlfriend. Well, good job.
Is Christina Applegate from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Oh. She was probably, 20 when she filmed in that? She is jailbait for us 30-something-year-olds. I'm being kind to you.
Christina Applegate is...
Well, how old is she now?
Golly. She's got to be. I think she's 42.
Yeah, but you're old, He's like, shut up. Who's the one that has skin cancer?
No. Oh, my God. She's almost 50.
Oh, she's dead to us now. You know that, eh?
No way.
I'm kidding, ladies. I'm kidding. Okay.
Kelly Bundy growed up.
Hazel White girl? Oh my God, heckling. They're still trying to name my wart I wish it was a wart. I was really hoping he'd go, yep, wart. It's just like, we're gonna cut that, and I'm like, cut it out because why?
We're gonna call it Ort.
You know what's the best part? The best part is he took my blood pressure after he said that. He's like, yeah, we're gonna cut that out. And he's got an East European accent, and then I go like this, and then he's like, here, hop up here, I'm gonna get your blood pressure. I'm like, so, question. And he takes my blood pressure. She's like, you're on the high end of normal. He's like, I did give you some distressing news. That's probably okay. Yeah. I'm like, you think? Jesus.
Did you ever see Funny People with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen?
I feel like I want to say yes, but at the same time, I'm not sure if that's the right answer.
I mean, if you have, you have. I mean,
Funny People. Is it a movie? Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were talking because I know that William. Oh, well, I'm thinking of the wrong people, anyways. Because you said Adam Sandler and who?
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Will Ferrell. They had that Funny or Die website, didn't they?
Yeah. That's where he got in trouble for having that little girl cuss him out drinking beer.
That's his little girl.
I know, but like I said, you don't remember that shit? He got in all kinds of trouble.
It was ridiculous, but at the same time, fine. You know what's crazy? She's the one in Anchorman, eh? She's the little girl in Anchorman. You're a bad man, Mr. Burgundy. A bad man. And then if you watch, if you actually watch that scene, because it starts panning out, like things weren't turning out for, you know, and it does the monologue, right? If you watch, the little girl, does the "you're a bad man" thing, and then of course as the camera backs out, you see the little girl walking away with her mother or whatever, or you know, mother. And at some point, that's what it is. Yeah, she's walking with her mother, and of course, dad, you know, Will Ferrell, dad, is walking away.
Right.
Before the scene actually ends, if you watch, you can see her stop and immediately like bolt back towards dad to go check for approval. You can actually see it before the camera fades. You can see at the edge of the tree line, you can see her just literally, she like rips her hand out of mom's hand and like runs straight beeline straight back towards dad, probably to go say, how'd I do, you know, like, but like, so they scened out it, like, right, they fade it. If you watch, it's in the fade that it happens, but you can see it. And if you know that that's his little girl, it takes a whole different meaning to what's going on there. Otherwise, it's just an arbitrary little thing where she just runs away.
Runs back to kick him in the shin. Yeah.
Wow, you don't see, it's panning out, so you got to be watching. But when you know it's his little girl, and then you see her run straight back to him, and I think he even starts turning around. I can't quite remember. You'd have to go watch it. I'm probably making shit up.
It's been a minute since I've seen that.
FTFE wants a link. Okay, sorry.
Is there supposed to be a side chat over here or something?
He's been pokety poke. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, yes, is the answer.
There's always a thing. There's a thing.
Well, see, the thing is, now you assholes are gonna clutter up my shit.
We are.
I did send one to there he is. Are you guys actually doing anything in the end, or is this all 58 seconds?
Hello.
Are you actually
Hello.
Is this the spirit of female FTFE?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No.
They can hear you.
Yeah, it is going on, but the original Flerf seems to have vanished off the face of the earth, and then fucking Flatterday Saints has stepped in, and he is running late because he was told the wrong time. So it's going to be starting as soon as he turns up, which we were told 15 minutes ago. But he's a flat earther, so you know.
They don't know how to do time or anything.
Hygiene.
Send my condolences to the one that fell off the side of the flat Earth today, because that's that poor guy. He's over there with flat feet.
Flat feet, Pete. Yeah.
Flat feet, Pete is sitting on the edge.
I don't understand why this graphic hasn't happened yet. Why, Craig? I need you to answer me a question. You've got the flat Earth map and FTFE on top of it. Why is there not this little stick figure running across, falling off the edge?
That's actually
I mean,
because he did the CG and now he has to try to do that.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out stuff, man.
Schrodinger, we can't hear you if you're muted, buddy. Schrodinger, he knows. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I wasn't talking yet. I'm here, but I'm doing what I like to call garage time.
Garage time.
Yes, I am mobile, so I don't know how good my audio is.
Is that where you hide all the bodies, like of the First Amendment auditors that you find?
Can neither confirm nor deny any accusation that you just made. But
well, why did you ask me for the murder sheet? You called it. You asked me to send you the the sheet thing. You specifically used the words murder sheet. So I'm just saying.
I thought that came to you from my attorney.
He's been watching Mr. Ball,
who has plausible deniability for that.
Yeah, your attorney was the first one to disappear after I sent you that sheet.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Just in case anyone's wondering, this is a joke. Schrodinger is not murdering people in his garage. Okay.
But yeah,
I'm wink, wink.
Mississippi on Monday, so I'm maximizing my my garage time, as I like to call it.
You're going to Mississippi, huh?
Yeah, which is my least favorite place to go.
What part of Mississippi?
Not because it's Mississippi, because that shipyard is the worst shipyard. We're not live right now, right? So they can't sue me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The worst shipyard in the country. So I'm going to go out there and work on some destroyers and.
No, we really are live.
No, we really are. We said that to you.
Oh, well, sorry. don't sue me.
Nobody's
people.
listening. Nobody's listening. Yeah, don't worry. Shh. I was muted, and I was like, "No, we're live." Like I thought I'd add it to the chorus.
Oh,
My apologies.
shit. Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, people try and
my
sue you all the
name-
time, right?
Yeah,
my
there you
name,
go.
my name is Craig McNeil. If you want to sue me,
Yeah,
Craig McNeil.
Craig. Now I'm the guy with the the island in my hair, and I sound Canadian.
Listen, all you have to
Right.
say is this is an opinion, and you're fine. Okay, it's opinion based, and that is that.
I know it's my least favorite place to go. Like, why can't they send me back to Pearl Harbor? Like, seriously?
You would
Like-
think that there would not be a single Navy person in the world that would be like, "Hey, yeah, send me to Pearl Harbor."
Yeah, imagine saying that to someone 50 years ago. No, please
I
don't.
just thought it was a funny statement. That's what made me laugh. I was like, can you send me to Pearl Harbor? I was like, man, those previous guys, they had a rough day. Like that was a rough day.
That's terrible.
It's true, though.
To be fair, I think the rest of the world has learned of the folly of messing with that particular spot.
Yeah,
I just heard about. Oh my god! I heard the most insane story the other day of where like the Russians were trying to engage the Japanese somewhere, and they got their literal asses handed to them back in the day. It was like the Russians were like constantly shooting their own ships, like a bunch of vodka'd up fucking. Like it was honestly, it was on Mr. Ball in that channel where he tells, but it's like true account, like it's real, like there was a war. I can't remember what the war was, but I guess Japan and Russia were fighting a small war at one point.
Oh, the Great Japanese-Russian War of 1867. I remember it fondly.
Is this a real thing? Did you just name
No.
names and put a year on something?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, that was it. Like,
You're over here talking about planes and whatnot, and Craig's like 1864, and Brainy's like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
the Russo-Japanese War from 1904 to 1905, and the Russians. Sorry, excuse me. The
Wait, what
Russians.
was the month? Was it like December of 1904 to January of 1905?
No. Listen, the Russians surrendered to the Japanese because they had lost so many ships to the Japanese. They got an entire fleet destroyed because on the way there they kept shooting each other and they kept on trying to practice, and like they towed like a thing to like target practice, and they didn't hit the target, but they fucking obliterated the ship towing it. And like all of these things while they were on their way to go fight this battle, they were trying to like get them battle ready, but they used some of their cheaper ships, but it was like 44 ships. And when they finally got
Let me see if
well,
I
hold on,
understand this.
let me fill this in. Wait, let me finish. Okay, so they darken their lights and they go into some bay area where the only ship that has light on is the medical ship, because that was normal at the time, was to leave the lights on for medical ships. And apparently they had some little fishing boat came up speaking Russian or something and said, oh, we're fishing boat, and they're like, oh, by the way, don't go that way, that's where a big fleet is. So apparently they were Japanese, and the Japanese then in the darkness circled and encircled the entire Russian fleet, and then in the opening of morning they eliminated it.
Okay, so again, let me get this straight.
They're done though. See there?
The Russians kicked their own asses
And then got
surrendered
ruined.
to the enemy.
Well, yeah. Once they got to sight, they got surrounded and obliterated, and then surrendered. Then they surrendered
Russian
afterwards.
This is the most Russian story I think I've ever heard.
in Russia, we fight ourselves.
We kick our own ass and then.
Well, what it was is they were afraid of these. I guess the Japanese would use these torpedo boats, which were boats that were all rigged up just to kamikaze into the side of their ships, and so they were deathly afraid of these torpedo boats. So what happened is this one ship, the Kotnia or something like that, was every night it would be like. It would see like a fishing boat and it would open fire on a fishing boat, and like it sunk a bunch of British. They sunk a bunch of British fishing boats one day, or like shot at a bunch of them and sunk one of them. And so then diplomats, England wanted to declare war on Russia, and diplomats were like, no, it was an accident. We got a bunch of fucking vodka up seamen out there, and they're terrified of the Japanese, I guess. Everything
like
that
my
moved, they were
plan.
like Japanese fire into the darkness, I guess, is all that was happening.
It's
Vodka
good to
and
hear
semen.
that
It sounds like- was that Schrodinger's
Brainy
20s?
Beaver has. It's good to see that Brainy Beaver has drank 20 coffees today.
I'm like this every day of the
this
week.
is just standard, Brainy.
This is
just how he is.
standard. I actually have only had one coffee
know.
today.
At this point, But
Hold
I
on,
did
we'll have
see
some
this
Appleton
analysis.
Estates.
There's a YouTube channel that does well, they don't do analysis. They do they talk about military analysis that has happened, and there was one that was done about could a modern U.S. Carrier battle group win the entire Pacific War, the entire Pacific Naval War, and
He's
what
here.
they came
Don't talk
back
about him
with
anymore.
was the World War II Pacific War is what I'm talking about, and the analysis was like, yes, not only could they win it, it would be a rout. It would be easy because
war goes to you. Sorry, chats.
like the you know, in the Pacific we were largely fighting against the Japanese, and the analysis came back and said they wouldn't even know we were there until they were dead.
I'm sorry, I've been missing those super chats because I'm not hearing them. My apologies, guys.
Oh, Fogapersha Pakashi says that you're talking about the Battle of Tsushima Straits.
Oh, so yeah. And to go back further, we got Tim Tully way up there when he was talking about cancer there. He said had one like that about 15 years ago. Doctor, oh, that's nothing, just cancer. He cut it. That's exactly basically because it's basal cell. I mean, let's face it. If his eyes widened and he went, uh-oh, like his reaction was just like, yeah, we're gonna cut that out. And he just like checks a box on his thing, and he's like. Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was like, yeah, Brainy, you've only got 5 to live, and you were like 5 what? And he's like 4, 3.
He asked, but again, he took my blood pressure, and I was like, I had just been told this, so I'm like, so question, like, so if it is cancer, and he's like pumping up my arm to take my blood pressure, and then he looks at the machine, he's like, oh, it's on the high side of normal. But I did just give you some distressing news, so that's probably okay. I'm like, you think? Like it's.
I did just tell you you're about to die. I mean, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, no. If it was melanoma, it would have been a far scarier day. Let's put it that way.
I feel like MC2N is not abreast of the situation here. He had this like shocked look on his face about us talking about you dying, Brainy.
I sent him a message.
Are you gonna be okay?
I told him I'm cancered up. Now I've got one little doll up here apparently.
Brainy's only got 24 hours to live. And we're here celebrating the fact.
I'm really upset about it too because they told me if the surgeon doesn't call back in 2 weeks to let them know.
So basically, they're saying you're on hospice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. In fact, that's what that cough is. The cytokines are taking me over.
Well, you know what this is? It's because you got the COVID vaccine. Right?
I was gonna say, you know what? That thing developed right where they fucking gave me it.
Did any metal stick to it?
Yeah,
or
be
plastic?
careful with saying those words because Lord knows
mean,
I've had trouble with it lately.
I'll tell you what. One thing I said to him,
be careful with the words you say.
I said, so question. I said, so I've read previously that it's not a great idea to like cut cancer tumors. I read a lot, actually. I was like, I've read that it's not a great idea to cut cancer tumors if they are cancer. He goes, yeah, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, oh, good. That's appreciate you telling me that. It's like, I thought it was a fucking ward. I was like, listen, you son of a bitch, you're gonna die today.
Aren't they going to cut it though?
Yeah, this is different though. They're gonna go down.
Like
I went flush like trying to stump a tree. I did it flush like stumping a tree. They're gonna go down and they're gonna take out some dirt. You know, if you know what I mean.
Pull the roots out.
They're gonna pull the roots out. Yeah, that's because actually what it is when you get the little warty tumor, the little tiny dollop that shows up on your skin. It's actually that it's been growing underneath in the skin layer, and now it's just popping up. And it's just because it's doing what cancer does. It's trying to grow more cells. So basically, it's trying to grow a pencil eraser to the moon. Like it's what it's trying to do. You know, they're trying to gain space flight.
like a super sharp melon ball.
That's basically what I did in the end, and it almost encouraged it in the end. And that's when I chose to call the doctor. I was like, maybe I should get a doctor to look at this. And actually, even the pharmacist. I haven't. We were gonna have a competition. Oh my God, it's funny you say that. We're gonna have a competition. We're gonna have a competition on.
I think we should call it Nathan.
That's a great name for cancer.
His channel's having troubles growing, you know.
Wait, just a second. I was thinking, isn't it the only one you have? Like it's a sole piece of
I'm
cancer.
hoping it's the only one I have, but apparently
have 3.
Like
apparently
it's
if pathology comes
cancer.
That's funny. I actually had this idea to take a very high definition picture, blow it up, and then like make it my mascot on my show until it gets cut off. It could like sit beside me while I do the live streams.
Well,
Anyways.
when it's cut off, can you keep it? Like, get it encased in resin? You're forever
That's
cancer.
funny. Oh my god. They're gonna send it and then they're gonna test it and then they're gonna murder it.
You should do. You gotta get one of those. You gotta get one of those casting kits. You know what I mean? Where that you like plaster it up and then you fill that full of MC2. What am I thinking of? Resin.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't what you were thinking of.
No. Wasn't what I was thinking of.
Bella Church
You're
would also
thinking of naked
donated
ladies.
to New Zealand. And he said, don't send FTFE a link. Who the hell does he think he is?
I know, right? Who thinks I can be on my own channel? What disgracefulness is this?
Yeah, the Battle
I was
Tsunami
curious.
Straits. Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, I think, Brainy, that you should just go full flat earther and say, no, that's not what it is. You can't prove it. I don't believe you. And tell the doctors
Just-
that
So-
you know.
So apparently the only time-
you should just die.
Apparently, I was gonna say, apparently the only time basal cell ever really becomes fatal is when people just literally ignore the fact that they have it, and that's like literally what I've read from the most part. Is if you just go, I'm not gonna get that looked at for at least 4 or 5 years, then maybe
That's fine.
It can become something.
I'll get round to it. I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow.
But don't you love WebMD because it's like you're like symptoms, side effects, blah blah blah, and it's
Cancer.
like. No, it goes cancer, blah blah. Most common, rarely fatal. But then it goes in rare circumstances, and you're like, oh, okay. What happens in rare? In rare circumstances, it travels up your lymph nodes and fucking propagates through your neck and conquers your brain or something.
Right.
You're like, awesome.
I used WebMD and I said I had a cough. I had AIDS, leukemia, cancer in 7 different places in my body, and I was already dead.
Yep.
Right. I had a friend, or I have a friend who's.
I've got a friend.
Sure.
He has friends, I swear to God. Plus, you got
I
a member.
have a friend.
Mission
for fuck's
apparatus.
sake.
I was just trying to thank
I've
somebody.
got a friend who's a medical doctor, and he's got a coffee cup that reads, "My medical degree is better than your Google search."
Yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely.
it's very true.
Because that's what everybody does these days. It has to drive these people insane. That these people come to the doctor and they're like, but WebMD said,
Yeah.
like, for fuck's sake, like they're looking at like this like spot on your arm and they immediately know what it is because they went to fucking medical school. And you're like, but WebMD says it could be this,
Yeah.
this, and this. And it's like, it's fucking poison ivy.
I love it.
I imagine as a doctor, you the one thing you really hate is when you say, okay, hello, welcome to ER. How can I help you today? What's wrong? Well, I went on Google and fuck's sake.
Right.
Poison ivy. I
My
stood in.
favorite are the ones. Shut up, Brainy.
You shut up.
My favorites are the ones where you get the people going onto Facebook. Hey guys, I got this thing on my arm. What do you think I should do? Go to the fucking doctor. That's what I think you should do, you fucking idiot.
I mean, that was basically
Wait,
me up
why are
until
you-
now because I didn't ask for help, but I definitely was self-diagnosing until I was like, maybe that son of a bitch keeps growing back too quick.
Right. Why are you like polling like lay people
Right.
to try to figure out like what's wrong with your, you know?
Hey, it's called. It's called. Actually, my brain went blank. But isn't it like public sourcing, or like
No.
like group sourcing,
you don't group source. You don't group source health care.
Come on, group
Right.
source. Everybody's
Like,
got experiences.
may-
You know my. Hey, what's her name's brother in like Africa got swollen genitals from the vaccine? It was it Nicki Minaj's? I mean, come on. How is that not credible information, guys?
It's true.
and I
MC
can
Toon,
see,
will
like-
you tell us about the time that you got swollen testicles because of the vaccine in Africa?
I wish. It would make things bigger.
Wish.
I mean, girth is what's important. So at least for those few days, you could be like, baby, check this shit out.
Oh, MC Tune. Brainy just said he wanted your testicles
Okay.
to be swollen.
What? Wait, I don't
here.
think I. Wait, did I hear the question right?
I don't think you did.
That's all right. I'm here.
I thought I heard something else. I think that you guys might have. I might have misheard you. You might have misunderstood.
Yeah, sorry. I was talking to the person on the chat, on the Zoom. Where the flatty still hasn't arrived. We're still waiting for him to figure out how to click a button. So,
Welcome to the Scrappers
imagine
Mission Apparition Para. Who's also got a wrench. And then fog repair ship Akashi for 10 American ducats. The 2nd Pacific Squadron was the naval equivalent of an absolute clusterfuck. Send a fleet from St. Petersburg to Japan, around Africa, nearly start a war with the Royal Navy, shoot your own ship twice. Exactly. That's, yeah, 100%. Go look it up. It was one of the best accounts of absolute. In fact, the head of the naval group tried to resign before they got to the final battle. He's like, I quit. This group of fucking jokes cannot become a navy.
you're not pinning this on me. You're not pinning this on me.
And then they literally said, denied. This is your fleet, baby. And then I think he died in the final battle, didn't he?
I think you probably wanted to. You probably jumped ship. Like, oh,
He either died or got captured, but they were fucked. Like, they got totally done in. But
He
yeah.
must have really screwed up at his job previously. And like, who can we give this fucking stupid fleet to? Who's that shite commander dude? Yeah,
Well-
just chuck it to him.
And apparently they already picked.
dude with a tattoo on his dick.
Well, apparently they didn't want to waste too many of their good ships, so I guess they picked like their worst crewmates and their like worst captains, and they gave them the shittiest ships they had in the fleet, and we're like, go fight some fucking Japanese. So it was like, apparently it was, and then they were like, wow, we can get them, we can do some practice drills, we can shoot some targets on the way down, we'll turn them into a little navy, don't worry. And then they just didn't. Anyway, apparently it's reported that the admiral of the fleet in the night could be heard on the deck of his ship yelling profanities into the darkness at the one ship, the Katia or the Kachia or whatever the name of the one ship that kept fucking up every night was. It's literally reported that way. That's amazing.
MC Tune looks like the account right now. He's taking notes on everybody.
Draco for panel. Draco, you got
that.
Yeah. You send Draco an invite.
Draco, send me an invite. Oh, there it is. That's Japanese, right?
Sparky NJ asked if I'm having that flower chick on for my next debate. A week from Tuesday, she's debating Mallory.
Wait,
Mallory still needs to tell us what she did with FTFE's body, okay? We are trying to find FTFE,
you
female
mean
FTFE, thank you.
Yeah.
Female FTFE's body has been missing, and we need to find this.
A week from Tuesday, I may or may not be debating this First Amendment auditor who's been like hounding me in my comment section.
Is this that one that
Cranky
we
something
need to,
or
we need to,
another?
like beat him or something like that because of what he said to OPT lawyer?
Oh yeah,
What did he say to OPT lawyer? I'm a
So-
cancer survivor, maybe one day. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm not trying to put us on the same level.
It's all about you.
It was a fucking joke. It was a joke. I would never
Yeah,
put myself on the same level there. That's not even close.
What's
Go
going on?
ahead.
So what happened? What happened was, he came into the chat. He was just trolling, and I didn't even know because I cannot watch the chat and conduct a live stream because I can't multitask that well. And I said that OPT was back in the hospital and that he had a blood infection. And so this cranky First Amendment auditor guy, cranky whatever the fuck his name is, said, well, bootlicking causes infection. And so somebody, of course, everybody dogpiled him. And I said, what the actual fuck? Like, my friend OPT, like all of our friend OPT, is fighting for his life.
Literally one of the nicest people on the
Yeah, genuinely awesome dude.
on Earth. And I was like,
On our flat Earth.
Yeah, on our flat Earth is fighting for his life, and you're gonna like say that disrespectful bullshit. And so he tried to, plea his case and all that and everything, and now he wants to debate me on my channel. And I told him, I said, reach out to my producer. Like, I don't have time for you. The guy has like 600 subscribers. So I'm like, just deal with it. If you want to do it, like reach out to her. And so it's been going back and forth, and he keeps saying that that's not what he meant and all this nonsense. And so I said, if you're going to debate me, step one, you're going to apologize. And so
get him on and berate him.
Yeah, well, he did agree to apologize, and his term was that he's going to debate me and me only, which is when did I ever say that he was going to debate me and other people? So I don't even know why he made that term. So I think it's going to be
Schrodinger's cat doesn't need any help,
right? So it's
not with
not
debates,
gonna,
anyways.
It can't be this Tuesday because I'm flying to Mississippi on Monday. So a week from Tuesday is what we're looking at, and I've got a plan. So enough said.
That sounds very interesting. I'll have to tune in for that one.
Yeah. Hey, Draco Fire, how are you doing?
You're like, who's that voice that just spoke?
I just thought that was one of the voices in my head because there's many.
I like the fact that MC Toon has been here for like an hour and he hasn't said one word.
Said one word.
Hour.
Drake
all he did was show his can of tab.
Wait, do you have an unopened can of tab? You should keep that thing until it just evaporates out of the can and has one of those ones that's like unopened but empty.
I mean, I opened this one.
I'd keep a relic tab. You got to keep a closed tab for the future. They're gone, Where are you getting those? Don't they not make these?
Well, I have it right there on my desk.
There's just water in your tab. I see how
if you just look there, you'll see that I have 3 of them there.
So, Draco, I need to ask you a question. As you're a child, how does Anthony Riley being a child predator affect you?
I don't know. I'm kind of fearing for my safety. I really feel like he might be targeting me, and honestly, it's really tough to deal with that stress. No, but in all seriousness, it's really messed up what he's doing.
Yeah, very fucking
child,
messed up.
and for the idea of someone targeting people younger than me is I can't deal with that. I do
need to ask, how old are you? Are you in the well, you don't have to give me an exact number.
Like 8 or 9, maybe?
Yeah, are you like 12, 13 at least?
Yeah, I'm 4 actually.
So I need to know if you can watch PG-13 movies or not. That's all I'm trying to say.
I turn 18 in 3 weeks.
Fuck me running.
I know, it's so young. Like he was literally born after the year 2000.
I gotta get a drink refill. You guys got the show. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, probably around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening UK time, I'll be releasing this video. And 2 things are going to happen. One of 2 things is going to happen with this video. Based on the thumbnail, it's either going to make YouTube go, no, we're not monetizing that, or it's going to go viral.
Because of the picture of him?
Well, because of the word child predator and the picture of him.
Thought you meant the picture of him.
Yeah, I mean, triple chin Riley there. And look, you can count them. There's literally 3 chins.
Hey, let's, look, some of us are fat. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, I'm allowed to because he spent a year calling me fat. I lost all the weight and then he put it on, so I'm allowed to insult him.
Oh, so you lost and he found it. There you go.
Yeah.
Mine transferred your weight into him.
I know.
That's how you
Johnny's a little touchy on that. The beard's there for a reason.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I was about to mention that. I was going to say, what do you have to worry about it? You got the beard.
Yeah, if I didn't have the beard, there's like an extra chin here that you can't see. So
actually, there's a fist under the beard.
That's true.
No, that's Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Craig, do you have that already like uploaded and unlisted? So that
No,
they've
I've
already-
still got a little bit of editing to do. So I'm going to
Yeah.
upload it tomorrow and leave it for a few hours and see what it says.
Right, that's what I've been doing lately since I got burned by
Yep.
by YouTube. Is a lot of times I'll upload them to a different channel and leave them unlisted, and then wait and see what YouTube does with it when they run their checks,
Yeah,
and then I'll delete it off that channel and then upload it onto my main channel.
Don't do
Because-
that because
but you
it'll rerun the checks. You just upload it to your main channel. put it
yeah,
in
there's
as
no need for
private.
that.
Yeah, just leave it as private.
You
That
put
way
it-
it only has to go
Well,
through
no,
once.
you put it as unlisted, but make sure it tells you to put it as unlisted, but make sure you do not put it in a playlist.
You
If
can
you
do it as
put it,
private too. It does the same thing. That's
does
how I
it
do
though?
I do it as private. Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Yeah, I
Because
think- yeah, it
they
does.
used to tell you to do unlisted, but that's fair then.
Yeah.
Well, I had one that I was trying to
Look at us telling the 150,000 subscriber channel what to do.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are we?
I think we've been trying. I think we initially had to try harder than him. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. He's done a lot of work.
There's lots of different ways to skin this cat, and but I had one that I was uploading, and
VKT
before it
just
even
coming for you.
finished uploading, I got a strike.
Yeah, but do you get a strike, but a claim or a strike? What are we talking about?
No. This was
For content, right?
Yeah, no. It was a TOS strike before it even finished
Oh,
uploading.
Terms of
Really?
services.
Huh?
Really? Wow.
Did it was it
Yeah.
a real strike or was it?
It was
a
a real strike.
That had to have been a
Yes.
mistake, though.
That's
and-
crazy.
What was the
And,
reference? What would it tell you was the reason for it? Was the generic?
Medical misinformation.
Did you accidentally upload videos of you dancing naked?
No, I
That's
only
definitely
I only
misinformation. misinformation.
I mean, you sent those to me,
There you
and I
go.
wasn't sure if that was by accident or not. But,
Yeah, no. I only upload videos of me dancing naked on purpose.
Right, cool.
Yes.
So,
Because if it was an accident, it would be a problem. But if you do it on purpose, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
the thing is, I fought it. I did the the appeal, and they said we still believe that it's medical misinformation. And the thing is, it was I was making fun of somebody.
Well, I'm here. I'm waiting.
Well, wait. If you remember, if you talked to Team about it, the problem was that what he had to do, remember, was that you actually had to put a proper disclaimer at the beginning, like an
Right.
actual
And
proper
that's
disclaimer.
only- and that you have to put it at the very beginning. You have to put it in the description, and that's
And-
that. It's not a guarantee.
It's not
Yeah,
even a
you have to
guarantee.
put it.
He
you have
started
to
having a
put it at
better
the
time when he did,
beginning of
though.
the video, you got to put
Right.
it in the description, and then you still have to
Say it.
like
Yeah.
you still have to bite your nails, and hope that because
I think when he
The-
started
the-
doing it right, though, he started having an easier time. Like he was getting tagged less, if I remember correctly.
well the thing is I'm just I'm just not gonna delve into that subject anymore. I don't think.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
if you're getting struck just for talking about it without jumping through 10 different hoops to not get, demonetized and TOS strikes, then you might as well just keep away from it.
Right. Well, I've got a
cannot
strike
do
on
it.
my
Yeah.
channel that's there for 90 days. And
Yeah. And then if you
I-
upload another video and then another video gets struck twice more, channel's gone.
the channel's
Yeah.
gone. And
Right, I'm gonna leave, guys, and head over to
Get out.
Monday debates.
Oh,
Get out of
finally.
here.
No.
He should be arriving in the next minute or so, apparently. So
Yeah, you said
we'll
that
see.
fucking 40
Right,
minutes
so
ago.
clearly that means we'll be starting in
Yeah.
about 30 minutes then.
flat earthers,
Right.
you know. All right. Anyway, guys, have fun. Speak to you soon.
See you later.
All right.
yeah, but I couldn't do anything with my channel for a week because
So stupid.
Oh, is that what strike
And-
does to you? You can't do anything.
but
The
why
terms of service
why
strike
can't
or
they just be
content, yeah.
honest? Why do they have to lie to me and say that an actual person watched it?
This is what
Because
I
it-
don't understand. With your situation specifically, I can understand them doing it to someone like me or Brainy or MC Tune. Even MC Tune, you've got what 12,000 subscribers. I've got just
Yeah.
over 5,000. Brainy's got just over 5. I can understand them doing something like that with one of us because I mean, what are they?
I'm
really
all
just checking
green
it?
all the time these days, baby. But go ahead.
Shut up, Brainy.
How?
What I'm saying is, like us, I get it. It's not a whole lot of views, not a whole lot of ad revenue, but your videos get like 100,000 views in a week.
I don't think
That's a
lot of money.
bunch of, that's a lot of mileage.
It's a lot of money that they're making off of me.
Well,
But
yeah,
they
but when they
still
don't
don't
put your
care.
video out, well, that's what I'm saying. When they strike your channel, that's what's really discouraging for some of us smaller creators, is that when we see somebody who is in the top 1% of YouTube, your channel is in the top 1% of YouTube. So people don't understand. You know, everybody sees like, oh, SS Sniper Wolf has 25 million and Mr. Beast has 32 million. And all these, they're big creators. Yeah, they're in the top 1/10% of YouTube. The 100,000 plus, that's 1%. I mean, MC Tunes in the top 10%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even over 1,000 is still like, top 25, something like that.
Yeah,
like,
if you get over 1,000
absolutely.
subscribers, you're in the top 30, top 20. I think it's top 25%.
And it's like 55 at about 5,500 where I am. You're like 15 or 20. You're
into that.
You're in the 15%ish or so mark. It's actually pretty surprising.
Right.
Yeah,
because there's not a lot of, like, when I go into a chat room and I say something, I've got a thing that shows me how many subscribers people have when I see the names. Like at 5,500, I'm a baby channel. I'm actually one of the larger channels usually commenting on something, because there's not a ton of channels that are 20,000, 30, 40, 50.
Well, I mean, I've got, I don't even do anything. I've got 3.3K. That's bigger than the majority of people I'll ever talk to in a chat.
It's pretty good.
Right. And the thing is,
I got to put up more content or else I'm underserving mine, but
Hey, don't worry, I haven't uploaded in 9 months.
Well, what I'm saying is, if they're willing to just arbitrarily strike a channel, a channel like Schrodinger's, over 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, you get 100,000 views per video per week. It's insane amount of money. I know what I make on my, measly 1,500 views. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what that dollar amount looks like per video for you, and then on top of that, what YouTube actually makes on those. So they're willing to sacrifice thousands of dollars for.
Yeah, but you gotta. Okay, but hold on a minute. Do you realize?
Understand.
Do you realize the report just came out the other day for the creator economy? Okay, so like last year in America alone, they paid creators $20 billion.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
In Canada, they paid creators like it was $1 billion across all of Canada to creators. Like the couple $1,000, it's a drop in their bucket.
No, I understand that, but think of it this way. So the point is, a top 1% channel is getting arbitrarily struck, which is costing them money. I mean, I don't give a fuck. You go to Bill Gates right now and be like, hey, dude, I'm going to take $100 out of your wallet. You know what he's going to say? No, the fuck you're not.
Yeah, but you realize that if they strike,
no, there's no buts here. There's no buts. We're talking about billionaires. We're talking about people who enjoy being billionaires.
But I'm trying to tell you,
hang on a second. Those guys are more frugal with their bottom line than anybody else. I guarantee you, they're more frugal than I am.
I mean, that's how they got where they are, for sure.
Exactly.
And they could pay, they could have some $15 an hour analyst watch my video for 15 minutes.
I don't think that people. I don't think that. I just don't think that people.
For like a minute. And then
I don't think that people are understanding though. It's like every second. There's like 300 minutes of content uploaded to YouTube every second. It's 300 minutes is hours of content a second. Per second.
I understand that. But
but what I'm trying to say is, numbers wise, they cannot do what Schrodinger thinks they can do.
I'm
not saying they shouldn't.
I'm not asking them to scrub every minute that goes through. What I'm saying is, we're talking about the top 1%.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if you're talking about 300 hours per second, I'm talking about 3 hours. If you can't get enough people, and you yourself just said they paid out $20 billion in the States alone to content creators, that tells me those guys are making a ridiculous amount.
Hey, but listen,
there's Beaver.
There's 250,000 channels that are the same size as Schrodinger.
Beaver,
listen.
We're trying to make a point here.
Yes,
I'm just trying to help.
If we're talking about 1% of YouTube, 1%, YouTube made $15.15 billion in ad revenue in 2015 or 2018. They made $15.15 billion. That has risen exponentially higher. So if we're talking, they paid just $20 billion to content creators in the States. if they can afford to do that, they can afford to have people that are dedicated to taking care of these now, not every one of these content creators is going to need.
But if you let me say,
wait, I'm almost finished. Not every one of these content creators is going to require human review. SS Sniper Wolf can put up her videos and can go through the algorithm just fine because she makes what they call vanilla content. Now, somebody like Schrodinger or somebody like MC Toon or somebody like you or myself that covers some of these anti-science and these science denialists and anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers and whatnot, yeah, we're gonna a channel that's in the bigger realm should get Google and YouTube should be able to handle that workload.
And here's the thing. Let me just say something real quick. So when I make a video and they do a TOS strike on it, and it's gonna get 100,000 views. So I'm going to make, however much money on it. They're going to make 3 times that much money on it, but they take it down. Wouldn't it behoove them to pay someone to, some just low level person, any human in the world could watch this video and say, no, that doesn't violate TOS. Instead, they run it through the algorithm again. They lied to me and told me that a human looked at it. I know for
I'm not saying that shouldn't be different.
Damn it, Beaver.
Oh, for fuck's sake, stop being a bitch.
I'm just trying to finish my sentence.
Beaver, you and I are alike. Just shut up, please. I hear myself in you. Just stop.
Take notes.
I'm just statistically talking number-wise, but go ahead. You're talking emotionally, and I'm just trying to talk number-wise.
But I'm waiting for him to be done. Just call.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait.
Okay. All I'm saying is they lied to me. They tell me that a human looked at it. I know that they're lying to me because a human could not have looked at my video and still said that it was medical misinformation. That's all I'm saying. I would respect them more if they told me, no, we're not going to look at your video again. Go fuck yourself. I would respect them more if they did that.
They're starting.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All I was going to say, I agree with everything you're saying in that regard, but all I was trying to say is you got to see how YouTube sees it. They will delete your channel, and then when you're gone, it'll create the room for another channel to step into your position. They just don't give a fuck. That's all I was trying to say. Yeah. That's literally all I was trying to say. So it was more of I was just trying to go from the sheer number direction, right?
Right. They are.
I'm not saying it's right. It's definitely not right.
Ready for that.
No, I'm trying to. I was going to bring it up here. Just
trying to pull it in. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Schrodinger's cat, for calling you a bitch.
The only thing I wanted to say about this,
it is incredibly hard to hurt my feelings. You didn't hurt my feelings at all. I still love you.
Okay, I'm used to talking through, right? You just talk, keep rolling. So that slamming the brakes on thing. Anyways, hey, wait, before Draco, quickly, what did you want to say really quick as I get this fired up?
Yeah, just as a final note, I mean, all I really want to say is that I think YouTube should be at least dedicating, even if they don't want to have anyone care about copyright strikes, they should at least have some people that are there to look through TOS strikes, because that's a much bigger deal that can affect the channel permanently.
It really is, yes.
And copyright strikes, whatever, just you don't have to pay anyone for that. You can live with that. But a TOS strike, you have to have a real human go through with that. Anyway.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't trying here. We'll turn this up. I wasn't trying to say that was the way it should be. That's for damn straight. It's annoying as fuck. Cookie cutter answers. There's nothing worse than getting I'm turning the volume up. There's nothing worse than getting a cookie cutter answer back.
Why is Team Skeptic's goofy brother?
No shit.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm also trying to figure out where the audio is coming into my feed from this for some reason. Oh, I've got it muted. Okay, that's good.
That might help if you unmute it.
Okay, they're over there. Okay, I'm just trying to find the audio. There it is.
Got my own big boy
James grew his hair out. James is looking a little different.
Wait, where are you
Hang on,
guys getting
yeah.
your audio?
James
from?
really gone through a makeover there.
That's that one
where
chick.
I
I know her.
debunk the
She's
absolute
super cool.
batshit crazy
Now, not to slander
nonsense that
James
flat earthers come out
or
with.
Amy. Does Amy
The
actually
Earth isn't
moderate?
flat. I'm surprised people even
As far as I
still
can
talk
tell
about it.
from what
It's
I've
frightening,
seen,
but hey,
One
like,
second,
I
I was gonna
something to
fix
do.
this.
So,
You guys keep talking.
my
there is no evidence.
my
hell
opinion
is
of
Flatty
absolutely
doing?
nothing at all.
my
All there
opinion
is
of modern
straw
day
man's
debate has gone
and
down like
misunderstanding
significantly
very
to the
basic
point where
physics from people
I
that
won't go
clearly
on
didn't
there unless
finish high
they
school. I'm not going to be
adjust
nice.
what they're
There's
doing.
nothing to be
But
nice about
that chick
with
seems
such
pretty cool.
stupidity. I'm here to absolutely
well,
destroy
hopefully
it in
she
this debate
moderates a little
and
better
let's-
than
let's
make
hear
Latter-day
it.
Saints look like the moron that I
One second, I'm trying to make
Yes.
sure.
Brainy, can we hear him?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
we can't hear it through the call.
There, you can hear it now, right?
And now we are going
Yeah,
to
can
go
hear it
over
now.
There we go.
the
Okay.
Data presentation of the debate.
There we go.
I'm going to hand it back over.
So as you guys were all talking, I was trying to find out where the fuck the audio was because everything was bouncing.
Data.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to excuse
Can't
me.
wait
I'm
to
just
hear
coming
that.
back from a concussion, so I was out.
I
was out
bet.
For a
That
little
explains
while.
a lot.
Okay,
While I
Flatty.
was gone, my channel Flatter-day Saints and my backup channel Flat Nasty FE Flat Earth Rapper. Simon Dan actually was filling in for me for a week, so I'd like to thank Simon Dan for filling in for me and McToon for filling in on my other channel. You represent Flatter-day Saints, Flat Nasty, and the FEMA Camp Rappers to the fullest. I love you guys.
Wait,
So-
Victoon, did you do this?
We're talking about Flat Earth, right? This is a Flat Earth debate.
He's a flat earther,
Craig, I'm
therefore
glad to
he's a
see you
liar.
here. I really like you a lot. I've been a big fan of
You
yours.
got to light a
Really admire
Flerf.
what you do, what you stand for. I think it's a very noble cause. You know, if I got paid the type of money you get paid from NASA to make children think that we are a centric cartoon spinning ball that was brought to you by Jesuit priests in an infinite universe, then
Hey,
I'd probably
I
take
go to a
the step
Jesuit
too hard.
Not even a
You know, I'm
debate.
pretty
Slandering
broke, so-
Jesuits.
What is he doing? What
You
a
know,
dick.
where I come from, we do a lot of things, you know, most people wouldn't do.
You
for
guys couldn't
money,
hear me
but,
10
you know,
seconds ago,
it
could
is
you?
what it is. But
No.
yeah, I got,
Okay.
got mad love for Craig, you know what I mean?
Time is ticking.
Even though he doesn't respond to my emails or anything. So
Yeah, I moved some things around on myself there.
yeah, so basically, ever since I was a little kid, I've been wanting to be a flat earther. You know,
Oh.
children think that we live on a
like-
I felt like this is my calling. Like this is why I was born in life. I don't think any of you flat earthers who are watching this could have lived in a better time. I've heard a lot of people say, "Why did I have to be born during the apocalypse? Oh, the mark of the beast is coming." It's like, man, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. Let it come. It's gonna be fun. I think. You know what I mean? Get your hot dogs if you eat meat. And get your marshmallows and roast them because there's gonna be a huge fire coming. A firestorm, you know, it's gonna be good
Isn't
though.
this supposed to be
So,
the data portion?
I'm gonna flat out
Yeah.
refuse that mark
Yeah,
if
that's
it comes.
why I'm tapping my watch. I'm wondering
And
where the data is
My
going.
mom, who
Yeah,
Time's
meth
ticking.
is
I'm,
meth is bad.
let's say my mom had
Meth is a
COVID,
bad
right?
drug.
I'll take that. I'll take that to
Metaphorically
mind.
And her chart was like this, right? So I told my mom ever since I became a flat earther, I'm like, I told my mom I was gonna grow up to be a famous flat earth rapper and make a song about Polaris and name it after her. But my
Since you're
mom
still
was like
laughing.
up here, you know what I mean? And I talked to her about flat earth. You know, she was all into the, you know, the thing that comes after 8 and the thing that comes after 10 conspiracy and everything. So she was a little bit on it, but I started talking about flat earth, flat earth, flat earth. I was like, Mom, you follow you read your horoscope thing every day,
Wow.
right? So
What a
do you even know
worthless
how that's
person.
made? How they make the horoscope? She didn't know. I've talked to people who've been reading their horoscopes like 20, 30 years, right? And they don't know. And I've talked to Christians, they're
This
like,
is
oh,
going
the
to be
horoscopes are bad.
Craig's
We don't mess with that stuff.
easiest debate.
But in the back of their mind,
I mean, most of what they do when they make horoscopes is like fucking guess,
a
but
glow ball as their
See,
you know what I
right,
mean? So they're
this guy
representing
is basically
Jesus
what would have
Christ
happened
and, you know,
if
saints
I
through
had not
blood,
gone to school.
you know what I mean? I'm
So-
not gonna quote it verbatim,
And
but,
you would
know,
have dropped on your head several times.
but
he had a concussion.
Yeah.
don't believe in the satanic cosmology.
That
anymore.
explains a
Really
lot,
bad.
actually.
Is he in his
And
30s?
as a matter of fact,
40s?
like,
He had a 40-year
those
concussion?
are the people who
Coma,
are saved by
maybe,
Jesus
missed
are the
school.
hardest people to talk to about flat earth. I always try to hit them with John 3:12, you know, where Jesus says, if you don't understand earthly things, then you won't understand heavenly things. So I consider
So he
heavenly
just said he
things
doesn't understand a
things
God.
Hey,
that
like
are-
that.
Strode, go look at your Discord.
like stars, planets,
He used to know how to
Uranus,
do that.
the moon, the sun, you know, the ISS. No, I'm just kidding. No, but all those things that spin around us, I consider those heavenly things. I don't know what if those aren't heavenly things. Then you know, that I guess that's up to the
This guy from
interpretation of the
2000
person who's thinking
See,
about that.
imagine
But,
the shame at being this
um,
guy's parents.
so if they don't understand
Not
these
really
heavenly
drinking.
things,
I don't think they claim him.
they're not going to understand the earthly things. You know, it's like you're gonna try to
Change their name.
tell me about
Got
how
plastic
to
surgery.
make
Move to a
my
different
roof on my
country.
house better and put in windows and make the paint good. All the stuff you need to do just to have a house, but yet there's no foundation, right? You're just gonna put it. You know what I mean? We're just gonna build a house. We're just gonna build a house on top of a bunch of flat dirt, right? By the way, when they build houses or buildings or anything, they use a plumb and a level. You know, the thing with a little water bubble. I'm just saying.
That's right.
But
Oh,
I guess
wow. They
I've
use a
heard from
plumb and a
certain
Hey,
people.
I was in a
saying
walkout
the
basement
imagery,
today.
but
Explain that.
They've read me the dictionary
Hey,
definition
House of
of
the Alpha, if
level,
you're around, start recording.
and they've read me definitions that they've said.
Yeah,
They're
Tau
like, yeah, level means curve. It adheres to the circumference.
Actually, that's a good point. When was the last Tau Ceti video that came out? It was a while ago now, wasn't it?
I'll tell people like, give me one
I don't
good
remember
reason
exactly
why
how
you
long
think
it's
the
been.
Earth is flat.
What is that high-pitched voice coming? Is
So
that
then
me?
I tell
Am
them,
I in the
well,
debate now?
Water always finds its true level, no matter how big the container is.
Did you say
Yeah, but
shoe level?
I said water
true
can't
level.
adhere to a spinning ball, right? It'll fly off. Well,
That's
there's
been one
gravity. I'm
month.
like, okay, that's cool.
That's the last
Gravity
house video.
explains how the water sticks to the bottom of the ocean, no matter what shape that is. Concave, convex, whatever, flat, triangular, whatever. Water's going to stick to that, adhere to it. But water always finds its true level. Not on a drop
And there you
of
go,
water,
globe
though.
proven.
But anything bigger than a drop of water, water is going to find its true level, basically. So if you're going to use the argument of like, oh, I can show you water sticking to a ball because, you know, you see a drop of water on the back of a ladybug or something. If that's what you want to believe, that's cool. I'm going to dust my bare feet off, wash the blood off my hands. Like, some people I really care about, and I pound
This
my
guy's
head and pound my
obsession
head and
with
pound my
feet.
head against the wall.
Watch the
He's
blood off
flashing
my
it
hand.
earlier.
Girlfriend I used to have, dude, I punched my hand through a window, dude. It was bleeding everywhere because I was so mad at him. Because after like
What?
7-8 months of talking to him and showing him hundreds of hours of videos, I would hear him like making fun of me to other people, like when I was around, but out here.
Good.
And I was just like, what's up? I don't know. I used to get really angry. I would want to fight people.
Punched a
I'd punch
window
walls and
because you got
everything.
insulted.
I would get
That's some
so
anger
frustrated
issues.
inside
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
couldn't see what I seen about the flat Earth.
2016,
I
once
really-
their
I was
flat
really
Earth
bashing my
arguments
head
back.
against the wall for a while. And
I
had
thought
to
my
get
mean,
anger
like-
issues were bad. I've never
Between,
done
like,
anything like that.
Double Lot
Just
16 wants
realize
their
that-
flat Earth arguments back.
You know, not everybody's different.
Well,
I
he
don't
mentioned
know.
the heavenly bodies. I think 2000 BCE wants their flat Earth
There you
arguments
go.
back.
Like,
Is in one, 'cause I
oh my
all
God.
people on Earth into two categories.
This is like Team Skeptic if he got stung by a lot of bees.
There's like,
You know, it's like he's just got a little puffy layer over the boniness, and that's it. Perfect. Look at the flat brim and everything.
And we got some plastic surgery, you know, to it looks a little bit.
There's people that set up channels just
Oh,
to try
go
to
ahead.
fund
MC
flat
Toon
earthers,
made an entire encyclopedia
gyroscope,
of
you know what I mean?
arguments,
So,
or
like,
not
why
arguments,
would
of
you do
data
It's just
that
weird.
disputes
Like,
everything
flat
he's
earthers are
saying.
controlling
MC
it.
And he
Net
just
slash
is
R.
just gonna power through it and just say, and just pretend like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, you have to. You can't. You have to deny, deflect, dodge. You can't be a Flerf without doing any of that.
My aunt used to
Unless
be
you're Mallory.
for like 30 years at elementary school, and so I had her send me all children's books of
I don't even know if Mallory's actually a Flerf.
No, she's not.
He's
I-
using.
I'm
We've been missing super
questioning it.
chats possibly too. Oh, I'm really sorry to people if I've missed a super chat up there. Let me scroll way up. Okay, well I don't see one way up.
Fuck YouTube says he's using all the bog stock Flerf arguments. Yeah, pretty much.
Let me
Okay, so-
let me take this moment to duck out. I've got a podcast to run. Cheers, guys. Have fun. MC Toon, you look like this is breaking you, so please don't smash that full can of tab against your skull.
I was gonna try to get you guys. I don't know what I did with all the window here. I'll put it here. There you go, Johnny.
Oh, bye, everybody.
Wait,
There
I'm
you
gone.
go.
What?
Have a good night, Johnny. You're over
What is
there
this?
hiding in the corner, Draco.
Hey, give me
Hey,
back.
Johnny's
Make
day.
room
Show
for
us
you.
the pink beard before you go. Show us. Come on, lift that up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Support breast cancer.
There it is. No, don't support breast cancer. Support boobies.
I was just about to say I will support my wife's breasts whenever she wants it.
Okay, that's enough, Beaver.
Draco, no, you got to roll harder. We're not doing this good enough.
And on that note, cheers, everybody.
See you later.
See you later. Right, I don't think we've missed
Alright.
much, but we should probably hear what he's talking about.
I don't know why that did that.
Brainy, what is that in your recommended videos?
I don't know.
What type of food they're eating and everything.
Whoa, Brainy.
This is on YouTube. Fuck you.
Brainy.
Damn.
That's YouTube's the one fucking recommending. I don't even know who Top Keck is. Son of a bitch.
Hold on,
He's got it.
Now the guy's talking. He's talking about food now.
Let's see.
What does food have to do with flat Earth?
Oh, he's
Hey, you gotta have a full tummy if you're gonna be flat earther.
I want to hear him.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that Craig was able to join me here today. Craig's a really good debater. He's one of my
we've had a
favorite.
couple of
He's like a
requests
master
to come down.
debater.
I got his trading card. Hopefully, he autographs it for me later.
He's got a trading
Another
card?
thing that proves flat Earth is just basic.
Another thing?
Is stars. They circle around Polaris every night. Polaris never
1
moves. Okay.
Yes, it does.
So Polaris never moves. It hasn't ever moved.
Yes, it does.
People will be like, "Oh, it's moving like this much." Yeah, my lady moves about that much. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if
She's
it's
a dead
moving,
lay
she
then.
Pretty lazy, just like Polaris. So, I just can't wait to hear what Craig has to
his
say.
girlfriend.
I
No,
love his
dude.
accent.
Listen,
Oh, for the
buddy.
sake of
Your
flat
lady.
Earth.
Sorry, Draco. Go ahead.
No. I was
I was gonna
just
say.
kidding.
Yeah, we're all bullshitting. It's all good. His lady needs to move more. I'm gonna tell you right now. If that's all his lady does, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess if you're on drugs, that's what happens.
Lovely meeting you too. And all right, with that, we are actually
Oh, he's
going
finally
to
done.
move into 30
Wow.
minutes of cross-examination. So thank you very much, Flatter Day Saint, and I'm giving the ball back to Fight the Flat Earth.
Oh, this is going to be a dumpster
Thank you.
fire.
That was
Now, can I just confirm we saw zero
interesting.
data, right?
I think is the right
Yeah.
word, maybe. So could you just clarify, summarize your evidence for me?
Summarize evidence.
So, water.
That's amazing.
What evidence?
No matter the size or shape of the container. The Helios say
level
they're
is a
what?
curved
I don't know.
surface.
I've
Hold on,
read
hold on,
different things. They say between 70 and 91% of the Earth is water. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But
91.
don't quote anybody on that because it changes all the time.
What's
If that much
70
of the
to
Earth is water,
91? It's
and
like
water always finds
70.
true level, and sea level is the same no matter where on Earth you're at.
Sandwich play.
Because if it wasn't, you were giving a measurement of the ocean, which would be totally irrelevant if you lived on a curve. You'd have to give longitude and latitude. You'd have to have two coordinates because there would be.
Bach you had said he's using all the bog stock Flerf arguments for $5 American dollars. Yeah, hardcore.
Well, that would be perpendicular to the point of gravity. Do me a favor. Tell me
And then
what level this water is finding here.
that's
level the
fake,
water's
Craig.
finding?
Yeah, that water
Shut
is
up.
just adhering to the
That's
outside
fake. Come on.
surface of that camera there. What level is that water finding? It doesn't appear to be doing anything that you've just said that water. I mean, in fact, show me the container holding that water in place.
So are you presenting evidence with this video?
Yeah, this is debunking your claim that water can't adhere to the outside of something, and that water will always find its level, even though level means perpendicular to the pull of gravity. But
Hey, Seemich Play said, I'm sending my question into this chat because I refuse to support MDD, which, by the way, thank you very much. But at the same time, there was no question in that, though. So did I miss something?
outside surface of the camera.
No,
But yes or
I
no?
didn't hear a question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so maybe he's just being smart, I guess.
Chat.
Yeah, like I think instead of adding a question, yeah, I agree. Thank you very much,
Are
Mitch.
you presenting a
See
video
Mitch
that
play.
you claim to be substantial evidence in your rebuttal to what I said?
Okay, so maybe you didn't understand the question. In this video that I am showing you, is the water adhering to the outside of that camera? Yes or no?
Let me answer your first question.
No,
Tensile
it's a yes
strength.
or no question. It's a yes or no question. Is the water adhering to the outside surface of that camera? Yes or no?
Okay, so I'm going to answer your first question, which was you asked me what level that water is in the picture. You didn't give me a
Just
chance
answer
to
the question I'm specifically answering right now, please. Is
No,
the
I'm gonna
water
I'm gonna
adhering?
answer-
No.
answer the
I
question.
am cross-examining. I am cross-examining. So you answer the questions I specifically ask you.
You're
Is the
battling
water
witness, homie.
is the water adhering to the outside of the camera? Yes or no? Then we can move on to another question.
That's an interesting point. So I'm going to go back to the first question because I don't want to be rude.
I don't want you to. I want you to answer the yes or no question.
Okay,
this
but
is
you
why I
asked
won't
the
go on
question
modern day
first,
debate.
and I'm gonna
Yeah,
answer
okay,
that.
Yeah.
we're going to ignore
Yeah,
that right
she's
now.
not-
My
not
question to
doing
you
it.
at
I'm
this
gonna go-
point in time, my
not
question to
going
you
to-
at
I'm
this
gonna go-
point in time, shut up. My question to you at this point in time is the water adhering to the outside of that camera? Yes or no? That is the only question I want answered at this time.
Okay, so your first question was you asked me what level. that was.
Then we can move on to the level. The question I am
That's
asking
awesome.
at this time is the water adhering to the outside of this camera?
Fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Says maybe his lady would move more if she was properly inflated. Bada boom. Bada doom.
You're showing me a video that did you video?
That is. Yeah, thank you very much. Fuck YouTube.
Yes or no?
Or one
is
of
the
those.
water
What are
in
you
the-
talking
Did you hear
about?
they're not doing another rewind this year because we all hated on them too much?
Good.
They're done with rewinds. I was like,
want a yes
oh,
or no,
an
but
era.
I know
don't
exactly
care
what would
about
be in it
anything
anyways,
else. The
so.
only
Well, only because they try to go woke every year lately. They made one of the best rewinds ever, and then they just went downhill, tumbling down for years.
is the water adhering to the outside surface of this camera? Yes or no?
Spent 5 minutes on one question.
I just don't. I don't understand the video you're showing me. I don't understand what it is. What's the video of?
Of course he doesn't
I
understand.
just explained to you exactly what it was. Maybe open your ears and I will explain
like
it
his
again.
eyes doesn't
I
work
am
as well
showing
as his
you.
brain.
Listen,
What is
listen,
your
listen,
source?
listen.
Craig, you're
I
repeating
am showing.
yourself.
Shut up. I am showing you a video of a camera inside a sphere of water. Now, inside the video I am showing you right now, is the water adhering to the outside surface of that camera? Yes or no?
I don't know what the water is. What water you're referring to in the video? You haven't given me any reference or any specifics of the video.
I've just explained exactly what it is. You can see the ball of water with the camera inside. I'm going to answer the question for you because you're obviously too dense to answer a yes or no question. Yes, the water is adhering to the outside surface of that camera, therefore proving that water can stick to the outside of things. Next question. Please show me how that water is finding its own level.
Will you? No. I'm gonna
Yeah,
answer
they
the
don't-
first question, which was what level is
Saeed.
the water in the video you're showing me? You video.
I am asking
What
the
is this
questions.
question
You do
he's
not get
talking
to
about?
decide what questions you ask.
I mean, he's just been asking him if
Like he's literally making up a straw man question to respond to.
No, you
Um,
answer the questions that I asked.
Saeed Ahmed said the moderating on MDD is trash. I appreciate that FTFE is pressing this dumbass Flerf,
Yeah.
but the moderators need to get
Please
the
tell
Flerf
me
to answer.
what level this water is
I agree.
finding.
They don't do anything on MDD. Isn't that the whole philosophy? They just sit back.
Yeah, that's
there's no
basically how it
moderation.
is.
Yeah, but
But that's hardly a debate then. That's just a fucking trash
In
pile.
fact, there's more
Right,
moderation
then
in
why
their
have a
chat bar
moderator?
than there is on the debate.
Oh, they're aggressive in the chat.
They hate the. I got timed out for telling a Flerf to fuck off.
yeah, why have why call it modern
I wanna
day
hear
debate
him.
if you're not going to have a moderator?
Yeah, I want to hear what's going on.
You know, you aren't qualified to say that
Yeah,
things
turn
are
it up. 1
CGI.
second.
So we're going to ignore you making stuff up like that's CGI, and we're going to look at the evidence presented as though it is a real piece of evidence. So, in this piece of evidence, where is the water finding its own level?
So I don't know if you know anything about how a courtroom works, Craig, but if this was a courtroom,
This is not a courtroom. This is not a courtroom. This is somewhere where we had a format, and the format is I am cross-examining you. Therefore,
Okay,
I
that's
ask you
fine.
questions, and you answer the questions. Now, the
You're-
question currently put to you is, what level is this water finding?
well, I told you it's finding its CGI level, and it's doing a good job.
No, I'm not taking the
Guys.
claiming it's CGI. I don't care.
I think
Yes.
we're not gonna go anywhere from that.
Oh, wow.
question. I think
Look at that, the
we
rare
got
interruption.
from both sides.
First word she
So-
said in.
So I'll
30
answer the
minutes.
bit then. There is no level that it's finding there. So water is not going to always find its own level, debunking pretty much the only point that you made. I do not care if you think this is CGI.
Wizard of Frostboss, if you took that camera into space where Earth's gravity is greatly reduced, water would adhere to the camera. Yeah, absolutely. Well, plus you have what? You have surface strength too, right? You have
Surface tension.
Surface tension. Thank you. I wanted to say tensile strength, but that's not right.
Something that water
No.
always finds its own
And
level.
I take back everything I said about this girl being a good moderator.
Some people have
When did you say that? I thought you said the opposite.
No,
Oh,
no.
Drew's asking a question. I want to hear this.
So we're going to go
Turn
to
it.
the next
Okay.
bit of evidence that you gave. I say evidence with a mocking tone. That the Polaris does not move. Wrong. It absolutely does move at 0.0004 arc seconds per year. On the website mctoon.net/Polaris, you can find documented evidence of Polaris moving throughout the years.
Nice,
As sailors
There it
had
is.
to document the moving
This is
positions of the
MC2
stars so
person.
that they
I knew
could
that your website
accurately
would show up at
navigate
some
using
point.
celestial navigation. In the 3rd century AD,
Love that
a
website, by the
very
way. I use it
famous
all the
sailor,
time.
very famous Greek sailor, looked at the point of rotation in the north when he looked at the stars and noted how the north point of rotation was a void, a black void with no stars. Because at that point, Polaris was not at the center. However, now Polaris is roughly in the center, but it moves every single year. In about 20,000 years, it will be the star Vega. Polaris 100% does move. There is documented evidence. Again, you can find that evidence on mctoon.net/Polaris. So that debunks your point of the stars and Polaris doesn't move. You didn't give any other evidence. So I don't really know what else I can ask you. What do you say about the Polaris thing?
So you just gave me some made-up number that nobody on Earth could ever prove. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's
What a
documented.
piece of garbage.
It's been proven.
Okay, sure it is.
Yeah, it's been measured. It's measured all the time.
186,000 miles per second, right? Because they're able to figure that out, right?
Say that again?
And also the speed of light's documented at 186,000 miles per second, right? Because people are able to calculate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Conclusively.
So, like, I could show you.
And if
I
it
don't know if you
wasn't
ever
that,
heard
the
of something
universe
called the
couldn't
Flat Earth
exist
app,
the
where
way
it
it is
shows
now.
the way.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I've debunked that
okay,
already. It literally cannot predict which way the sun is going to rise.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, I could show you that video
That's cool.
and ask you which
all he
direction
says.
is the sun and the moon going.
What's it
And you
with
go,
Flerfs and just saying, I can
what
show
is
you
that?
the
What kind of
video
evidence
and
you're
not
showing
giving
me?
any evidence
Well, that
themselves.
doesn't matter. I'm just going to
Because
talk
the video's
over you.
the only thing
and
they
I'm gonna
have.
Try to sound forceful and like
Filmed on
maybe
30-year-old
cameras.
intimidate you.
How
or
would my laser
discombobulate
rangefinder
you
work
so you
if
don't
we
know what
didn't
to
know the
say,
speed of
like,
light?
Yeah, okay, we're talking about Polaris. What evidence
That's
have you
fair
got
enough.
that it doesn't move?
So I'm focusing back more on your evidence, the video you showed me. You never answered my question. You just kind of
What was your question? I mean, I was cross-examining you. You're not cross-examining me. What's your question about it, though?
You can't cross-examine somebody with a video you showing them.
Oh, would you look at that? Mallory says, even as a flat earther, Flat Earth Saint is a douche, and hate to say this, this Glober will win. Press F in the chat. Even Mallory
I don't
like
care
this
what you
guy.
think
That's
about
impressive.
NASA might do. That is from NASA. That is the source.
I
It's
know
not
they do that.
CGI unless you can prove that it's
NASA's annual
CGI.
budget,
You
bro.
don't have anything to say.
I mean, every time
What do
I
you-
try to talk,
What do you
Guys,
think?
makes a
What do you
good
think
point. Why
they
is this
do?
guy
With 50,
eating
what do you think they do
unbaked
with $53 million a day?
douchebag?
Have really good parties with a bunch of hookers and blow.
no, what they do is they have really good parties with a bunch of little boys, bro.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's
Hey.
serious allegations there.
Kick him. Kick him.
NASA's
Yeah,
it,
it is what it is. It displays how much of a piece of shit you are. Yes.
That's cool. Hey,
Yeah.
if
yeah.
being
Cool
a
that
piece
you're
of
a piece
shit
of
is
shit,
not a
right?
heliocentric, then I'm a piece of shit all day, bro. You know what I mean? I'd
Well,
rather be
Yep.
a piece of shit than
You
than
demonstrate that quite clearly with your own actions. But anyway,
He said, and I
the
quote,
source
"I'm
is
a
the
piece of
videos from
shit all
NASA.
day."
I do not
The
care.
moderator
if
did
it's
fuck
fake.
all
That
about it.
does not come into my thinking. You
What
would
the
need
hell?
to have some qualifications and stuff to prove that it's CGI.
Is she
It's really
Amy Newman?
not. It's real.
Is that her? Who
So-
that is?
If you say it's CGI,
So I get-
therefore it debunks
Hey,
your
I
point.
get
Wait, is she
timed
Amy
out
Newman?
for telling someone to fuck off, and then he makes some
two bits of
BS
evidence
claim
that
like
you
that.
gave,
Not a
and
word.
It's not really evidence. It was just claims that
Amazing.
you made. You said water can't stick to the outside of something. I debunked that. You said water always finds its level. I debunked that. And then you said Polaris does not move, and I debunked that. So
correct. The video you showed me, let's just say that is real, and they were actually doing that, right?
Yes,
so
let's
there's
say that.
first of all, there's two things that you totally overlooked. The
What's that
first
then?
one is Dude, I have all day, so I'll wait till you're quiet to talk. I mean, I don't mind being interrupted, but you know,
Carry on. I'm asking you
people
to.
in the audience want to hear
Go
my
on,
voice,
come on.
Greg. I got a nice voice. I'm a soprano.
Sure they
bro.
do. Yeah, carry on.
They call me the songbird of my generation.
Carry on.
bro.
Anytime you want to carry on, that's fine.
We're
Okay,
just
so-
gonna bring you both back to the subject. Heart you both.
All right.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him
No,
to get to it.
now she.
No,
wants to moderate.
I even sent a message to her and said, "What? You don't stop your guests from making pedophile claims?"
Okay, so the first thing
Seriously,
is
all
that,
she ever does is be like, okay, we're getting a little
were
bit
talking
off
about water
track.
on
Let's
Earth,
go
right?
back. And then 30
and
minutes
so
later,
space is not
she'll
on Earth.
say
No,
something
right.
again.
Yeah,
She's-
I'm assuming they were in
Oh,
outer
for
space.
All she
fuck's
does is,
sake.
oh, we're coming up on the time
We
to
weren't talking
read the
about
super
water on Earth. That was
chats.
not specified at all. You just said water can't stick to the outside of something.
I could
Yeah, but I
moderate.
was obviously referring to water sticking to a globe. What do you think? I'm referring to water sticking to a camera on the ISS? That's not what I said. Come on. You're trying to make me look dumb, but it's not going to work, bro. You know, I was
No,
not
you
trying to
don't.
You don't have.
Fine.
Nobody has to
No,
try
no,
to make
yeah, no.
Nobody
now
has
you,
to-
now you are
Nobody has to do that
That's
for
not
us.
He's
automatic.
drinking alcohol
that's fine.
on
If
the
you want to commit
stream. I mean,
fallacies, that's
you
all
can't
up to
look
you.
dumber than that.
Well, the referees just
I mean-
measured
I mean, I was
the ball
drinking
over
booze
the
a minute
line, so
ago.
we
It
got-
happens.
We're moving the goalposts.
I got my
down.
moonshine.
See, Draco, you're the only one not drinking, apparently.
I got my
said,
nice
if you say
mature
so.
drinks here.
Well, yeah, you know.
Everybody else,
All right, let's look at
everybody else on the
claims of
sauce.
water
You
can't
got
stick to
Draco,
Earth.
innocent Draco here.
Well, the Cavendish
yeah.
debunks you there because it clearly shows that mass attracts mass. Water has mass. Earth has a much larger mass. Therefore, according to F equals G M1 M2 over R squared, the water will be more accelerated towards the Earth and stick to the outside of the globe. That is experimentally verified over and over and over and over. So there's another evidence that water
you
can in
said
fact
that
stick to the outside of
You
it.
lost them at mass.
Mass attracts mass. I'm talking about
Absolutely it
water.
does.
They've never recreated water adhering to a ball, to a spinning ball.
Mass attracts mass. Does water have mass? Yes or no?
I don't know, bro. You tell me. You're the one talking
Yes.
about it.
There's no
Water has-
water as
yes.
mass.
For $5 American, Fog Repair Ship Akashi says, if MDD was actually moderated, that would have been an instant ban hammer. This is why I wish Non Sequitur was still around. Rest in peace, the best debate show ever. Hey, One Sequitur was pretty good. I mean, it's too bad that Kyle was Kyle, but we'll just leave
I
that
don't know,
there.
Craig. You tell me.
Yes, then therefore,
never
according to
around.
the universal
I
law
wasn't
of
very active when
gravitation,
Non Sequitur was around. I wish I had been, though.
over R squared,
I mean, it was a really good debate show, but yeah, the rest is pretty much public public info.
Yeah,
I have no idea about it, but I'm sure I could find it. So
I had about 4 debates on there before the demise of that channel.
Funny. Okay, so nobody's ever recreated water adhering to a spinning ball. It's ridiculous, but they can recreate.
Yes, they have.
Well, he just
I
showed the
can see
video.
you were sticking to a spinning ball.
Rotating over a bigger disc. You can recreate that on a smaller scale, Craig. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, quantum locking requires a lot of things that do not exist on Earth naturally, and is not an explanation for how water would stick to anything.
Wait.
The fact is, you completely ignored my point that mass attracts mass according to.
requires a lot of things that they don't have on Earth. You said quantum
Naturally
Joe
do not-
Rogan's a doctor.
naturally
Come
do
on,
not
guys,
occur
in the
on Earth,
chat.
like extremely cold temperatures allowing the
He's
electric.
talking
That's
about
funny.
quantum locking as if
Yeah,
it
and I'm
is-
35.
The Joe Rogan is a doctor. The flat turners, I love it. Oh my God, that's the, or the
I
fat turners. The fat
guarantee
turners.
If I was to ask this guy, what does quantum refer to, he would have no fucking clue.
No, because for conspiracy theorists, quantum means anything they want it to.
Yeah, it's a placeholder for anything.
When quantum really just relates to how atoms are formed.
That was a double click something by accident there.
Mass attracts mass. Water has mass. Earth have more mass. Water attracts to Earth. Done. Next.
Okay, so you don't really let me address the points. You contradicted yourself.
I did
told
not.
you- Man, bro, you're just gonna keep interrupting me. I don't mind really, but you know, it's just gonna
Carry on.
It's gonna
Well,
prolong.
I'm not going to let you lie by saying I contradicted myself when I did not.
And all right,
Okay, we
guys,
did.
we're
You-
gonna just ping pong back and forth. Get some.
No, fucking
Again.
moderate.
sound out
Again.
there for the
Oh my
audience.
God.
About that.
Wait.
Saturday,
Why?
the ball is yours.
Why are we now moderating after
Let me
the?
demonstrate
it's like-
moderating. I'm gonna demonstrate some moderation here. Brainy, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Draco's trying to own this. Hey, listen, young man. I'm just kidding.
That is the number one. As soon as a Flerf finds out my age, that is the number one thing they say. Oh, you're young, you don't know anything.
I'm just teasing you. What I was gonna say though is the Bible says you're to respect your elders. Okay.
It's just so,
Good thing I'm not,
so
good thing I'm not
embarrassing.
religious.
It's so
Go ahead.
embarrassing that now she wants to moderate after this guy has been just ranting.
Because on Earth,
Hey, when Trump becomes the new president again, Draco, he'll reign in an era of Christianity.
Well, hopefully I'll be out of the country by then.
And make water adhere to the outside of it the same way that water adheres to the globe Earth. Because the Earth is doing the attracting and is much larger and has much more attraction. However, that does not change the fact that we can demonstrate absolutely that mass will attract mass and do what we say that it does. So asking for straw mans of things is not a good way to go and makes you look even dumber.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm not really concerned
How do you
how
make
either of us look.
How do you make him look?
That's
dumb?
not my thing. So my by the way, you look great tonight, Craig. You know, you always looking sharp, but tonight you look extra special sharp, you know. Got your
The
haircut.
fuck does that even mean?
He's trying to like, he's trying to like destabilize him by hitting on him halfway through. He's like throw him off his game, you know.
That's why I got my knuckles tattooed like this, just like you.
Right. So
like you. You know what I mean?
back to me cross-examining you. This is what I wrote. You know,
Did he actually? Did he actually get his knuckles tattooed? Did that say flat Earth on his knuckles? What a tool!
Yes, it did. He presented that along with his
That
for some reason at the beginning of the debate.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's girl poison. His knuckles.
Right.
Have you seen him? He's like 4'0".
Oh my God, are you
Oh my
serious?
God.
Oh
Actually,
yeah, he's
He's tiny. He's
He's
so
only 2/3 my height.
adorable. Oh, the little guy. He's so cute.
And
You think it would be wrong if? Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying he didn't even bother to compliment the moderator for looking like Marilyn Manson.
oh my god. I've only just seen it.
Oh my God, that's
You're
so
right.
funny. You're right.
Wait, I want to hear some evidence here.
You couldn't do it. You showed me a picture of space. Don't interrupt me, or we could prolong this. I have all night. I could go for like 24 hours right now. I'm just saying that.
I promise
know
it
it's
won't go
later
that
on in your
long.
Country on the other side of the globe than me. Okay,
Debate
so
ended
you
5 minutes
contradicted
after we
yourself.
started.
I asked you if you could recreate that on Earth. You couldn't, and you.
Sauron will return before Trump gets elected again. In the comments.
Earth, which we're standing right. Okay, so
Probably just died.
then when I said, well, you could recreate something that's similar to the flat Earth model with 2 quantum locking disks going over.
There is no flat
another
Earth
larger
model.
disk, right? And
Trump will be in diapers in a year. It'll never happen. That's so funny. Oh my God, you guys are ruthless.
So you were either referring to the properties that they do quantum locking with are from like outer space, or I don't understand what you're saying because
No, I'm
that's
meaning
weird.
that you
That's weird
have
'cause
to
all of their-
specifically alter the properties of certain materials to enable the quantum locking, and any kind of quantum locking does
massively
not
strong
equal a
magnetic
flat Earth model.
magnetic field.
Sorry, what was that? Say it again, Toon.
Quantum locking requires a very, very strong magnetic field. Where is
Right.
this field? We would
But-
measure it. Oh, we can't.
But the thing is, they haven't even scraped the surface of the basics, and now they're talking about quantum locking.
Yeah, but wait. So I've
This guy
lost.
doesn't-
What is
address the
quantum
This guy
locking?
doesn't even know what mass is, and he's
Okay,
trying
but-
to talk about quantum locking.
What? Okay, so fill me in because I am not apprised to quantum locking. In a nutshell.
Quantum locking is a superconducting material in a strong magnetic field. It sets up. You've maybe seen it where you put a
Oh
disc
yeah.
of superconducting stuff that's super cold, right? Above a rail maybe of strong neodymium magnets, and then they push it in there, and it sits at a certain level.
You could throw it around the table. It'll do a circle around the table.
You can make
And it won't
Yeah.
move at all.
Yeah, it stays at that, but it must continue to be superconducting. So regular materials need to be extremely cold, and the magnetic field needs to be extremely strong. Neither of those are the sun.
Yeah.
They're talking about using those to do maglevs soon and stuff. Superconducting. They're cooling the magnets down and shit, I guess.
It's tough to do.
Yeah, we're way away from that type of technology.
I mean, that
because,
said, go ahead, sir, please.
Well, just cryogenics is it takes a ton of
Yeah.
I would say, well, you can do
Energy,
it with
essentially.
with helium, like super cold helium, but we don't have that technology yet. I think MC Toon could probably talk on that.
We're getting there.
Yeah. I want to hear.
Yeah.
Ever says that.
Not
Science says that.
Yeah.
Nothing. You are strawmanning everything to do with science and what a model is. There is nothing about science that says you have to be able to recreate something on a smaller scale whilst on Earth. Our position is that that specific thing you are asking would be impossible because the Earth is already attracting both the ball and the water you are trying to pour it on. So do not strawman my position and ask for things that are strawmans of my position. It's a ridiculous way of trying to argue your point because it just shows that you're ignorant of the thing you are trying to debunk.
Okay, so if you say what I did was straw manning, then you did something called globe manning, and this is what globe manning is.
Oh my gosh!
This is what globe manning is. Anytime
manning?
you can't explain something, you go, "The Earth is too big. It's sticking to the Earth. The curve is too big. We can't see it."
That's
Even
a valid
120,000
argument.
feet in the sky, we can't see the curve. Both
So a
polar
valid
horizons, they
argument is
disappear. But we can't see the
globe
curve
manning?
because the Earth is too big. Here's an orange.
This is
Let me
just
get my
something
bucket.
called a
Let me see.
gravity well.
This is not in attack form.
Now imagine you're a little molecule on top of that orange. Everything.
Right,
looks
so what
fine,
you're
like
doing right now is called the fallacy of personal incredulity.
Bro, I was just
Indeed.
giving you, I was just globe manning you, you know?
No,
Globe
no,
manning
no.
is
You
you
are
go,
literally
"Okay,
displaying
this
that
is too small."
you are incredulous about all these things. You can't believe them, therefore they're not true. That is literally the fallacy of personal incredulity. So are you just?
I never said I was incredible. You did, but thank you.
Fine,
No,
we're
no,
good.
think you're incredible, and in fact, everyone that's ever loved you was wrong.
Credible?
Well, you know, when I was a baby, I got dropped on my head on the flat ground. You know what I mean?
I imagine
no,
that's
that
true.
makes
Yes.
a lot of
It
sense.
was level all the way.
Yep.
Oh my god, MC2, you can't do that. That's so disrespectful. Why are you
Right,
using
so,
a Rubik's Cube on the
So
screen?
I've done
I
cross-examining
can't
you
believe
because you didn't bring any evidence saying that quantum locking is a thing, does not debunk gravity or anything in any way. Flerfs does in fact move. It's documented. The scientific experiments show that mass attracts mass and water can stick to Earth because Earth's a really, really big mass. I've also shown you literal videos of water not finding its own level and sticking to the outside of things. So I've debunked everything that you brought up as evidence.
Even on the ASS, you didn't show me water adhering to a ball, though. You showed me water because
You want to see water adhering to a ball? You want to see water adhering to a ball? Here you go. There's water adhering to a ball. There's a photo of it.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw my Flatter-Day Saint hat away. You got me on that one. That's a good one. Is that the blue marble you're showing me?
No, this is pre-blue marble. This is from 1968, one of the earlier Apollo missions. This is the 1972 blue marble, which is a bit of a clearer photo.
No.
There you go. There's water sticking to the outside of a ball. And you know what? Actually, let's think about this. If you are allowed,
are all lining up perfectly with their coordinates. The stars behind
yeah,
the Earth.
so because you don't understand about exposure levels and stuff, that's again your problem, more personal incredulity. But I want to quickly go back to your point about quantum locking. So to be able to quantum lock something, you need to seriously reduce the temperature to, as close to absolute zero as possible, right? So if you're allowed to,
which takes cryogenics.
if you're allowed to reduce the temperature of things to enable a certain thing, hold on, let me make my point. If you're allowed to reduce the temperature of things so low that it changes the property of things, then I'm going to be able to do that as well. So I can absolutely take a ball and stick water to the outside of it. That water is going to be below 0 degrees centigrade, but it's absolutely going to be sticking to the outside of it, changing the properties in the same way that you are changing the properties to allow quantum locking.
Excuse me.
So this
actually,
is
I know
how
a lot about
MC
aperture
Toon
and exposure. I'm a
disrespects flat
photographer.
earthers.
No, you don't.
You're a photographer, Craig?
Yes.
He does this in debates just to show that he
That
can
one guy,
debate them while
I
doing
don't remember
it.
his name, but that one guy that Craig debated the other day was
Tony,
so mad at you.
Tony
He got
Mayune.
so mad at you for doing that. Oh, he was pissed because you're using that Rubik's Cube. I was sitting there laughing so hard because he's just like, he was using a Rubik's Cube to debate. I mean, like, how disrespectful can you get?
Saeed Ahmed, since this is an MC Tunes channel, he has to use foul language. Thanks.
I do?
$4.99 USD.
That's really poopy.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Brainy, I'll be waiting for my cut of the super chats. Thanks.
NASA pay me greatly. That's why I'm advertising right there.
I know that. It's all good.
How
Fun
stupid
times.
do you have to be to think that we actually like get paid by NASA? If NASA were in charge of this and they wanted to hide it, Latter-day Saints would not be breathing.
Right.
Well, I mean, hey, you know, a 12-pack of these just shows up in front of my dorm room every week, and I don't know where it comes from. So maybe that's my paycheck from NASA. I don't know.
Poison, straight up. That's all they're trying to get you to drink all the fluoride so that you can.
Don't really low to see Earth, right? Because it's too bright. Okay, so
Yeah.
how come they've never? Hey, no, I have two questions now. The first one is, why haven't they just taken a picture without the exposure levels with the stars in the background, just so us Earthlings can see what it looked like through the camera? That's the first question.
Wow.
Because
Why
we
they
don't
always turn
care
exposure
what
levels
flat
down to get rid
earthers
of the stars,
think.
because you can map, you can tell by the coordinates of the stars exactly where the Earth is and debunk them. That's why they never show the stars. They can't.
No, there's plenty of times
That's
you can
wrong.
see stars in pictures. There's plenty of
That's
times.
the glove that
can
didn't
and
fit,
do.
bro. You know what I mean?
And on
So-
that
so
note, guys,
Literally making stuff up.
Yeah, Garrus asked
we
asked
are
me to
going
do something.
actually
Okay.
move on to fight
So,
the first 10
my
minutes
friends
of
for
Yeah.
data.
for my other
So I am
friend's
handing the
wedding
ball right back
gave
to you.
got a
Thank you. Right.
2 foot
so,
tall
all I've got here
concrete
is we
chicken, so it's a
demonstrate the Earth
concrete
rotates
cock.
in 3 axes. That
Nice.
demonstrates that both the Earth
Nice.
is a globe
There you go.
and it rotates.
You're welcome,
Beautiful
Garrus.
What do
cock
we do?
to
Well,
top that cake.
let's make some predictions, shall we?
I
Shall we? If the Earth
just
is
want to
rotating
say
at
that this is
15.0
the
degrees per hour, as we
fourth
state,
time
is
that the
actual
moderator
size
has
that we say it
moderated
is.
in this
In
entire debate.
53 minutes.
For the record, I keep telling my wife that I have a concrete cock, but it's usually referencing for a different
One
reason.
of those physical effects in a rotating body.
Somehow,
MC
Brainy,
I can see MC
would be
blush.
surprised if you ever didn't have a
I
cock.
can see MC blush. You know, my dad said to me when I was younger, he's like, you know what your problem is? He's like, your problem is your penis is basically dragging along the ground whenever you're talking to women. That's what he fucking.
Feels
He
like it's
wasn't.
going the wrong direction.
He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. Well, yeah, but that's more of a metaphor. You know, you're dragging your cock around. You know, like it's like they can see you coming.
Did that guy get
That
words
pendulum is not
flat
going
earth
to drift.
seared into his knuckles?
Hey,
Yeah, he's got a tattoo. He said
Like
that.
that, no, that,
Popsicle stick
it doesn't
and
look like a
Scotch tape is
tattoo. It
not
looks like he actually
concrete.
took like a branding
Popsicle
iron
stick and
and like
Scotch tape.
seared it into his skin.
in 24 hours.
Hey, all the cool kids. Hey, look at free. He's got a sign that says free COVID vaccine behind him. Here, look at.
He's an
Steelers?
anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, but why
Of
is he
course
stealing
he
a
is.
steal the sign so
Of
that nobody else can get a
course he is.
vaccine?
Because
He's
yeah,
everything.
Probably.
He's everything.
He's got crayons.
Are you gonna have a snack?
Oh my god!
X amount in a clockwise direction.
This is his art supplies, right?
You know what we do? We build a
If
big
you're a
ass
flat
pendulum,
earther, you
which,
have to be an everything.
gentleman known as the-
Yes. It's
if you're a flat-
the end of the road conspiracy theory.
There,
All the
Garrus-
other things are automatic.
It is.
Garrus had it
You're a
right.
flat. Hold on. If you're a flat earther and you're not also everything else, then you're basically just a hypocrite.
3 inches and rock hard. Exactly. That's exactly. 3 whole inches of rock hard concrete, baby.
As they let it go, under its own weight, under its own inertia, backwards and
Oh,
forwards
wait.
it goes.
Yeah,
Brush on
there.
the bottom, going through this little ink pad, leaving a trail as it goes. Now,
Oh, he's
remember what we
actually
said,
got
okay? We
crayons.
said that
Can't wait to see
if you're in
him
the
take a
northern
bite.
hemisphere, then it's going to rotate clockwise.
He's probably coloring ponies. I imagine it soothes them.
A angle induced in a clockwise direction. And we also said that based on the latitude, it would drift a certain amount. So what do? Well, we let the pendulum swing for as long as
He kind of looks like a pug dog, eh? Like, look at him. Look at the way he looks down. Look at him. Woof.
Yeah, but pugs
Woof.
are taller.
that
Sorry, that's fucking. Like, if we got two of them fighting together, would we be accused of having midget fights?
Yeah, and pugs are significantly more attractive to women than he is.
Pugs are less objectionable.
He does look like a pug, though. Look at him.
And they're smarter.
We should make a
And
stuffed
as I
animal
said,
with
they are more
his face on a
attractive to
pug
women.
body. Take a little pug body and we'll put that guy's face on it. Make sure he has that nice shadow around his face like Homer Simpson.
41 minutes pass, all right? He lets it swing for 41 minutes because that's pretty much
I usually let it swing for at least 41 minutes ahead of time. Sorry, what are we talking about?
He's not listening to anything Craig is saying.
I guarantee you what he's doing right now is ignoring what Craig is talking about and writing or drawing some photo that he's going to use as evidence.
We were having a debate. I thought we were talking about penis size. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. We moved past.
Brainy, keep that up. I'm going to mute you.
You can mute me. What? Yeah, I'll kick you, sir. This is meat, so you can't do that on here. Tough luck.
Actually, I can actually mute you.
Well, but I actually have the control of the kickings, though, so don't worry about that.
But I can still mute you.
I wonder that. Oh, you can mute me to you, not to me, though.
No,
Or
I
not to
can mute it. No, I
That's
can
interesting.
actually mute you for
Oh yeah, they did that. I asked why they have that feature. They have that feature because in case somebody's mic gets off, I guess that way people can fuck off. Hey, I will literally kick your ass out of here. Oh wait, we gotta turn this up.
If the pendulum was able to keep swinging, but unfortunately, gravity and friction, they stopped the swinging backward and forward. So we get the 0.688 hours. Now, using the first formula for the latitude equals the arc sine of the 24 hours over 31.4 hours. And we
Team
can calculate
Pugfish.
the latitude that we're at. So
Ute
based
is
on the
always
data
going on
we get
about
from this experiment,
magnetism
the latitude that
causing
we
this to
expect
happen.
is about
FDS and Rad Vlad, Team Pugfish.
Yes, because magnetism affects a concrete block.
If it was magnetism, then the water would be floating above the earth.
Latitude of the gentleman physicist is 48.4, an error of 1.4 degrees, which I think is pretty damn good for the very, very low-tech experiment that he's got going there. But why is this important? Because this can be repeated anywhere on the globe, at any latitude in the northern or southern hemisphere. And you can do that maths and make the prediction. And if it matches the prediction according to science, then that would verify the hypothesis. So if you want to do the flat earth route of talking about, high school level scientific method, what's my observation? Well, my observation is that the stars are rotating in the way that suggests to me that the earth is rotating. So my hypothesis would be that we're on a rotating earth. Make a prediction. I did that with the northern, the clockwise rotation and the being able to predict the latitude. Do the experiment. That's what's happened here. And then you analyze the data. And when you analyze the data following the scientific method, you find out that it verifies the hypothesis of a rotating globe at 15.04 degrees per hour at the size that we say it is. This is 100% evidence that we are on a rotating globe with 3 axes and that the earth is not flat.
Just a reminder to anybody that doesn't want to have the commentary, you just go off to.
Fight the flat earth.
You just got to go off to MDD's channel. It's really not a big deal. People actually can put the link in the chat if you want.
Flatter Day Saint for his 30 minutes of cross-examination.
30
so-
minutes?
I just wanted to point out that you said level 4 times during your thing. You said he was testing in the flats that he lives in that are level. So
Wow.
pendulums, right?
Okay.
So strong
pendulums,
emphasis there.
We're talking about
Amazing
pendulums
evidence
here, right?
right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I love pendulums. I love them. You love
Agreed.
them. We got to have them. You know what I mean? I got one in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So when I'm sitting down, taking care of business, I got a pendulum right there. Hey, anyway, so the thing with the pendulum is I don't know a lot
Oh,
about
he's gonna get
pendulums,
pissed.
but what you said, you contradicted yourself a couple times. You said a lot of globe earth buzzwords and acted like you were hilarious. You're not hilarious, but you think you're hilarious. So first of all, you said the gentleman measured the pendulum in the northern hemisphere. It rotates clockwise. These were your words, right? You said at the equator, it's never going to happen that way. Then you went on further to say it can be repeated anywhere on Earth.
Uh-huh.
So you can do that experiment that you were showing anywhere on Earth, the northern hemisphere, or not at the equator. I don't understand. You said 3 different things.
If you do it at the equator and you do the maths, you will find out that it shouldn't rotate. That's the point. When you do the maths to make the prediction, you will be able to predict that at the equator the pendulum shouldn't drift, and then you would do the experiment and find out that your prediction matches what happened.
So when you said
You'll
anywhere
get
on
0
Earth,
degrees.
with an asterisk silently in a little bubble over your head, you thought anywhere on Earth but the equator, right?
No, I just told you you can do the experiment at the equator, and when you make the prediction based on the maths, you will find that the prediction is that the pendulum should not drift. So you can absolutely do the experiment at the equator with an expected outcome of 0 drift.
Okay, so here's another thing about your little experiment, Craig. That's
So you're just going to
Huh?
You're just going to ignore what I've said then. You're just moving on from that.
No,
He doesn't
we'll go back to that
understand.
then. Okay, so
He was
He's got
just
no idea.
sorry. I was reading the chat there. He was just munching on banana skins, so he wouldn't surprise me if he moved on to a grape-colored crayon.
Many times all over the world.
There's a rather easy way of measuring intelligence. If he can't multitask by doing something else and listening to the debate, he's automatically not qualified to talk in the debate. Because if you can't listen, even just listen, then you shouldn't be debating anyone on anything.
And he's not interested in listening. He's just waiting for his turn.
Yeah.
And if you doubt me, instead of just going, I don't believe you, the appropriate thing would be to go and do the test yourself instead of just going, I don't believe it's been done. That's just denialism and makes you look dumb.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I could also go to a museum and see like a dinosaur skeleton or anything. That doesn't mean it's real, bro. That's just made out of resin.
Dinosaurs were definitely real.
Oh, so dinosaurs are real
it's
now.
Modern day debates. Somebody drop a link in the chat there for modern day debates for anybody who wants to see it without the commentary. We're just doing what we typically have done. FTFE reached out and asked us if we could live review them. So, babysit his channel, if you will.
No, I didn't, you dipshit. Please carry on.
Craig.
And,
Craig,
just
I'm going to
a
put a
reminder
nickel
to
in the
everyone.
nickel
I know
jar
Brainy
every
already
time you
said this,
cuss. I'm going to be a
but we
rich
are
man.
here to give live commentary, and that does involve talking over the debate.
Yeah.
So, like you said, if you don't want that, just go watch the modern day debate stream. Because
And I'm sure a moderator can put the
even
link
if you
in the
don't
chat.
like them, even if you don't like them and you don't want to support them, by watching us reviewing it, you're still supporting them. So if you don't want our commentary, you might as well just go watch it on their channel anyways.
I don't think there's anything wrong with supporting it. I don't think MDD is a bad enough channel. You don't have to. You need to be worried about supporting it view-wise, but
Well, I've just heard some people say that they.
that's fair.
don't
That's
wanna
fair.
be-
It's a personal
Let's
choice,
debate
right?
this. Let's debate this
carry on,
sometime
cross
else
examine
and listen to
my
them
evidence.
instead.
All right, I'm gonna,
You're as bad as the people in the chats now, MC.
the camera's on. I'm gonna act like we don't talk. Okay, so the experiment after 41 minutes ran out of inertia, Craig.
Uh-huh.
That would mean from the time he did the first pull on that thing until the time it stopped, whatever he did, bro. That's like a retarded experiment, anyways. That doesn't prove a globe or flat, but every swing of that thing
If the mods could just spread the
is a
link.
little bit different. Each one is a little bit different because eventually it slowed down. None of them were ever the same. Equal
Of
time of
course
swing.
they weren't.
Each one was off
That's
by
the
a fraction
point.
of a second. Do you see what I'm saying, though?
Yes, that's the
None of them-
point.
Wow.
Incorrect. The
amazing.
time of each swing will remain the same.
No, that's not true because you said after 41 minutes the inertia slowed it down.
Yeah, the time of each swing will
Oh,
remain the same.
dear.
The distance that the swing carries on will not be the same.
Okay, then that means the time of the swing is not the same if the distance is not the same.
No, the time is the same, but the distance isn't the same. So it takes the same amount of time to do a shorter distance. The Coriolis force will be applied
Conversation of energy.
perpendicularly along the swing all the way in equal force.
I want to say that you're not understanding what I'm saying, but you understand exactly what I'm saying. You're just good at thwarting me, right? And so I'm going to stick to the point.
Yourself.
Okay, yeah, that's what my mom says all the time. I mean, that I'm my worst enemy. Each swing is going to be
while
different,
she's making
just
your
by a fraction of a
breakfast.
second. You contradicted yourself for like the 911th million time,
I think she's
Craig,
been pouring
by saying it
cake
didn't.
into his
Each
morning
swing is
tea.
different. Each swing is different, Craig. Each swing is different until it slows down. See what I'm
Yeah, and the
saying?
Coriolis force will be applied exactly the same along the entire length of however long each swing is.
Okay.
When you do the maths of the experiment, the distance of each swing doesn't matter. The Coriolis force will still be applied in the same manner, however long the swing is, meaning that the same drift will be applied whether it's swinging this far or this far. You do the maths yourself,
degrees.
which a lot of it was explained there. I can take you a bit deeper into it. I can take you a bit deeper into the maths if you like. Shut up. I can take you a bit deeper into the maths if you like, but that's probably as pointless as doing it to my cat. But when you do the maths, you can see that the distance of each swing being shorter does not change the amount of Coriolis force that's being applied to induce the drift on the pendulum.
Craig, nobody in the audience wants you doing it to your cat, bro. I think that's against the law. So your experiment about Coriolis, so the whole point of what you were basically what you're saying is the whole point of that experiment was to prove Coriolis. Am I correct? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because if the Coriolis force is applied as we think, then the Earth can only be a rotating globe because it demonstrates the curve and rotation in 3 axes. That's the only way that the maths works. The only way that the maths works is that the Earth is rotating in 3 axes at 15.04 degrees per hour, and it is the size that we say is that is the only way that the maths works to be able to make those accurate predictions, which always turn out right.
Okay, so you're saying the whole point of that was to measure Coriolis. So what? How come Coriolis doesn't affect anything else?
It does.
You know what? And you don't. That doesn't prove Coriolis.
I'm going to make a prediction here. You're about to straw man Coriolis. Please carry on.
Okay. So
he's going to say helicopters.
That's what you showed.
Isn't he a Nathan Thompson follower? So he's going to say smoke, airplanes.
It demonstrated exactly that the Earth is a rotating globe,
and whatever the other 2 things.
So just like Sniper,
just saying it didn't. Wait. Let me be clear here. Your debunk is nuh-uh.
So, a jet that's breaking the sound barrier, flying at like 820 miles per hour or whatever, breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to take Coriolis into effect, but that little thing that's going that slow is affected by Coriolis.
Which one of the 2 things I'm about to mention has a jet engine attached to it? A jet or a pendulum?
Okay, so something that's going faster would be affected way more than something that's going slower.
No. Listen. Whoa. What does an engine do?
I missed the part.
It means it's not ballistic. It's powered, right? Which part of the pendulum?
Yeah, I missed that too. I guess other than what he said something about cat at one point, but.
Could you please describe to me which part of the pendulum that is?
He implied that Craig is doing his cat.
It wouldn't matter if it had an engine or not, Craig.
Yes, it does, because the engine provides a force which is much greater than any Coriolis force. Meaning that for a jet traveling at several hundred miles per hour with a jet engine creating incredible amounts of thrust, the Coriolis force is practically negligible.
So the Earth, according to you guys, spins roughly around 1,000 miles per hour?
No.
Okay. Am I close?
You cannot. No, you're not. You cannot.
Bog Repair Ship at Kashi, thank you for the $2 there. And Neon Soul says, did you know that you can pull up your balls by tensing up and retracting your abdominal muscles and diaphragm? He said, I mean, that's more useful knowledge than flat Earth, right?
I did.
I did know that because it's one of the parlor tricks I like to do to make, just because girls can't do that. So like to make my wife laugh. I mean, shut up.
RPM. That means that at the equator, only there is a linear velocity of.
I can make that baby pump. Okay, I can lift a towel.
Now, quick question. At the poles, what would the linear velocity of Earth be? If the Earth is a rotating globe.
I don't know. Why don't you just tell me? I don't know.
Think about it. At the equator, the largest part of the circumference. Right, the largest.
Think about the fact that FTFE's kids grow up listening to their dad yell at flat earthers all night long.
I've always wondered that. I'm like, how are the kids not woken up by this?
They wake up. I don't know the layout of his house, but I'm just joking when I say this. They wake up to go get a drink, and there's dad yelling profanities at flat earthers. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's more segregation than that.
Just imagine his son wakes up. He's like, I'm thirsty. He walks downstairs. He goes into the kitchen to get a drink, and just from the other room he hears, "You fucking retard!"
Exactly. That's exactly. You heard. Hey, listen. You're hurting poor MC Tune's ears. Okay, Draco.
In rotation and traveling.
The answer is 0. The answer is 0 miles per hour. The Earth at the poles is traveling 0 miles per hour. The Earth at the equator has a linear velocity of approximately 1,040 miles per hour. No, the Earth is not spinning in miles per hour because that's not possible.
Yeah, I know it's not possible, Craig. I mean,
yeah, because you literally can't spin in miles per hour. Physics says no.
Over at 1. You just said it wasn't possible. I rest my case.
Well, you lose then because your
He's
case
so dumb.
maybe some content in the bag of meth.
You just said that it's not real, though. You just said it's impossible.
Because you cannot spin in miles per hour. That is an impossibility. Those things do not correlate. One does not describe the other.
So you rotate in miles per hour, not spin? Is that what you're saying?
No, you do.
I had an apprentice one time. I spent 20 minutes arguing with him, trying to explain to him that he has to have a union in a pipe to be able to take a. You have to cut the pipe to get it out, and then you have to put a union back. And he didn't understand why he couldn't just unspin the one pipe. I'm like, dude, it's connected on both sides. If you loosening on one side is tightening on the other, you can't do that. It was the worst fucking conversation I've ever had in my life. I was ready to kill him.
I'll prepare ship a Kashi for $5 American. FDS said, "Don't do that to your cat. That's illegal. That is him implying FTFE is committing animal abuse." Not repeating the word moderation needed.
I see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. He's talked about. Yeah, you're right. Now I remember. Hi, Mr. Beaver from Skits Crasher. $2. $5 from the Fog repair ship Akashi.
And it goes in all directions. We wouldn't have the stars making a perfect circle in time-lapse photography every night over players.
I'm going to remind everyone that's
yes,
been 20 full minutes since the
100%
moderator has said a single word.
Okay,
Oh, by the way, Schrodinger, I also want to remind you tell you that person ended up not understanding at all, and he needed to go up a ladder with a pipe wrench to try it himself and see what I meant. I'm like, how the fuck can you not understand what I'm saying to you? Like, it's one piece of pipe. It's right in one direction, but you're doing left in the other. Like,
So I didn't bring up any of that.
All right, go ahead.
I tried to explain to a person one time why tried to explain the speed of light, because she said she went over and flipped on the light switch and said, "Look, it's light." She thought the speed of light was infinite,
no matter where the Earth is
and
spinning from, Polaris will
because
still be
when she turned on the light,
but
it was
it's not
light.
moving. And if you're at the poles,
Oh
it will
my
be
God.
directly in the middle with everything rotating around exactly like that.
I don't even know what to say.
Polaris is
Bushwhacking history in Buffalo got timed out there, but
axis of rotation of Earth.
intimidate like a
And the thing about
coward.
the stars at night is all the stars in the sky that you
Interesting.
can see with your naked eye, and even with a camera, really, are
Here, this
pretty
is
damn
true.
close to us. In a
Those are fun comments, actually.
They are in our section of the
Sorry,
galaxy.
I was reading them.
Rotating around the center of the galaxy with us. So the relative position of the stars to us will change very, very little over time, unless you are looking far enough with decent equipment to look at different galaxies and stuff that are a lot further away. But most of the stars that we see in the night sky are damn close to us in the galactic sense and rotating around the center of the galaxy with us. Polaris in particular.
James has
is in
trained his
alignment with
moderator
our
well.
rotation. What we see is exactly what we expect to see. You not understanding that is
That is absolutely true.
Oh, James is a good guy. Sorry, James, but at the same time, I have to agree.
Does this guy really believe what he says? Or is he
I don't
just
need to believe facts are facts.
like I don't know, it's a toss up. Sometimes I feel like you know what you're saying is not true, but you're getting the check, but then other times I'm like,
Cool. Yeah. Whatever you say, dude.
Where's my check?
Yeah, I'm just going to collect that lovely NASA
I'm
shill
still
money.
waiting. I could use that check.
Pays
I'm
me
a
to
poor
talk to
college
idiots like
student.
you.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
If they're supposed to be paying me, where's my money?
I don't
Hello?
think you ever went to elementary school.
I got a letter from the
The
IRS
problem-
the other day, but that's because I make money from YouTube and American corporations, so I had to do that bullshit. I could pretend it's something important.
You were homeschooled by a particularly retarded.
Go
The
ahead,
problem
Schrodinger.
is here that we have to explain like high school science to
It's pre-high school. It's not. It's
adults.
before high school.
Well,
I learned this kind of stuff
even-
in like 7th grade.
Yeah, like middle school science to
Craig is the
adults.
man, dude. I love Craig. Craig almost
Full
makes me wanna be a
grown
Glober. Like,
adults.
I'm this close to being a Glober,
I mean, you
Craig.
are a globe earther. Everybody.
And well, that's just really quick. Robert had said, yeah, some people do have. I mean, that's flat earthers. Some people have problems thinking geometrically. It's true.
That's another F word, buddy, and I'm putting.
I just had to sit there. I had to hand him the wrench and
It's
stand
not
back
just-
and watch him climb the
not
ladder,
just-
shaking my head though the whole time, thinking, "Ooh, this is such a waste of fucking time." Like,
It's not just flat earthers that have issues thinking geometrically, but the problem is when someone who can't think geometrically thinks that they know everything,
Back to flat Earth.
and that
then.
the way
and-
they see things is
and-
correct, that's how you get a flat earther.
sorry, I
And
didn't mean
that's
to
the
pump
thing,
it up on you there.
because, like in my younger days, in my 20s, like I dated some girls that weren't very smart, but they knew they weren't smart, and that's fine.
I mean, his coach is about.
But the problem is when you you interact with a stupid person who thinks that he or she is smart. That's the problem.
You told me a really good story about
Self-awareness is a virtue that flat earthers do not have.
Human being that's not a 33rd degree Freemason who's been
Um,
into the high level of
Oh,
is it-
Freemason.
Hey, Dave Fear. I actually will send that to him, but he's over on Modern Day Debate. But I sent him that super chat, so if he gets to
I'll
that,
send it
he'll
to
get
him
to
as
that.
well.
Was specifically about the pendulum and how the drift
Volume.
demonstrates
There
that
it
there's
is.
a back to rotating globe. Could you
But the
please
problem
stick
is,
to that?
Brainy, every
Is
time that
possible?
you
I
make
know
any noise at
one
all, the volume
topic
just
is probably
plummets
hard for your ADHD
because it's
riddled
trying
brain
to
deal with,
prioritize your
but
voice
please
over the stream audio.
Well, the thing is, you said if I could
Really?
speak to that, and my body's almost.
Well, no, I'm plumbing it because you guys start talking. So I do that because I'm
you're the
trying to
one
make
doing
it.
that.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just a whole bunch of fucking voices just yelling at each other. You got these two fucking assholes and then you assholes. I mean, Jesus, we got to make this livable. No, I'm the one controlling that. It's all me.
Galaxies and
No. You brought that up, and I responded to you. Remember my evidence? The 10 minutes where I presented evidence, I talked specifically about the pendulum. This is your. I know trying to pay attention to rules is difficult for you, but this is your time to respond to the evidence I specifically brought up in my 10-minute presentation, where I only talked about the pendulum.
so, but that wasn't evidence of anything. I don't know if I
There's
don't
evidence
know.
that the Earth is in fact a rotating globe.
Hey, so Craig,
Just
tell me
saying
this,
it's
tell me
not
this.
does not change the fact that it was.
Okay, well, answer me this: if the room that guy was in, let's say, was like one of those rooms in a really nice hotel that spins around in 1 hour while they're eating, let's say it was a room like that, right? So if that room was spinning the opposite direction of Earth's rotation, would that pendulum be affected by that, or would you've still gotten the same results?
The counter rotation would induce a different force into it.
Okay, and would
You'd have to
wind
take that, you'd have to take that into account when you're doing your maths.
Okay, so would wind take into account to maybe altering the way that thing moved too, possibly?
Yeah, but there's not usually much wind in a high-rise building. To be fair, there's usually doors and windows and walls and stuff. I know you might live in a dumpster or something. I'm not sure, so maybe you're not accustomed with like a ceiling and stuff to keep the wind out. But
yeah, living in
a fifth floor of a college dorm, I can confirm there's not a whole lot of wind
flat
standing up here,
foundation. I don't
with
even
the
have a
windows
roof over
open.
my head, really. Okay, so would possibly a train going by or heavy
right back,
stomping
guys.
on the floor or anything like that affect the pendulum too?
no,
Really? So if you started stomping on the floor during that experiment, it wouldn't affect the pendulum at all.
yeah, that pendulum's attached to the ceiling a long way above them at the top of the stairwell. So stamping their feet at the bottom is not going to affect that.
Would an earthquake affect it?
An earthquake could probably knock the building down. Buildings designed in America weren't at that age weren't particularly well designed to counter earthquakes. But there was no earthquake during the experiment.
No, I know. I've seen buildings fall from just planes hitting them. I mean, it's a bad thing. Buildings.
Do not go there. I am telling you right now. Keep your fucking mouth shut about that. All right.
Do not go where to ground zero.
Why
not-
do they always
do
want
not-
yeah.
Please, one subject at a time. Always
That's not a subject to hit.
for debates, but sending hearts out there.
terrible
Did you
moderation.
have, Fire Day Saint,
She's
did you
horrid.
have a specific question that you thought about his data?
Hey,
Yeah. So
Guys, don't be too hardcore with the timeouts. Like even the John Eagle thing, so mostly word salad. I don't know if John was being rude or if he was just being. Sometimes it's hard in chats. It's like when you text your girlfriend and all of a sudden next thing you know you're in a fight, right? You thought you were getting laid and it ends the night with you like sleeping on the couch because text.
Do the experiment yourself, right? Do it yourself. Don't just ask dumb questions. Do it yourself. Do the maths or find an adult that can do the maths for you.
Yeah. Flatter-Day Saints is just
based
more
on where you
gross,
are.
Nathan.
Do the experiment yourself.
I'm not that smart, right? I didn't go to school.
Regardless of which
That's me. So
Nathan
look,
you're
I'm
talking
totally
about.
agreeing with my crayons right now. I'm not that smart. So I'm
Totally
coming
agree with
from the Flerfs perspective
Truest
of a
thing he
little
said
kid,
all
right?
night.
So
Sunflower for
imagine if
$5
I was a
American
little kid
dollars.
and I'm
Flatter-Day
asking logical
15
questions,
miles per
'cause
hour
they're
is
logical
relatively slow,
questions,
right?
and
If you're just spinning 50 miles per hour,
they
you
have
get scared, you
merit,
might
Greg.
die.
Just 'cause you say
RPM is
they're
what matters
linear-
for spinning
Yeah,
objects.
they are.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
opinion,
absolutely
but I'm still asking you.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting you. But you're
Yeah,
making me
so
rich
as
and
I've told you,
But that's why they calculate them in radians usually, radians per hour and stuff.
With the flight of stairs, they're at the bottom. Stamping their feet isn't going to affect that at all. And neither is stuff going past outside. There was not an earthquake during the experiment. And if you are unsure, the best way to do that would be to do the experiment multiple times and get an average of your data.
Yeah. So you didn't show where that thing was hooked up. You're just all I'm going off of is your words.
The video I can provide you shows the video I can provide you the video that will show where it is hooked up.
So if that were the case, that it would affect something like that, the rotation of the earth, as you supposed, then if I would just spin a nickel, a quarter from the cuss jaw,
A quarter.
the rotation of the earth would affect the
Voice
spin of that
suddenly
quarter. Would
talking
you
in a
not
British
agree with me, Craig?
accent.
No, it would not affect the spin of that quarter.
But it affected the pendulum, right?
Yeah, but the quarter is not attached to a pivot point swinging backwards and forwards in a straight line path. Is it?
It would affect anything, Craig.
You are. No, it would not affect anything. The Coriolis effect affects things that are traveling in a straight line path on a rotating body, inducing a drift into that straight line based on the difference in rotational velocity of where it is, in linear velocity of where it is on Earth. It's conservation of momentum. It's as simple as that.
Imagine being so dumb that you think that not understanding things is a debunk.
You said it would affect anything traveling on a straight line.
Yes, as in anything on Earth traveling in a straight line. Not the Earth is traveling in a straight line.
Every time I try, I just circle back to reality.
Fashion.
Okay, so if you said it would affect anything traveling in a straight line, what if it wasn't traveling in a straight line? What if it was doing giant donuts around, I don't know, the state of Utah? Then what would it affect it then?
The Coriolis force will apply depending. Well, it would always, if the northern hemisphere, it will always apply a clockwise rotation depending on which way it's going. So straight flying north and south, it will always give it directly to going from the equator north. It would always induce a right, make it go ahead of the Earth's rotation. But say you're traveling from the west to the east, what the Coriolis force is going to try and do there is actually because you're traveling against the rotation, it's going to try and force whatever's traveling upwards or downwards, depending on which way it's going, east to west or west to east. But because you can't go down because the ground's there and you can't go up because of gravity, it pushes the rotation round to a clockwise direction. So whichever direction that you are going in the northern hemisphere, you're always going to have a clockwise direction induced on you.
So that, let's just say for argument's sake that you're right about the experiment, which is it's just laughable. Okay.
You say it's laughable. That's because you don't understand it. That's fine.
No, I know. I mean, I pretty much I come here just to get schooled by you and get educated by you,
Fine.
And sometimes I'm hard-headed and I need you to cuss at me for me to really learn. It helps me to understand, It helps break through that blood-brain barrier.
I strongly doubt that.
Okay, so
I don't think he's understood anything
in the northern
in his
hemisphere,
life.
the equator, and the southern hemisphere. Has he done the experiments going east to west, as you said? They would be different than going from west.
Irrelevant. He doesn't have to do the experiment all over the place. The experiment has been done all over the place. And again, if you doubt it, you can do the experiment yourself wherever you choose to do it. So instead of asking stupid questions like, well, has it been done here? Hasn't been done here? Hasn't been done here? Do it your fucking self.
Why would I do a globe ball experiment? I'm not trying to prove anything about the globe.
Because this will demonstrate if the Earth is flat or if it is a globe. It will
If
tell
he
you
wants
one
to know
way
the
or
It's
truth.
that
other.
simple.
He clearly doesn't want the
If
truth.
it's flat or a ball, it would still probably do the same thing, bro. That doesn't prove anything.
No, there's absolutely no reason on a flat, non-rotating Earth that you would be able to calculate the drift of a pendulum based on the latitude. There is zero reason that would happen on the flat Earth. So no, this would not happen on a flat Earth. This can only happen on a rotating globe. So
Exactly.
that is the two choices you have: flat, non-rotating, or rotating globe. Which does the experiment lean towards? Rotating globe.
That's okay. So you could say whatever you want, but I mean, you could say the experiment leads towards a pyramid-shaped Earth, you know?
But it doesn't. It leads towards
No,
rotating
you
globe.
can't.
Oh,
Why are
you
you
can't
saying
just
nonsense
say
stuff?
that.
Okay, so
If the Earth is flat, this experiment would give nothing. If the Earth is flat and non-rotating, wherever you did this experiment on Earth, you would not get a drift induced.
okay, so your experiment is just inertia, something going back and forth, and it eventually stops after 41 minutes. So just
Inertia.
Oh, he's so dumb.
He's just an idiot.
every single time until it
Why
stops.
is it that every
And as
time I
explained,
come on the
that makes no
panel,
difference to
the
Coriolis
the
force of light.
guest is like one of the worst ones ever? Every time I'm here, it's one of the stupidest guests
No,
we've
because the math
or
says it doesn't.
Well,
flatties.
I think it's
guess, that
because
we've
they're
ever
always
seen.
debating flat earthers, probably now.
Yeah, but it's, like
always the case.
worst one. I came on, back when Ranty was still flat earther. I came on, debated him. He said that the shape under the water affects the surface of the water. That's dumb. I came on. Mallory was there. We all know how that went. I come on now, and here we go with this clown that probably doesn't even understand what his own name is.
I can explain it. I can explain it. They the more prominent ones have gone to ground. They won't debate anymore.
Yeah.
So you're just getting the dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber ones that are left.
Yeah, because Globebusters and all those boys, Jaronism, none of them will debate anymore because they know that they
They've
just
been
get made to
exposed.
they just get made to look like idiots. That's why D Marble's now doing fucking investment pyramid schemes.
I haven't heard from him in like.
Go watch my stream. Hey, go watch about 2 hours into my last night's stream, and you see he's doing like pyramid fucking investment shit now.
You know what I mean, Craig?
Oh, he's an MLM marketer now.
You're just
Whatever.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna wait until you've got a
Wow.
question about my evidence.
No, but seriously, like
let's say at the end
even
of
some
this
of the
debate,
random
God
people
forbid
that
you had a
Craig
heart attack.
gets on his channel aren't as bad, and then I come on the panel and suddenly we get this.
D
I
Marble
swear
quit
to
his job the other day. He had a government contractor job. He quit his job because he doesn't want to get vaccinated. And then
Good thing he doesn't
now
work
he's-
for the government anymore.
now he's doing Freedom 500 or Freedom 20, like financial advising or something like that.
To the debate to go outside and stand
mean
for like
Fortune
an hour
500?
or two.
Whatever the fuck. No, Freedom. The one that's a Freedom something. The idea is it's like financial freedom. Fortune
Oh,
500's like a group
that's
of companies.
That's the group of the top 500 companies.
Top 500 companies. No, but it's like Freedom 500, Freedom 20, or it's like being free, or Freedom 50, or being like retired by 50, or like with like money in the bank and bitches and ducats kind of thing. Anyways, look it up.
Fog Repair Ship and Cash for $2 says you forgot Landry, Draco Fire, you saw Krakatoni. That's right. The debate against Landry where he tried to use someone's death to promote anti-vaccine propaganda.
I'm not sure I'd have to do the math.
That's not
That
good.
was probably the most angry
you'd be
that
able
I've
to do the
ever
math
seen
on that one,
Tony.
right?
I actually had a heated debate
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I know,
the
and
community
I know the
tab
speed and
on
stuff of the
Twitch channel,
International Space Station.
just a
So
few days ago. Someone claiming to be Landry's girlfriend on that topic. And that got pretty crazy. But yes, you're absolutely right. Landry is a psycho.
CC is just still doing CC. Is he just still posting his videos from the beach whenever his wife lets him get out of the house?
CC, Chris, from New York,
New York.
Westchester County.
Exactly.
Cool. Again, I didn't bring up the ISS once, so just
Thank you very much, Fog Ship Repair
Not
Ship
in my
Akashi for the
presentation, I
$2.
didn't.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but did you have an injury as a child that
was directed
prevented
at
you
me,
from
so obviously
converting
I get the
short-term to
money.
long-term memory?
We just missed a moderating on MDD, I've been told.
And actually, on that note, we're just going to keep the love right on the debate topic, and we're going to go into 30 minutes of open dialogue before we move
They should just
into
rename
the
her from
Q&A.
moderator to timekeeper. That's all
ball
she
is
does.
now both of you.
Right. And again, I
Right.
apologize.
You can now move on to a
for
different topic. I
praising
know
her
you've been
earlier.
dying
Right.
to say
Yeah,
something else.
I mean,
stupid.
I'm
So,
sure she's a great person. Honestly,
go on.
I have
You
no reason
first.
to believe that she isn't, but she is, and I'm saying this definitively. She's a terrible moderator.
Oh, somebody said Micah Watch. He said his job requires vaccinations and it involves driving old people around in a van. So I haven't been watching CC lately. So CC's obviously going to be very, very upset.
Right. No, CC works at an old folks home.
Yeah, he drives like a handy van, like one of those handicap vans with a easy
Right.
access.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't trust my grandparents in a van driven by him.
By the way, I want you to know if you type CC, he comes up with like a channel that's 138,000. Like there's 2 CCs. It's like he's one of them. Good for him.
As I say,
You know, like-
I can 100% show you, I can 100%
There was a
show you that my
doppelganger
observations of
Dracofire
the
for a
Earth
while,
are
but
not
I've
as a flat
overtaken them,
rotating
so
body.
I'm now the
When
top
you're at sea,
Dracofire.
you can
There you
clearly
go.
see that you're on a rotating globe. So no, the observations of everybody does not give you the conclusion that the Earth is flat and non-rotating. Please do not make assumptions for the 8 billion people on Earth that are more intelligent than you.
So you said you were a sailor. How long were you a seaman for, Craig?
Long enough.
Only till he made it to the egg.
Interesting. That's cool.
Only till he made it to Mummy's egg.
You said when you're out with your other seaman buddies out on the boat, that you notice the rotation of the Earth being on water.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's very, very clear when you're at sea looking at the sky and the horizon that you're on a rotating globe. That's the assumption that I would draw from what I saw, and it's the assumption that many, many, many other sailors would draw from what they see when they are at sea. No, not everybody on Earth would immediately make the assumption that the Earth is flat and non-rotating. Maybe people with extremely low IQs like you would make that assumption, but please do not push your stupidity onto everybody else.
Well, the thing is that the normal person doesn't really think
so,
about it.
as a
Until
kid,
I
we
encountered
were
these
all
kind of
told that we live
videos
on a
on
cartoon
YouTube,
ball,
I never once
and
thought
nobody
about the
weren't.
shape of the Earth.
Nobody
weren't
told
like-
me ever I lived on a cartoon ball.
People don't sit around thinking, "Oh, is the
Well,
Earth flat or
you were
round?"
born just knowing that
That's
Earth
just
is a
not
spinning
something
ball,
people
right,
do.
Craig?
Only people who think they're
That you were
smart
born knowing
or who
that?
actually are smart think
Nobody
about that
is
kind of
told
stuff.
we live on a cartoon ball.
So when they show us a globe in the classroom,
Yeah, it's not cartoon, is it?
it's not a cartoon. Okay, it's
No.
a model. It's a toy. It's a toy.
No, it's not.
A globe is a toy. It's not
No,
for
the globe- the
educational-
globes
Anna
in-
Reloaded,
globes
I'll
in-
check that
the
out.
globes in classroom are specifically for education. It's only ornamental ones that say that it's not for education or anything. I can assure you that the globe that was in my science class was a very expensive globe from the 1960s, specifically designed for education.
Interesting.
Globe in my school's
so,
library is big, expensive.
Someone
and
else says
useful.
interesting that I know
Not
of.
really a
I wonder
toy.
who else says interesting that I know of.
You just said it twice, so I know. that.
Jaren.
hole through the next hole
Boom.
and seeing the light at the backboard at 17
Oh,
feet off
hey,
the water. The Earth is flat.
members, join me. You
It's
know
just
what it's
holding it up
time
at
for.
23 feet high, and we're seeing the light.
All
Well,
of
that's 'cause
you
the Earth's
FTFE
curved.
channel
So I
members,
should only be able to see it. Like at
spam
17
that
feet.
emoji.
Okay, go ahead and drive down there, Enrique.
And if you
You're gonna
want to
hold the
use that
light there?
emoji or any of the
Enrique,
other
how long
ones,
is
such
this light?
as Vlad the Blobfish and
I mean,
Thanks Bob,
you know,
be sure to click that join button.
Vlad the
See you,
Blob.
Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
Interesting. Interesting.
The camera's owned by
Sorry, she
Jose
kept
now,
saying
isn't it?
interesting, and it reminded me of that. What were you babbling about?
Yeah, that's the
Enrique?
camera.
That
Enrique?
camera's owned by Jose now.
Yeah.
So, and
camera
flat
has
earthers
a
are
name.
actually kind of pissed. They want it
The name-
back, eh?
That camera's name is the Jaren.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's funny. They want it back
I-
as like a piece of memorabilia or something too. I
Yeah.
heard.
Funny story. I
ridiculous.
watched that documentary with my friends before I'd even seen anything related to the debunking community, and we just sat there laughing at the end because that's anyone who hasn't seen it. That is the very last scene in a documentary. Like that Jeranism thing happens, and then the credits roll. So it's meant to be like a pro fighter documentary, but that final scene just takes the piss out of them so hard. It's so funny. Go watch. I forget what someone.
I don't think it was
behind-
meant to be
it's
pro
behind the
necessarily. It was just a documentary.
I believe it was meant to be like.
Well,
by-
no, I think
by the
it was.
people that were
I
in it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was meant to be what it was by the people who made it, and the people who were in it didn't do enough. And really, you have no creative control, anyways. So you can't control the music they pick. You can't control the angle they take. So yeah, basically, they got criticized by the other flat earthers saying, "You're dumb. Why did you ever agree to this?"
Yeah,
I
but like,
disagree, and so
basically, all the people in the documentary agreed to do the documentary because they thought it was going to be a pro flat Earth
Yeah,
documentary.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
then there was editing that happened and creative choices that were made that just basically turned it into a mockumentary that was just making fun of the flat earthers. And not only did they get super triggered at that, but it was just so funny. It was hilarious to see, interesting, and then the credits roll. Really, there was no better comedy for my
in all seriousness,
15-year-old
did your
self.
mother have any children that lived?
I must have lost oxygen for like 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
I agree.
Oh.
Anyway, about this flat Earth evidence.
What?
have you got any?
So you're taking me back to ground zero. Okay.
That's a long time to lose oxygen. You're getting brain damage after 7.
I mean, Brainy, there's some other implication with
It
the number you
shows.
gave. but-
I actually agree that it's round like it is. Like the clock on the wall.
Have you got any
dark
evidence
medicine.
that the Earth is
Flerfs are
flat?
like
you can
the
talk
smartest
about?
kid in remedial
Well, I have
class.
evidence that water
The
is level.
smartest kid in remedial class?
Cool. Level means to conform to the
Flerf
curvature
and
of the
smart
liquid
don't
parts of
belong
Earth's
in the same
surface.
sentence.
So
Interesting. So you just proved my point. So it curves to the liquid part of Earth's surface, regardless if the surface is like this or like that or flat, right? But I'm not.
I can
talking
show
about-
you the liquid parts of Earth's surface. You can see them here, and they appear to be curving. So level would mean conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. The curvature.
See,
as
what
you
I
see
hate
there,
about that picture of
is
Earth, just showing a picture of Earth, is like, yeah, I could walk up and show you a picture of Earth, but they don't believe that's a real photo. So it's such a shitty argument only for that because they don't believe these photos are real.
It's a shitty argument for Flerfs, but
For
in general,
Flerfs.
it's a
Well,
great
yeah.
argument in general. It's a perfect argument in general.
Yeah, absolutely. But for Flerfs, they just see that and say CGI in their head and they dismiss it. It's so
You
simple.
won't be able to get much detail in the moon. The only way to be able to get a lot of detail in the moon would be to change the exposure so that less light is coming in. You can pick out more details on the surface of the moon. If you have the exposure set high enough to clearly see the stars, then the moon will just be a big white blob with a couple of dark patches on. That's what happens. Don't tell me you're a photographer, because that's another lie.
Okay, so how come we don't have any pictures of the Earth with the stars, of just the natural picture that we get of the giant bright Earth that's too bright to see any water? There's no pictures of that, Craig.
There's no pictures of what?
Of how you describe the Earth as being
I
too
bet
bright
if I
to
explained
see the
this to
water
my
if you want to have the
11-year-old
stars in the
sister,
background. So
she
you have
would
to turn on the
explain
exposure.
why we
Where's
can't
the
see the
pictures with the
stars.
exposure not turned down? Just the natural pictures.
It's probably loads of them. Just go and look. But the cameras in space that are taking photos of Earth are probably not set up to have bad exposure levels. None of this is evidence that the Earth is flat, you not understanding how cameras work and asking why there isn't photos of something. That is not evidence that the
He
that the
doesn't
Earth is flat.
understand things. Therefore,
Excuse me.
Earth flat. That's all he has. They're so sad.
I don't need
More
to
like,
present
I
evidence
can't
of
find
something
the
that's
evidence,
obvious,
therefore
Craig.
Yes, you
it's
do.
flat.
Yes, you do. We are here for a debate. A debate requires you to present evidence. You have failed spectacularly so far. So I'm going to give you one more chance. Do you have any evidence that the Earth is flat?
No.
Craig is
See-
moderating better than the moderator.
Yes.
You said water adheres to this
You
to
have
the
to.
Earth's spherical surface, right? So I didn't argue with that. I was saying water will adhere to whatever the bottom of the container is, but I'm not talking about the bottom of the container, Craig. I'm talking about the top of the water, sea level. You know, the term that they use all over Earth to determine how high a plane is, or how high a building is, or how high a mountain is.
That is not
And
how
many
we
other
determine
things,
how
too.
high a
Many other
plane is.
interesting scientific things.
No, it's air pressure.
What are you
Or
babbling on about?
GPS.
You
we,
say Babylon?
we use sea
I'm
level
not a
to determine how
Babylonian,
high. No.
So you're saying water sticks to
what?
the surface
Oh my god.
of this spherical Earth that adheres to, right? And I'm not
Yes,
disagreeing.
it's a
I'm saying
photograph of
it
it.
could, whatever shape the bottom of the ocean is, whether it's a level or a curve that's been leveled, this, that, and the other.
All of those are the same word.
I'm not talking about the bottom of the ocean. I'm
he
talking about the
thinks
surface
stick
of water.
like tape.
You have a point?
Yeah.
Get to it, maybe?
They tend to think of gravity as
That's
like
why they have
this.
the term sea level.
They think gravity.
So it's not
Be,
called sea
they
level.
think
Okay.
our
That's not-
version of
that's not
gravity
why they
behaves
have
like
the
a
term sea
magnet.
level.
That's their
Oh,
problem.
Yeah, okay.
Or like
with
super
gravity.
Sea
glue.
level is just
Yeah,
a mean,
like they think it's
you know,
an adhesive
a mean
that
position
prevents
above the
anything
surface of the
from
Earth.
leaving,
And
and is
it
like
literally
a
means
perfect
conforming to
force
the
that
curvature of the surface
you
of,
know
liquid parts of the
sucks
surface.
everything into it. And that's
sea
why some
level
I've heard
is
some
going to be perpendicular
Flerfs
to the
say that,
center of
oh, I
Earth
can
wherever
jump,
Earth
therefore
is.
gravity's not real.
Yeah, they say, why doesn't a butterfly fall to?
Again,
Why can't it pull a
this
butterfly
is a
down?
picture of the
Yeah,
That's what they say.
and
that
they
it appears
and
on.
a lot of
You
it
can see
stems
this
from,
negative
and we saw
itself
this
in a
earlier, that they
museum.
have a
It's
fundamental
not CGI
misunderstanding of
any
mass.
kind, it's
They
a
do not
real
understand what mass
photograph.
is, or how it
Stop
works, or how it
misunderstanding
relates to
how
gravity,
photos are made
and
and making up nonsense.
it really stops
Okay, so
any
I'm looking at the
conversation
picture
about
you
gravity
showed
from
me.
going
You said that's a
anywhere.
real photo, it's not CGI.
Like you
So you're
really have
saying
to start
the-
from
the
square
words in
zero
red
with
that
these
says,
people.
Where's your CGI now? Are actually written on the Earth, and they're seeing
Oh,
them.
you fucking moron! That's obviously
That's a
put
real
on
picture.
it.
You said that's
Yes,
a real
it's a
picture.
real picture with some writing on top of it. The picture
my
itself is
gosh.
not CGI. You complete
Oh
and
my
utter
gosh.
fucking moron.
Well, you said that picture.
Perfect
I'm
description.
taking
Yeah,
you
okay. We get it. You're dumb. You're playing a dumb character. You should be more dumb. Do you have any evidence the Earth is flat?
I do like getting spicy, but we're just
Oh,
send it
fuck.
back to
Oh
Flathead
come
and
on, she
Saints if
only
that
ever
asks a
steps
question.
in when it actually gets good.
It's okay. I'm used to being talked to like that. You know, I am
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
That made me laugh
abilities and
too.
stuff like that. So actually, when you insult me, Craig, you're actually making fun of the handicap. I
No, I'm
don't
just
Oh,
making fun of you.
fuck
I'm
off.
specifically
Fuck.
making fun of
So
you.
now he's gonna pull a handicap card.
But I represent the
Fucking
handicap.
every time
people,
you
No,
know,
like
you
like,
represent
Craig, making
nobody.
fun of the handicap
Nobody would want to be
Stephen Hawking.
associated with you. Nobody on the planet would want to be
but
associated.
mental
Guys,
handicaps
We're
and
just
physical
gonna go
handicaps are
back
not
to
the
the
same thing.
ideas, but heart you both.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to give
Jesus
some evidence.
Christ,
that the
it's
Earth is
killing
flat.
me. Aren't you both?
I don't know why you got to bring up
Sorry.
Stephen Hawking for, man. Just because he was in a wheelchair. you need to
didn't-
really-
Amy, as a person, I'm sure
I am
she's wonderful as a
specifically
moderator.
insulting
Holy
you because
shit.
You are a fucking
That's
moron.
what I already said.
Please get
Wait,
to
I
some
wanna hear.
evidence.
All the other flat
hear this.
earthers call me the Stephen Hawkings of the flat earth world, though. Like, you know what I mean? So, you said that you hear the surface of the earth, but the surface of water is always level. Water doesn't bend, Craig.
no way.
No matter how many times
hold
you
on,
throw
he
it,
just
doesn't
said-
water-
Disagree.
He
Water
said
is
they
always
call
curved.
him the Stephen Hawking.
There is not a single time ever
Yeah.
where water
Yeah,
is
they
flat.
always say that. They say
Hawking.
Why do they
Hawking's.
call it level then?
I don't
just
remember
wondering, why do
seeing
they
an
call it
S
Because
level?
level means
besides the
level
Yeah, with Stephen
means
Hawking.
conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface.
Well, they always,
curvature.
a lot of them
curvature.
say
the liquid parts
Neil
of Earth's
Tyson
surface.
DeGrasse.
This surface that is curved. The curvature. Level is curved according to the Earth. When you are specifically talking about the Earth, level means curved. That's why. Get it?
So when you're talking about the earth level means curved, but when people say they need to use a level to measure something, are they talking about something in outer space? Because you said level on
my
earth is
gosh.
curved.
The
So,
full level is very different to the adjective word level.
so in
Did
outer
you
space,
not do
level is level.
English at high school? No. What am I talking about? Of course you didn't fucking go to high school.
Yeah, so
Oh,
in
English
outer
at high
space,
school would be
level's
far
level,
too
but on earth,
advanced for
level
him.
means curved. Right?
English
Am I
at
correct
high
on
school
that? Or?
goes
No.
with the
You're
basic
just
grammar,
making
like
stuff
there,
up.
there,
No.
and there.
The tall
I
level
don't think he
is
can handle
not
it.
the same as the adjective of the word level.
Hmm.
You know what
That's
do you know what an adjective is? Do you know what an adjective
Oh.
is?
What a what is Batman?
Adjective.
I
Oh
thought
my
you said
gosh.
Batman. I'm like, why you got to bring up Batman for? Just because I like to dress up like him
Where
sometimes.
did you fucking get Batman from?
But
Jesus
Of course, he
Christ.
dresses up as
You said
Batman.
I like to dress up like
Course they
Batman. I
do.
don't do that. I thought that's
Why
what you
not?
You just said yourself
You have
that
a
you do.
strange accent, bro. I just
Why
misunderstood.
do you not dress up as Batman?
And we are going back to the flat Earth, but
Yeah, I know.
having
I've
good
been
time.
waiting for him to give some evidence, and he just keeps saying level, the water's level, and I've agreed with him that water's level, but level means conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface, which is clearly curved, as I've shown in the images of the Earth being curved. So, am I to make the correct assumption that that is the limit of your evidence for the Earth being flat?
So you haven't read the revised version of the Oxford Dictionary, but it actually says level is water conforming to the curvature of their surface and going back to being level. So you have, I don't know
No,
if you got the
doesn't.
memo.
Make
I
stuff
don't know if you
up.
got.
Level
didn't get-
always means curved when it's talking about the Earth's surface. Can you move on from this point? Because you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. So do you have anything else?
I don't have an idea what I'm talking about level meaning level.
You don't know what level means.
So, Craig, you're doing double speak in the Galilean dialect, bro. You know what I mean?
So you say,
Oh my gosh.
your ignorance of what I'm talking about does not mean that it's double speak.
So, Craig, you sound really intelligent to people that are under the spell of heliocentric religion, bro.
Yeah, cool. Evidence. You got any?
Yeah, the word level. It's level.
Yeah,
Flat.
yeah,
Oh
but level's curved. So it's fine.
Therefore,
level does not equal flat.
They
You're
grow
absolutely
is
right.
curved.
Okay, so if it's cold outside and you
If
say
you go
it's
to
not, it's flat.
mctoon.net/level, you will find over 45 citations
There it is
confirming
again.
that level, when talking about the shape of the Earth, means curved. In fact, according to surveyors, the true level is the curve of the Earth.
What is that? Oh, is that all the information from McToon's basement, or where can I find
What
this
a
at McToon's
dick.
house?
What a piece of shit.
mctoon.net/level.
Is that he was the one that said, oh yeah, he was the one that you kicked
yeah.
off your fucking channel. That's right.
Always eat Skittles? Let me
MC2.
write down his
Oh
website.
yes, I remember that. now.
MC2.
That's right.
So let me see. Hold on. Let me spell
So
that.
go
out.
to
I was wondering where I saw this guy
mctoon.net/level and you will find 45 citations, maybe more, that the curve, the level means conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts.
I mean,
of
nobody
Earth's
thinks that
surface,
that's what's
or
happening at your
something
house,
along those
MC.
lines showing that level
What an
is in
insult
fact
to all
curved.
Like,
the people
you
that
know.
Do you
actually
have
went
another
out
point?
and did
We
the
have
work
debunked
to
that
find
one.
these
Okay,
measurements.
so
Oh,
let
they
me
come
write
from your
down the name.
basement.
So that's spelled
He's- yeah.
MCFLATTY. That's McToon's channel, right?
It's spelled YOUREADIPSHIT.
Dipshit.
Greg, you talk so fast. You
MCTOON dot
Yeah, sure, whatever. Cool.
COM/DIPSHIT.
More being a piece of shit. Brilliant. Well done.
You go to
You know
that
what I mean?
link and it will come up with a
All right.
picture of this guy's
So let's
face.
just go back to
So
the
I'm
future.
going to show you evidence that the Earth is curved then, if you've got no evidence that the Earth isn't curved. Okay, so
You already presented evidence with that picture.
yeah, but this is the back and forward conversation, and so far you've given nothing whilst I've tried to give you a chance to present evidence. All you've done is be a dipshit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you something now, and we're going to have a quick discussion about that. Amy, how long is left in the 30-minute back and forth?
So we have about 14 more minutes, about halfway done, a little bit more.
The
I do
timekeeper
apologize to the
14
audience for
that was
subjecting you
only
to this more.
16
So,
minutes.
That's it.
Oh,
here
Craig.
is
Craig,
Oh my
Craig,
god,
Craig, I love
time
you.
is crawling.
I do not love you. So here is a video by Red's Rhetoric. He is looking across the lake where he lives, across the water in Florida, and he's taken this lovely, lovely image you can see of these buildings. For some reason, the bottom of them
Cuddling
appears
into
to be
bed now.
missing. It's very interesting. So what Red does is he blinks between the image that he took being far away with part
Don't
of the
tell me he's
buildings
actually
missing
gonna go to
with an
sleep.
image of the same buildings taken much closer up.
Does he
Now,
not have a chair
as
or
you
a
can
desk?
What
see,
the
as it
fuck is
blinks
going
out,
on?
Approximately a third.
He's
of
just
the
going
building.
like it's just time to take a little nappy poo.
And
See,
as you can see,
I'm
the-
pretty sure he lives in some sort of a homeless shelter,
Very,
and he
very
just
little.
has that one room.
So the bottoms of those buildings, there's two.
I wouldn't
things
be
to
surprised.
conclude from this. Either those buildings somehow magically appeared.
Yeah, sorry,
underwater and somebody needs to send help for all those people, or there is something blocking the view of those buildings. I hypothesize that is the curvature of the Earth. And you know what? Measurements verify my hypothesis. So this is more evidence that the Earth is curved and not flat. What do you say to that? I'm going to guess something stupid.
You were showing me two different pictures of different buildings right now. You flashed from
I'm
one.
showing you the same. I'm showing you the same pictures
One of
of
them-
the same buildings.
Interesting. So the picture with like the more blown out picture
Oh my
that's more brighter. One of the buildings has like a white Jesuit pyramid on the top.
Yeah, and that's to the right. It's slightly
Okay.
off angle.
Okay.
In the other
So-
picture, you don't see that building.
You do.
I think just
sorry.
university.
Then
What
it
does that
goes-
mean?
Sorry,
Does that mean
let
that
me
I'm
mute the sound.
evil or something? Like
Architecture's a bitch, eh?
Here at the front. That's that
Pyramid
building
equals
right up
bad.
in the middle there.
I bet this guy thinks the
And then
Illuminati's
as
real.
it blinks to the side, you can just see it. It's more over there. So
No,
it's literally behind that building.
two totally
That's-
At
different
least
buildings.
that hat is slightly more
Look,
attractive.
you can
than
see
his
the
face.
building.
one of the
Look,
images you
look,
showed
you
me
can
is like
see
a
the
totally
shut up
different
and
buildings.
let me
Oh my
talk. The
gosh.
building in the middle is hiding that building behind it with the pyramid.
Ooh,
You can just see the start of the
great
pyramid to the
images. Look
right
at
of the
that.
building in the middle. The picture taken further
Indisputable
away
evidence right
is
there, as
slightly
if we
more of an
needed more.
angle to the left, allowing you to see it more closely.
Why are pyramids Jesuit? They're
No,
Egyptian.
Two totally different pictures,
Yes.
different place.
It's not.
Like I said, I go to a
slightly
Jesuit
different
university.
angle,
I have
but
not
you
seen
can
one
literally
single
link up
pyramid
the
on
top of the
campus anywhere.
buildings.
They've been hiding them on you. They don't want you to know.
On the right, with the pyramid
Unless they're
shaped
in the
one.
the
In
currently
the,
closed engineering building,
one
there's no
closest
way I
up
wouldn't
is
seen it.
behind
I've been in
the
every
building in the
building
middle.
on campus.
So the one when it's taken further away is at an angle more to the left. They are the same buildings going nuh-uh, just makes you look stupid.
So let's just, for argument's sake, say they were, even though they all look like totally different buildings.
They are the same.
Angles.
Okay, so
oh, well.
They
both of
don't,
those
though.
pictures are taken from the same place, right? In the same distance?
No, they're not. One is taken closer. One is taken. Oh my God! Do you not listen to anything that is ever said?
No.
What do you mean? What were we talking about?
That's a rhetorical question. Oh my god.
You're talking about the pictures, right? Not
Yeah.
the pictures. but
And,
what we're
and,
talking
and
about the
I
building.
explained to you how one is far away and one is close.
Wait for him to claim a
And
victory.
so we got
It's
10
coming.
more minutes, guys, and then we are going to move into our Q&A section.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
Yeah,
If this
can I
guy,
just
have a
quickly
whole
say,
nother
people in the
section?
chat that are like, "Oh, why are you being so
Right.
rude to this
No.
person?"
if this
that's
guy,
because you probably
if
haven't.
Latter-day Saints
Listen,
does not claim that he won the debate, I will super chat $100.
And the way I'm treating him is
I wanna hear this.
actually nice compared to what he deserves.
Guilty as charged, Craig. Guilty as charged.
And I'm
What he
sending
said.
love to both
What he said.
interlocutors joining us on our round versus flat Earth debate.
I got mad love for Craig. You know what I mean?
I do not have love for you, and like I said, anyone who has ever loved you is wrong.
When Craig calls me a turd or the F word or whatever, he really means that he loves me. Just like when he
That's
says level,
amazing.
he really means curved.
So
And
if I
every-
call you a turd, if I've called you a turd, I have to sincerely apologize. Can I just take a second? If I've called you a turd, Latter-day Saints, then I, from the bottom of my heart, give my most heartfelt apology to every turd on the planet for associating them with you.
I got that 1491 flat on my fingers. So, Craig, every day for you is opposite
Yes,
day.
and those
so when
words
you
on
say
your
one thing,
fingers
it
are
really
going to
means the
stop
other.
you
It's like
from ever
Groundhog Day.
getting
So
Every
just
day is
ignoring the
1
evidence I just showed of the curvature of the
extend
Earth.
his
Then.
hand
Just
for a
moving on
handshake.
from that, huh?
They'll see what's on his hands.
So you
Never
showed
mind.
me two different pictures, and it had nothing to do with anything about curvature.
It's two pictures of the same buildings taken one close and one far away, showing that when you are taken far away, a third of the buildings is covered by the fucking ocean.
There's another quarter in the swear jar for you, Craig. I'm going to be rich by the end of the show. I'm going to split the money with you, though. But wait, what
there's a swear
were we
jar
talking?
now.
Okay, so if you were to put a flat piece of paper up to the line of the sea level or the sea curve, whatever you call it, it would be flat. And by saying flat, I don't mean curved. I mean flat, like.
Yeah,
I guess
no,
that's
no one
the word
thinks
level
flat.
as an example.
Nobody thinks that flat means curved.
you think
And
level
with a
means
low,
curved?
with a low field of view like that, I mean that's probably what, like 2 or 3 miles across that you're seeing there. You would not expect to see very much of a curve at all. In fact, 2 or 3
That's
miles
not
would
even-
be
That's not
like
even a mile. That's just a few buildings.
1/69th of a degree. So you would not expect to see hardly any deviation. In fact, there would probably be more deviation in the flat sheet of paper than there would in that horizon.
You said 69.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was gonna hone in on that and not address anything else. As soon as I heard
About 5 more
1/69th of a
minutes,
degree,
guys.
I knew he
If
was
you
gonna say,
have
haha,
either
it's
of you
69
have
and
your
not actually
burning
do anything.
desire
That just shows
questions
how
for each
immature this
other,
guy is.
round versus
Because that's what he
flat
locks in on.
Earth.
Not the evidence, the number
Greg,
69.
For my next rap song, I'm doing another Flat Nasty song on my YouTube channel, Flatter-day Saints.
Every
I was wondering-
rapper in the world has just phoned me and said, please stop doing rap.
Even
Cool
B.O.B.,
story, bro.
who's also a flat earther.
Yeah, so anyways, would you do the
Oh my
introduction? Because
gosh.
normally I go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Flat, so on. So would you be willing to?
Don't have a freaking 1,000 subscribers. What the hell's going on?
Wait, does he have 1,000 yet?
Oh,
Because that clip
gosh.
was like 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Anything else?
he does.
Who
Oh,
was
he
that,
does have
Craig?
1,000? Oh.
Who was that?
Yeah,
dude?
it's not a lot more.
Oh, you just hit me with a Batman. I like that. Would you?
Sorry.
I wonder how
would
he
you be
gets
willing to wear the
subs when his
Batman
entire
suit
stream
to
is just
introduce
my
me,
camera
like,
right
for
now.
my next song? I'd be honored.
Arwen highlights right here.
And all right, if there isn't any more questions, we are about to switch into our Q&A format. So feel free to tag me at Modern Day Debate or Amy Newman in chat so I can get your
Yes, at Amy Newman, can you please?
I like
questions for either
Ryan-
of our interlocutors.
Ryan
And
Ellis.
super chats
What?
are
Yeah.
turned
You
on.
turn this down. We don't need to
Yeah,
hear
I was
him
about
read
to.
the super chat. Says Flatter Day State should not be an 80 debate. This guy cannot even prove his own point. Exactly.
69.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, now we get to go through the 89 super chats that they're gonna have because for some reason people still donate.
I stopped donating when he stopped reading the small super chats.
Did you destroy him, Craig? Do we need to answer that question?
He
When he-
destroyed himself.
You'd start giving $2 super chats. He started not reading the $2 super chats. I was like, fuck that. I'm done. I'm not gonna give you. I'm not upping my
Oh,
ante just to.
he doesn't read $2 super chats.
Nope, does not. Nope.
So
James
you
will.
give him
James will.
your money and he doesn't do anything.
James does not. He even went out and said at one point, we got too many super chats. We do not read $2 super chats. I'm almost positive.
God.
I'm sure of it. And then I just remember going, well, fuck you then. I'm not gonna donate more. You know, when I don't have a ton of money. You know, I was given $2 because that's what I had.
That's ridiculous.
From Corina.
That's why I don't criticize people who say they can't afford to super chat and stuff. Like, no, like that's not how it works. I mean, you super chat if you want to, you don't super chat because you feel like you need to. That's the bottom line. So if you can't, then you can't. That's the way it works.
Only and let's just confirm this now. Only super chat if you have the money to spare.
Well, I've always said that. I do never want you to give me money that you need to put food on your plate, feed your kids, or put food in your tummy. You know. No, you pay your car bills. You better make sure your shit's taken care of first. I don't want that money if your shit's not taken care of. Truth be told.
What philanthropist doesn't have their own life sorted first?
Even these peeled bananas.
He's eating it. What?
Even monkeys peel bananas. He's eating it.
Yeah, wasn't he eating?
Is he biting the whole banana? I wasn't watching. Is he really?
Yeah, he eats bananas and oranges whole.
Oh.
Is that to Craig?
Sorry.
No, it's just a general
Oh, we got a
statement on how
question.
dumb you are.
He's asking generally, is there any flat Earth evidence this time, or are you just trying to debunk something you don't understand? Spicy.
So
Yeah.
I didn't understand the globe model my whole life.
No
So I
shit.
didn't know flat Earth.
Druid.
And then I
Yeah,
understood
there you
that
go.
It's fake. It's cartoon trickery. It's witchcraft, and they got the veil over your guys' eye. Do you guys know and you're pretending not
Right,
to
so
know,
he doesn't
or you
understand
have,
it, but
you
he
got the
knows that
veil
it's
under your eye,
fake.
and the scales haven't fallen off your eyes yet. So, you know, it is what it is. There's no rhyme or reason.
I got a veil
anybody
and
is flat
scales
earth or
on my
not.
eyes, guys.
There's no.
Okay,
You can't predict
Dave
it. It's like
Fear
Craig. The things that
for
he's gonna call me,
$10.
you never know what's gonna
Oh,
fly out.
sorry,
of
let
your
me
mouth.
turn
I'm
it
just
down.
ducking and dodging.
We appreciate the super chat, dude, but stop sending questions for Amy and Craig to us. They are not here.
No,
But
yeah,
I'll
they're-
just read what he said. I'll just read what he said. Dave Fear for $10 American. Amy, last debate with Harold at the end, he went on a rant about COVID misinformation, cancer cures, and viruses aren't real. I understand you're a neutral platform, but when do you stop dangerous talk?
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, I apologize. Thank you very much for supporting. But yeah, if you want to get those looked at properly, you really need to go over to Modern Day Debate. Somebody put the links in the description. Throw a super chat at them if you want, because we did send FTFE the last one, but he truth be told, he's debating. He's probably not even looking at Discord.
Yeah, I strongly doubt he's even seen our messages.
Yeah, I don't
I've
think he
just sent
has.
it- I've just sent the link in the chat. Dave Fear, if you would like that super chat to be read by Amy, then go to the MDD stream and.
But
send
don't
it
do
there.
a $2 super chat because you won't fit it in, and they won't read it. I don't know if they read it. And she might read it though.
I don't think they. I don't think they do.
I know they didn't when they were getting really popular, and I know, 511 viewers is popular enough. But yeah, he literally was like, sorry, we don't read $2 super chats. And I remember being like, well, I don't fucking super chat then, basically. So,
Yeah.
fuck you then.
I send $2 super chats when I don't have the money to spare for a $5 one.
Exactly.
so-
And then I can send 3 of them and spread the love a little bit and still give away the same amount, basically, as if I gave a 5.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm a minor. I have my own, money issues. So if I'm gonna be sending a super chat and I'm strapped for cash, it's gonna be $2.
I got a secret to tell you.
Read. If I'm spending $2, read that super chat.
I got a secret to tell you. It don't get much. It don't get better because you're a minor right now, and then when you get older, you're a family man, and then they're bleeding you dry.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already pretty much on my own though. Even though I'm not
No, but the next step is not being on your own and having kids that eat your food. It's what I'm saying. FTFE knows, or teams FTFE and MC2 know what I'm talking about.
Well, if I certainly hope my kids, if I have any, don't have my appetite. Because
Let's put it this way. My little boy, he started eating. My wife came up to me and said, Connor and Lara both ate 2 chicken burgers each. So now when we buy chicken burgers, we need to buy 2 bags of chicken burgers because 1 bag is only barely enough to feed our family now.
No, I mean, that's basically me. If I buy a burger, it better be at least 3/4 of a pound, or I'm gonna need another one.
Kids are monsters.
If I ever have kids, I hope they don't have my appetite.
They will. They're growing.
Marty Mad Scientist for $5 Canadian says, "Oh Lord, my dog has already choked himself on his tail. I've stuffed my ears with the clawed out remains in my eyes.
See, Mitch,
still hear and see him."
See, Mitch Plays said for $2. You're right. He doesn't read $2 super chats, but we do. Thank you for $2. See, Mitch Play.
we actually missed that one earlier. I'm sorry, dude.
No, we go back for them though. We go back.
Yeah, we go back.
Okay, let's hear the
idiotic things I have ever heard.
Oh yeah.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything.
He did too. They're like brazed in there, like his symbols.
Everyone in this room
that's what I'm saying.
is now
it
dumber
looks like you took
for having
branding iron
listened to it.
and like seared them into his flesh.
It's a good movie.
Good one.
But
good one, guy.
We are moving on to another $5 super chat from JD Turbo. Thank you so much for your support.
JD's in the house.
JD asks, can you spin your chair at 15 degrees an hour? Be careful to not fly off of your chair.
Here we go. I am going to spin on my chair the exact same speed that the Earth's rotating. Ready?
You guys can't see me, but I'm going to also do that.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I better hold on. I'm still doing it.
Also moving at 15 degrees an hour. In my own chair.
He's doing it. Wow.
And now I'm moving.
$5 super chat from Sunflower Flatterday.
Sky is something
15
else.
miles per hour is relatively slow, right? If you were to spin 15 miles per hour in your desk chair, you might die. RPM is what matters for spinning objects.
Oh, so he did send that super chat again on the Modern Day Debates channel.
Oh.
Did she say REM?
Oh my gosh.
No, we're not talking about REM.
He comes up with nothing useful.
Rotation.
Oh, shut up,
Now you're
Brainy.
speaking my language. I studied science.
Screw you know
Get out of here.
Hey, you and me are gonna wrestle for the title.
Actually, was a runner-up for a
I
million.
wanted to talk more.
I named it Tittle. I named it Tittle though, just so you know.
Stop talking nonsense.
All right, sure.
And on that note,
Yeah, the only person who dies when they spin in their chair going 15 miles per hour is people that dress up as Batman. I'm just saying though, peep the halo over the head.
That confirms. Latter-day
Hey,
Saints.
he's not dressing up. He is
It's not a
Batman.
costume. It's just the fact that everybody has a batsuit. I mean,
Batman is Batman.
Yeah, it's a fact, right?
He's not anyone else.
Everybody's got it.
well, if you don't have a batsuit, how do you dress up as Batman? You fucking idiot.
we are getting to the real questions today,
Fred,
and
that's
we're
another
coming
full-time
back.
square job for you. I'm going to be rich. I'm telling you.
Round
But we
versus
won't.
flat as
Yeah,
we go
no way.
into another $5
He'll be as
super
rich as I
chat
currently
from
am.
Fatman. Flatterday Saints, go back and listen to your opening statement when you're sober and see how incoherent it was.
He's never going to be sober.
In the fighting words.
He was drinking on screen.
Yeah, so
MDD took my
name is
wrench.
Flatterday Saints, and I'm an alcoholic. I just wanted to say that politics makes.
Sorry,
things
you said
better.
dipshit wrong.
Yeah. So since we're speaking about Earth's rotation, and you're showing a picture of Nathan Thompson.
Dave Pierce said,
fine
"Now I
looking
wasted my
fellow
super
there,
chat
young,
budget on
good-looking chap.
Brainy. He'll probably
Nathan
waste it on
Thompson
maple
once
syrup."
said that the
There
only
you
people
go.
that feel the Earth spinning are people that are drunk. Shots
Oh
out
my
to Nathan
gosh.
Thompson.
More
British
spice
accent.
coming our
Wow.
way. $5
Oh,
super
That banana
chats from
can't taste good.
Fire.
Somebody, fucking customer.
OMG. How delusional are you? He did not bring up dinosaurs.
Right back.
Ding dong.
One
Talking
blue
about
wrench. Last
dinosaurs?
seen 628,
I used to
2020 on
love
modern
dinosaurs
day.
when I was a
If
kid
found,
till I
please
found out they're
contact
fake.
Nathan Thompson
None
at
of the
flyers at
dinosaur
gmail.com.
skeletons in any museums are actually real. They're made of a resin that has actually ground up mice
Off topic.
and
The point of the
frog
super
bones
chat
as
is that
part
he's
of
off
the
topic.
resination.
Yes.
If you look on their website, they pay a lot of money for these resin skeletons of dinosaurs. They'll even say that none of the real dinosaur bones are for the public to look at. They're behind lock and key. Only
No,
for
they don't say
Smithsonian
that.
employees to look at only. No
I
civilians
mean, dude, I don't know if
ever
you've
allowed
been
look at
to
them.
the Science Museum
That also
downtown
sounds
Minneapolis,
like another
but
juicy
there's some real
modern
bones
day
in that
debate,
museum.
and we're
And
gonna
they say they're
bring
real
it
bones.
on back around to
So-
the round and the flat with a $20 super chat from Farron Salas. Thank you so very much for the support. And
She wasn't
FTS,
ready to read it.
I'm back. Sorry.
since any video evidence ever shown in support of globe evidence is
Hey, Craig's kitten won another debate
CGI.
today.
Microraptor for 26.
should we look for or
I'll be getting a lot of
observe
that.
to determine it is CGI? Should we also assume you debating tonight is just a CGI version of you?
Technically speaking, it is.
You CGI. Bro, when you look
His
at me,
image-
you
His
CGI.
image on the
Joe.
screen there is
You know what I mean? Because I'm a
computer
soldier.
generated.
Feel me?
Oh my gosh.
Did he call himself a soldier?
All right.
I'm not sure.
We're gonna keep on moving. Thank you so very much, Farron Salas, for the
Jeez.
support. We are sending you hugs. But a $5 super chat from Steve 6464, Flatter-day Saint. Could
That's
level
me.
in sea level mean the same as height, stage, or point?
Over his head.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
they are
All the
references
information
to
is
something
traveling
you can
about
measure
25
on a
level
linear
of his head.
measurement. So no
Um,
matter how, so the height, point,
Yeah.
whatever the
It's his
you
new.
know,
It's the
all
newest form
buzzwords
of
he just said,
measurement.
whatever.
Sea level.
Those are all measurements, not from ground level, because that could differ anywhere, right? But from sea level. So they don't call it ground level because obviously the ground differentiates in everywhere, right? You see mountains, you see valleys, yada yada yada. Nothing's called ground level. As
You
far as,
do
like,
call it ground
measurements,
fucking level.
either
It's literally called the
distance
ground
from an airplane
level.
or the distance, how high a
The
mountain
fucking
is or a
first
building.
floor of the
It's not
goddamn
measured at sea
house.
level because sea level, not on the bottom of the ocean like Craig always likes to bring up, but on the top
What?
where the water
What? No one
lays
ever
flat
No.
and
at the
stationary.
bottom of the ocean.
You have a truly level surface anywhere in the world. Sea level's the same anywhere on Earth.
Survey says
Oh,
no.
thanks for making that nice circular shape. You know, the shape of.
He like switching between David Attenborough and fucking. I can't figure out what he is.
What's this cognitive dissonance? He's like, oh,
Well, I'm sending love
the Earth is
out to
level. It
chat.
proves that it's
Everyone
flat. It's
out
level.
there in
While
the
making
interwebs,
this
thank
sign
you so
here.
much for joining us tonight, and thank
Oh,
you so
dear.
much, Kay Lewis, for your super chat. And all right, $5 super chat from Holy Smalls. Bless you, fight the flat Earth. You are the patron saint of self-punishment. We can just pretend that I asked a very important question if you want.
Yeah, so I was actually in a past life, I was evil. I was like a horrific evil being in a past life, and this is my penance.
That's true, he was. He also in this life too. Hey man,
No one wants to hear you talk. Shut up. Don't try and get involved in my joke. No one wants to hear your stupidness.
It's
And no one's asking you to
And
talk. That's for me.
$5 super chat from Fat Man.
That's funny.
Fight the flat Earth. You
That's me.
said he's someone dumb who's playing dumb, which makes you more dumb, is the insult of the year.
And dumb means smart, because level means curve.
He said-
black means white, and bad means good, and sick means ill, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and hey, quick shank in the chat. I'm horrible to Nathan Thompson because he deserves nothing more than being horrible to. He shouts at kids.
Dave
and beats his
Beer,
dog.
if you really want to, I recommend that you do send that super chat
$5
to
super
Modern Day
chat
Debates.
I
from-
also believe the Earth is flat too.
Big
But
dumb
it's up to you.
movie for all three. Oh, here we go. Here's the icebreaker of tonight. Star Wars sequels or prequels?
The prequels. I don't think the prequels were terrible movies. I personally enjoy
Craig.
movies about
Craig is
blockades
wrong.
of trade routes.
No,
But
no.
the
Prequels
sequels,
are way
let's
better
just
than
say
the
Disney
sequels.
killed Star Wars.
Easily.
I think that people who produce
No
Star Wars
questions
and
about
Disney
that.
should be put to death slowly.
No
for
one
all
cares
the
what you think.
people
No
who
one
get-
cares.
What did you
whatever
say?
have to
People who
say,
what?
Just
Things
no
that
one
kids
gives a
should be
shit.
put to death.
It says
Literally,
people who
nobody
That's pretty
cares what
deep
you've
for
got to
work,
say.
like
bro.
Disney
Not
Star
one
Wars
person
should be put to death
Oh.
or something.
Any
I'm okay
care
with
about
that.
Anything you've got
Okay.
to say.
Just want to say
Team
for
Star
the
Trek.
record, Modern Day Debate is okay with Disney being alive. Anyway, as we move along, we only have, it looks like, a few more super.
Schrodinger, did you fall asleep? Or are you still just hiding? Oh, he's garage
Yeah,
things.
he hasn't
That's
said
right.
anything for a long time.
I wonder if he's actually doing garage things or if he's doing snoring things.
Send those super chats in to move them right to the front of the line. But $5 from Holy Smalls. Fight the flat Earth. I know you're Scottish, but do you have to keep talking to sheep?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm obviously clearly Scottish. That's a joke from a previous debate, so it's a bit of an inside joke.
Yes, marrying a Scottish
$2
woman has
super
made him
chat
Scottish.
From Johnny Rock.
His last
You
name is
going
McNeil.
To Flatterb
He's
Fest?
Scottish.
FLAT Flatoberfest. You going to
Oh,
Flatoberfest
God.
in SC? Sub to Dearth It Flat. I think that's
What the fuck is that sign saying?
Saturday saying? You go into
Free
Flatoberfest.
COVID
Is he saying that bananas will stop COVID? Oh my god! That's the fucking claim.
I actually have my
Oh,
Moderna, my second Moderna
Great.
scheduled for that day,
Excellent.
so I don't want to be late for my Moderna.
yeah.
My Moderna.
Cut him off.
I
I
never
don't
meant to
even
hurt
need to
you.
say.
I gotta go get my Moderna though. That's my top priority. It's not about me; it's about protecting people around me. So,
Lies.
unfortunately, my Moderna takes precedence over
Kick him
Flatoberfest.
off.
But thank you for asking.
Says he's
I
not
appreciate y'all.
vaccinated and never will be
And a
vaccinated.
$5 super chat from Caucasian Sensation.
He said
So
that's
as
to get your
an
vaccine right here. It was a
in
picture of it was a
recovery,
banana, and then he's eating a banana. So obviously he thinks banana is
drinking,
potassium or something must be protecting
Eating
him.
bananas with the peel on and chewing on crayons is an attempted scapegoat for your idiocy. Uh-oh, the spice is coming.
Craig,
And you were milking a cow, Amy. I'm not sure what that is, but
you, Craig, I'll let you have it. Is that for Craig?
Someone said earlier that she
You're
could
a
read the super
retard.
chats faster if she stops
I will
making
say this.
hand
It was
signals.
for
I
whoever
have to
was
say I agree.
yeah, but she's when the spice is coming, she signals that she's milking a cow.
We're gonna put it in the
Spice.
Even monkeys understand that they should peel bananas.
Oh, that's right.
And
Dark
all
Meta has
right, with
corrected us.
that,
It's
we're gonna move
Scottish.
into some questions
You said it wrong.
from Mark Reed. What's up, Mark? Fight the flat Earth. Is
No,
that
Nate Cross,
true?
he is anti-vax.
Did you get money from NASA, Herpader?
Wish.
Yeah, of course.
Again,
I get
if
what's
they're
called
supposed to
my
be
monthly
sending me
show
money,
check.
where is it?
And because my channel is very close to 50,000, I get my monthly bonus. And also, I've been invited to take part in the annual breakdancing competition that we hold on the secret NASA moon base. MC Toon's actually the referee this year because he's been told he's not allowed to enter anymore because he's too good and no one else stands a chance.
Oh,
he's like
are
the
you?
Audi. He's like the Audi of competitors.
Simon Dan is the
From
winner. He
Nickelwatch,
beat
I
Neil
think
deGrasse
this was
Tyson
going
last
out
year. It was
towards
amazing.
Well, I mean, his
your
Lego
intro
legs
Flatter
really
Day
help him
Saints
out.
with the spice.
He beat
When
Neil
did he
deGrasse. How the hell does that happen?
Why does Flatter Day
I think
Saints
you mean-
think that he needs to show his feet?
Oh my God, dude!
What an absolute.
So the whole time I was waiting
idiot.
for Craig to present evidence, he never really did. He showed me a bunch of
What
CGI
a
and said a lot of
disgusting excuse to be
globus
human he is.
buzzwords, and he thinks he's hilarious. He's not hilarious, but people like Craig who think they're hilarious really aren't hilarious at all.
And
But,
so we had
maybe he'll present evidence one.
had the same question
Audience,
from
I'm so
Alan,
sorry you have
so
to see this.
looking for any evidence there. Moving on to Mark Reed.
I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
Mark, does this have to do with flat Earth shoes?
Oh my God.
Yeah, shoes. He should wear some.
That to me?
Moving on, I believe
So
that was
I
during.
don't, as you can see, homie, I'm no mask, no shoes, no nervous. I don't know if you're asking me questions about shoes. I'm probably the wrong person. I don't wear them, so.
What?
I'm not equipped to answer that question.
Oh yeah, no,
Ain't
dude, this guy
nobody
literally
gonna
doesn't wear
figure it out.
shoes anywhere.
So the reason he
thinks that
doesn't wear
it's a
shoes
flex.
is simply
Yeah, well,
because
come
he's
up here in the
unaware how to
winter
tie
and see how
shoelaces.
long you last.
And question from Dusty Guardrail Barrel.
Moving on.
How is the wooder adhering to the camera with no gravity? So gravity isn't causing it?
No one asked if gravity was causing it. The claim was that water could not adhere to the outside of anything, and I debunked that claim. However, gravity is demonstrated via every experiment ever that demonstrates gravity is real, like the Cavendish experiment, the Schehelian experiment, the Eddington experiment in 1919, the Pound replica experiment, and all the LIGO institutions. So, yeah.
What about if you threw a magnet and stuck to a fridge? Does that demonstrate gravity too?
I'm sorry. All I heard there was derp, 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 derp.
Question
He
from
literally, the first
Cassandra.
word
How
of that
do you
sentence
know
confirms that
CGI?
it's
What
not gravity
methodology
because
did you use to
magnet.
empirically demonstrate that claim?
I didn't. What I asked Craig was for him to demonstrate it and where the source came from. He couldn't. I said it's a possibility that it could be CGI, you know? But I think the last picture of the globe where it had red writing on it, I don't think that's CGI. Not just because Craig said it, but it looks real, and I could tell if something's real.
Possibility that you're a
With the
reanimated
red writing, that was
corpse,
definitely not
but
CGI.
that doesn't make it true.
So, Craig won on that one.
We got a bunch of more super chats coming in. Thank you guys so much for the support. $10 from Dave Fear. Amy. Last time Harold spewed misinformation on
yes,
COVID,
here it is.
cancer,
Yeah, there it
and
is.
viruses don't spread. At what
Thank you,
point
Dave Fear.
do you stop dangerous misinfo that could get people killed, all in the name of neutrality? And I will say we do want to stick to the topic. I apologize
non-answer.
if it looked like anything was going through. We do want to, it's a balancing act. We want to let everybody finish their statement and what they're saying, but we also want to follow YouTube's TOS. Thank you, YouTube overlords. As well as we want to keep things on topic just because that's what the audience came here to see. And so, sending love. Thank you so much, Dave Fear. And moving right along, $5 super chat from Andrew Rouse. It must be the balding head of yours that lets you fit in so much.
Oh, I like that one. I think FTFE should get a cut for Great
Is that to
Federation.
me? I mean, I do have a receding hairline, but that's what happens when you get to 38 and talk to flat earthers every day. Frankly, I'm surprised I've got any hair left.
Craig, I thought you've been 33 your whole life.
I'm sorry, I do not speak moron. You're going to have to try
I'm
English.
just saying,
Try
though.
again.
I'm just saying, though.
Nope, sorry. I'm just getting moron. I do not speak moron. Try English.
Nate Cross, no
I thought
idea.
you were 33, bro.
You might have
That's
to
what you
ask
told
her.
me last time I
Sorry,
saw you.
nope. I'm just hearing derp, derpy, derp, derp. Every time you talk.
$5 super chat from Harold. Flatter Day Saint.
Still can't believe that she somehow managed to dodge that entire question about why she's letting such dangerous information be spoken.
My lordy. It was just like the comment before is now commenting on this.
Well, if you use the F word, I can put it in the Craig jaw, the cuss jaw, and I'll be rich.
No, it's about this. I'm trying to think how to. Please, do you have any evidence that NASA is spending their budget on anything other than space and science equipment? We'll put it that way. Any evidence of any larger conspiracy?
It's a great question that person asked after the accusation he made.
So the main thing I like about NASA and what they do with their money, if they were real, is like this is the one thing about NASA and the ISS that makes me believe it's real. Sometimes I'm like, dude, it's got to be real because they pee in this machine and it filters their urine and then they drink it as coffee the next day. And I'm like, if that doesn't scream reality to you, then nothing else will. So
they do that on cruise ships, you fucking retard. Bad word. I'm sorry.
We don't want you there.
No. We're fine with that.
You know, I mean, the pee machine.
Well, I'm not a big fan of it myself.
They're sipping that astronaut piss as coffee. It's I understand in some countries and in some galaxies.
How does this have anything to do with anything?
So you realize on the big,
why does this guy continue to exist?
On the big cruise ships, like when you go on the big cruise ships, you are showering at the end of your cruise in your urine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even making this up. The largest cruise ships, they take on fresh water at. They take on. I'm telling you. No. I'm telling you no, don't even. Like I'm telling you 100%. Go look it up. They're very proud of it. The Royal Caribbean, the largest ships they have, they will take on new water at port when they can. But in a lot of countries, they can't take on water because the water's not safe. So they won't just take on water in frickin' Dominican Republic or something. So they end up cleaning. They have the waste tanks where all the urine and everything goes, and they clean it, and they do not feed it to. It's not potable water after that, but it's the same water that flushes in your toilet and you shower in.
I mean, yeah, I was just gonna say that all the water ever has.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about. Yeah, but this is. Yeah, but this is literally like was in somebody's urine like that week. Like it's like last night's alcohol.
Here you go.
You're a freak for being able to do that. I just want you to know this.
Good job.
Oh, thank you. It's not though. I really do have a receding hairline.
And all right, moving right back on to regular questions, but keep on sending those super chats in. Rolling Rock asked, is he eating the banana with the skin on? So we're going back to bananas.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is because he doesn't understand things that monkeys understand.
We all come from monkeys, right, Craig?
One
day, all the monkeys that are in the zoo
or from a common ancestor as them.
At a 15-degree rotation.
Yeah, Mike Crap.
That's called the monkey.
I just don't like that R word. I sometimes I throw it up by accident. It's old habits, right? But it's a powerful word. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Myself, but personal thing.
On the topic of bad words, I particularly love it when Flerfs try to say that your opinion doesn't matter because you accidentally let slip a certain word a while ago.
Oh, whatever. I don't even care.
It's so funny when Flerfs are like, "Oh my God, you have a racist on the channel."
I think it's really just Gary Wabinga, isn't it?
It's been Gary. It's been Gary and a couple other guys actually.
They're all uni cucks.
Yeah, it's all uni
moron?
cucks.
I'll tell it to moron too.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It appears that Nathan Thompson has something else to say.
Yeah, we're all showering.
The group was just deleted a few minutes ago.
Oh, you can hear the pain.
We know, and that was very funny.
Yeah, but
We had over 44,000 members in there, and the group was just deleted a few minutes ago.
Use the telescope.
And actually, yeah, I think now that I think of it, I think that Mission Apparition Para is right. I think if I remember correctly, the toilet itself goes to a different direction, but all the gray water, so all the shower water, all of the sink water and everything, it gets recycled.
Still talking about that?
Toilet water.
Yeah, well, it's in the chat, so you gotta read your chats, don't you?
Gross.
Have to move his cat.
It's clean. They distill it. It's a distilling system. It's crystal clear on the other side.
Just stay in the sky, pulling on his experiment.
Well, the cat was moved because it was literally trying to get into the shed where the equipment was held. However, the moon would have exerted the same force to the entire apparatus, meaning that the net result would have been 0, and you could still do everything that you were trying to do, even with the moon and any other gravitational
Like
bodies.
the 5th banana he's eaten in an hour. What the fuck?
The same force across the entire
in like 2 hours, somebody said.
that the moon has a gravitational influence, gave 0 distortions to the
You know, you can get a potassium overload if you eat that many bananas, eh?
You can get an overload of anything if you eat too
Well,
much.
it's hard. It's hard to with potassium, isn't it? But you can do it if you have enough of them. If he's eating them like this every fucking day.
If he eats this many every day, then
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If he spends his whole day eating banana.
Who's that towards?
The dude's 87% potassium by volume.
Lose against the siphon
in the
though.
chat.
The siphon works because of gravity. That's literally what's causing the siphoning effect is gravity. So
all right, Amy,
I don't
end
understand
this.
Their problem.
End this, Amy.
Gravity, then that's wonderful. But
Fucking put a fork in this, Amy.
Well said, Craig. Very well said. To
Shut
say
up,
the-
more.
To say the least.
Question from Liz.
What up, Liz?
Flatter-day Saint, how would you be able to predict
How is there more
the
questions?
lunar and solar
We've read them all.
eclipses on the Earth model?
I have no idea.
Maybe by using a
People
flat
just
Earth
keep
solar
sending
cycle?
chats.
That's just
Flat
a
Earth
guess.
solar
so
cycle.
I'm no geologist after all.
Yeah, you're nothing.
$2
The solar
super
cycle doesn't
chat
predict.
from
Oh, she is reading the $2 now.
Oakley. Flatter-day Saint,
Derpy derp 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 derp.
derpy derp.
Oh, that's the last one. Oh.
Stop super chatting, everybody.
Music to my ears, I swear. It's like a
That's the
Mozart
most recent
symphony.
super chat, so that better be the last one.
Can you say it again so I can bask in the sentence glow, please? I need a little more light shed upon me. Thank you.
I like to think on modern day debate we are getting to the true questions that are burning
Right?
for people
That
to
was
know.
a true question.
The true question
thank
is whether
you
they
so
lost such
very much,
information on
Joey.
their site.
It does appear that flat earther Santos Bonacci would like a quick word.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy.
I love this clip so much.
And the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was going to say that. My
I would
bad.
pet them and look into their eyes.
Square job for you, Craig. I'm going to be rich, Craig.
Imagine to look into their eyes from that
The
position.
Dark Cloud NC asked for a Glober to provide you with one photo of a round Earth that isn't a fake composite image. They cannot do it.
Oh my god.
I've done
We've done it so
3
many
during
times,
this
though.
debate, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Follow up in the opposite direction. What is a composite photo fake?
They think that any picture is just a fake composite done in Photoshop and isn't real, except, like this one, which was taken with a Hasselblad camera, a physical camera with a 50mm lens, and the negatives exist, which I showed earlier.
His hat is true. He got
Why
it
you gotta be
right
so
in his
negative,
hat.
Craig?
Shut your face.
Let's just come on, Amy, end this thing.
Wow. I can't believe it. His hat is that. Yeah, you're right. His hat.
Oh my
actually is
god. Are they just gonna keep waiting till they get more fucking super chats? Oh, that's Dave. Dave, stop it!
No.
Dave!
No, this is a good
Flat
question.
earthers
He's
don't
asking
have a
why she
flat
dodged the
earth
question.
model.
That's good.
Correct.
Flat earthers don't claim a flat Earth model.
Question from Mayaki Man. Fight the flat earth. Well, if we can change the properties of materials like super cold, then I can get water to stick to a spinning ball on Earth.
Yeah, that was one of the points I made earlier, actually. Freeze the water, it's going to stick to whatever you want.
Hey, Craig, when water goes from frozen to liquid, it's 33 degrees. I'm just
Shut the fuck up, Nathan.
32.
I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean?
Did you not hear Team then?
Was that Team Skeptic? Whatever happened to him? Did he fall? Did he get that that what's going around that Delta. I heard he got COVID. I hope he's okay. I was gonna send him some
It was like a year ago.
Next one.
$5 super chat from Dave Fear. Why did you dodge the question? Neutrality more important than people's lives? Is this Fox News? Which was back in response to Dave Fear's $10 question. I would say I apologize if you thought I was dodging the question. I really am.
Is this going to be a dodge of the dodge?
Find
she's
a
dodging the
middle
dodge.
ground. I'd rather not have those subjects actually being brought up.
Then you tell them to shut their fucking mouth next time.
Round versus flat Earth.
God damn it.
Any other subject, especially, let's just say a TOS breaking subject, we just love you, YouTube, and we're sending love to the entire YouTube
Well, James
community.
definitely trained her.
And any,
Like, oh my god.
She keeps saying that she's not going to allow this other kind of information there, and then allows it anyways.
that they can be defended properly.
Like,
which is
her
where we
words do
can
not match her
handle
actions.
We'll just call them spicy views. But thank you so much, Dave Fear, for your support.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Right
that's not
back
meant to be
into the
support.
questions. We have a little bit under 10 minutes, so if you want yours moved up to the front, send it in now. From
A little under 10 minutes. How long do they go?
Lyak Man again. Fight the
Why do we
flat
have
Earth.
to see his feet?
What?
Oh, they're back again.
Why? Why his feet?
I think we did that one.
We read that under. Here we go. Zemo.
Does he
what's
have a
talking
fetish
about
where
flat
showing his feet gets him excited?
I think he
doesn't know what
does.
fractals
He has a
Your
reverse.
feet are making me feel slightly ill.
I'm just gonna grab like
Your
a
toes look mutated.
post-it note or something.
Actually means
Like stick it over the top of that.
Was that an original Futurama label, you think, that just coincidentally lines up with coronavirus?
Wasn't me.
All travel to 2020 prohibited? I wouldn't doubt it because the beginning of every single Futurama had a different message.
Ender wing
Yeah.
globe manning? Question mark.
Yeah,
When
he's
you
just
guys
making
ever
up
hear the word-
nonsense.
When you hear the word globe manning, remember I said it first. I coined that phrase. You know what I mean?
Yes, nobody's gonna use that
I'm
phrase.
that guy, man.
You're not that guy, pal.
$5 super chat from Steve. Did either of you come to this debate in good faith? All I've heard for the last hour and a half are insults and childish.
This is nothing.
Let me be clear. I'm
Compared to
talking.
Krakatoa, how far it can get on the channel.
Saints, can you just? Good boy.
I'd start shaking and everything.
Yeah, Friday Saints. Just so I wasn't originally going to be debating this pile of human excrement that's on the screen now. I was supposed to be debating someone called John, but unfortunately he's gone missing in action. And Flatter-Day Saints would decided he would like to display his idiocy instead. He is a horrific human being. He is an absolutely horrific piece of shit who makes fun of 9/11 victims and disabled people, and deserves every bit of derogatory input I've given towards him. In fact, I think I was too nice to this piece of shit in human form.
I only make fun of Stephen Hawkins, Craig, but you know everybody does. He's something to
Nobody
make it
cares what you've got to say. Literally nobody cares what you've got to say.
Craig, come on.
We're
Craig,
sending
come here.
love to both of our
Oh, just shut it
interlocutors
down,
here for
Amy.
coming on Modern Day Debate. $2 super chats from Exposing Reality says, bring back Flatter-Day Saints for...
No, never.
We'll say...
Never.
So let's read these comments here. If they reboot The Matrix, she will make a great femme Neo. She is a master at dodging. Seriously, it's a yes or a no fucking question. Don't pull a Pence. Yeah, I agree. And then thank you for the 5. And then $2 before that was congrats on your hyperkalemia, FDS. Hyperkalemia?
Love
I have to look that up.
Exposing Rowdy for your $2.
Hyperleukemia, maybe? I don't know.
We're gonna read a few more, but it's
I'm a
been
flaky.
spicy and fun. From YouTube, where's the compelling evidence of what NASA tells us?
the millions and millions of videos and photos and experiments and the hundreds and thousands of bits of equipment they have designed and produced over the years, the 20 plus years of experience in space thanks to the ISS, the knowledge of going to the moon, all the experiments that we got from there, plus all the future space missions that are coming up. Just because you don't like it doesn't change it.
Can I say one bit of here's some evidence that actually it's for the globe Earth. Peggy Whitson was in outer space for 666 days. So if anything, if you don't believe in the globe,
that's not true. It's one day longer than that.
Please, the 666 days.
That's not true.
Do it for the kids. For the kids.
Oh, Schrodinger's cat's alive.
Hey, you're alive.
Hey, I mean that confirms the age-old question.
Caucasian sensation.
Looks like he is indeed alive.
I believe you skipped my $5 super chat to you. If it's the one at the very beginning, I think I got it, but I'll read it again. $5 from the Caucasian sensation. This one is for Amy. Why do you do this to yourself, lol? The kind of abuse is only
Why do you do this to us?
crazy
It doesn't
people.
do anything.
And let me tell you, Caucasian sensation, I think I'm
Action
one of
through
those
inaction, eh?
crazy people right with you. I just love the back and forth, and I enjoy the spice out here on Modern Day Debate. But I'm sending even more hearts to you, Caucasian sensation. Thank you and everyone out there, super chats, chats, or just viewers, for sticking around.
Yeah, Neon
having fun
Sowl
with
says,
us.
do they need to reach a donation
more
quota? Why is she
minutes,
stretching
guys.
it out so
It
much?
has
Yeah,
been-
absolutely. I don't understand why she's still doing
That's the thing that's really killing me right now. They're just dragging for
Greg,
nothing.
it's truly been an honor.
Plus,
it really feels like.
Even though you clearly won the debate, I
he
mean,
said he was
I don't even know what I'm
I
ragging on.
frankly couldn't care less about anything that comes out of your
He's
mouth.
what?
I only, frankly, I
he
didn't
said
want
he
to
was
debate
talking
you
about
because
Stephen
I couldn't
Hawking's,
detest the person. Like,
and
Yeah, he
Stephen
doesn't-
Hawking's is not a person.
Yeah, I've never
Stephen
heard of that guy.
Hawking
insult you, poke fun
was
at you,
the
and show
person.
everyone what a stupid
Talking about that guy?
dipshit you are, and I think I did that quite well. Don't
Right,
ever
that was
try to
Stephen
say
Hawking,
Yeah, I
not
know.
Stephen Hawking's.
Is that you putting up that photo?
Yeah.
Okay, people were asking about that, and I wasn't sure.
He said he was the Stephen Hawking of Hawking's, as we were covering just now,
Yeah,
of
well, I mean,
Flat Earth.
Given the mental capacity of this dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he would
Hey,
put that photo.
his
up
brain is a Hawking hole. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds like he got hit by a little Hawking radiation.
It aggravates me when they say Stephen Hawking's.
The one I can't stand is Neil Tyson deGrasse.
Oh yes.
That one's like, I'm like, you have to be doing that on purpose. Like, there's no way.
He's like getting ready for a sweet, sweet nap.
Gravity. So, I mean,
Yeah,
and
hopefully he
scale
falls
models
asleep so
don't
this will
have
be
to
over.
work on all scales. That's simply not what a model is. Don't
Oh, Bella Charge, good to see you.
Craig, I actually heard you were doing some modeling.
Shut
lately.
up! I don't want to hear anything you say.
That's
All
pretty
right,
good.
Amy, you're at 130. You're two hours and 30 minutes. In this motherfucker now. Come on.
Oh, okay, she has to be dragging this out for donations. There's
Oh
no
my
way.
god.
It just keeps going.
Oh my god. She waits like, oh my god. She waits 2-3 minutes and then it reads another super chat.
There's like 2 minutes of nothing. Okay, there's a super chat in Modern Day Debate that says FTFE versus Nathan Oakley.
Nathan Oakley will never.
Nathan Oakley will never show his face in debate.
Oh, he knows.
No.
I'm sorry, JDT Turbo. If you're watching this, it's not gonna happen.
Wait. Can I play a little bit of music here?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not copyright, I'm
Better not
sure.
be multi-song, though.
Oh, it's not copyrighted. You getting that?
Yeah, but I can barely hear it. Oh, there we go.
Very faintly.
Yeah, you can suck my balls.
Oh.
Balls in your mouth.
Oh, I laughed my ass off earlier today when I heard this.
That is my balls in your mouth.
All right, that's all you get. That's all you get right now.
Just read the last super chat. She has to shut it down now, right?
When he said that the
No, what was better was that I don't even cuss, bro.
I don't even cuss, bro.
Nathan is far too
Oh, that's right. It's
That was funny.
so funny how he's like, "Oh, we don't allow swearing or insults," and then he
I
does
don't
that.
even cuss, bro.
Did Nathan actually say that?
It's called Earth Flat Me Scared.
So, Craig, when you say that, his echo.
No one wants to hear what you're talking about.
There's actually a lot more questions to go through, but we have been
What? Where?
packing in so much
No.
fun that
No.
we're gonna bring this to our end right now.
Oh,
We have
thank
had
God.
a blast. I want
God
to thank
bless.
both of our interlocutors.
I mean, it's funny. I actually have never felt this I've sat through longer debates than this and never felt this passionate about it fucking ending.
This was padded for the last 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes. Are you kidding? It's been 40 minutes now of just padding.
Like, dude, it's like, oh, let's read one super chat.
This-
Let's talk about
this-
bullshit for another 20 minutes, and then, oh, there's another super chat.
Is he eating a fucking crayon?
And with that, I'm going to
He
hand
is.
over
Eat it.
to Fight
He's
for
eating
Flat
it.
Earth.
Oh my god.
Where can people find you? And what are your final thoughts?
I mean, I walked
Just
away and
search on
took a
YouTube,
shower and came
FTFE, you'll
back.
find this ugly mug all
I mean,
over
he's
the place.
literally eating crayons.
Thank you very much for
PhD
having me on.
Tony in the
I
chat, how
always
you
enjoy
doing?
ruining a flatty and allowing everybody to see the complete and utter ridiculous dumb shit the flat earthers spout out their stupid face holes. I will be holding a brief after show on my
I mean,
channel.
it's kind of funny, you gotta
which
admit.
Is
been
he
going
making
for the
a
past few hours
caricature
anyway,
of
thanks to Brainy
himself?
Beaver. So I'm gonna
He's
quickly
trying
pop
to
over
do
there
his
and
best
say
pug
hello to
impression, I'm
everybody.
telling you.
I
And then
can't
you can
believe
come back
he's
to my
actually
channel
eating the
tomorrow
crayons,
for the new
unironically.
episode of Flerfs Are Idiots, titled
Man, he
Flat Earther
swallowed that one.
Becomes a
Fuck, no
child
way. That one
predator.
didn't come out.
No, he's put at least 6 in his mouth. Like, he's
Well, yeah, he's been spitting a lot of it out, but one of them he ate. I'm sure of it.
The paper's still on him.
He's spitting the paper out. He's peeling it off. See? There goes.
Well, he never eats anything without the peel. Why is he chewing into the camera?
Fat? You calling me fat? Eh? Eh?
Look fantastic.
Greg, after this, you're going to be changing your name to Fight the Flatter Day Saints.
Oh, damn it.
I'm going to hand it to you, Flatter Day Saints. Thank you so much for joining us. Where can people find you? And what
No,
do
thank you.
Greaser, I swear,
Sorry,
if
I
you
had a
send
mouthful
me
of
the
crayon. I
super
couldn't
chat.
find my purple crayon though. But anyways, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not a flat Earth debater.
No kidding.
No,
yeah. But I'm a flat Earth
Quantum
rapper.
Degreasers jumping over to Super Chat. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
If you want to know where to find him,
If you do
it's
that,
the
I'm hiding
homeless
you on the
shelter.
channel.
I'm not a mumble rapper. I'm a flat Earth rapper.
Just strip him of his membership. Or no, he doesn't have a member. Sorry, I thought I wasn't paying attention. But
No,
anyway.
I'll just go to his last message and just click hide user on this channel.
Vagina. Check out Martyr Day Saints. Check out Shinebox. And check out my
Yes,
one.
we're not going to check out any of those things, so shut up.
I want people to know that I have tried to arrange a meeting to talk to FTFE about our collab for 3 weeks straight now. Like, so I even had a No, we were trying to work on part of the level documentary or the level.
Oh,
anyways.
that's right.
But I mean, sweet. We had a date. We had like a meeting booked for Friday. He had to move it, and then I haven't been able to get him since.
Right, and remind me when that's coming out.
Whenever we can fucking meet and figure it out.
Right, so when you've got a date, let me know so I can book my schedule for that day so I don't have to watch it because you're in it.
It'll be like probably a month later based on my scheduling.
Excellent, so I'll just make sure that I'm busy that day.
That's perfect.
And once again, if you like anything that either of our guests said, their links are in the description.
I love how so many people are popping into the stream just now as it's ending.
Which is where we will be heading after the show, along with any other after shows. With that, I'm Amy Newman with Modern Day Debate. We hope you continue to have great conversations, discussions, and debates. Good night, everybody.
So until next time, don't forget your water.
Oh my gosh. The Flat
It's
Earthers
finally
must hate FDS. They must hate him. He made a mockery of them.
Yeah, he really doesn't make him look good.
Thanks very much, guys.
No, because they don't have self-awareness.
Oh, there he is.
Didn't mean any of that.
Oh, welcome back, Craig.
Holy
Got love for you.
fuck.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You can actually hear him talking at the end of that too. It's funny before she left that.
Yeah, we had a real fun time.
I'm not gonna lie. For the last we just felt like the last 45 minutes was just padding, and it was like that.
Yeah.
That debate ended like an hour ago almost.
The debate never started. Come on.
Well, of course, but like for the last 45 minutes, like at least 30 minutes, the last 30 minutes, we've been like, Amy, put a fucking stake in this thing.
Do you not remember what his second bit of evidence was? Some people have 500 pairs of shoes.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
I didn't hear that. It was so much.
Yeah.
I made the
Maybe
mistake
they should donate some of those pairs to him.
Initially, I said I like Amy, because I've seen her, in prior debates, and I was like, oh, yeah, she's pretty good. And then
Sorry, you're all looking at this window. My bad.
She just wrecked it. She just fucked up. She didn't moderate at all.
I need I moderated that debate basically by just telling him to shut the fuck up. And did you notice that he just did as I said most of the time?
Yes.
That's exactly what we were saying, actually.
I can control the fuckers.
I said that earlier. I was like, yeah, Craig's the actual moderator here.
Look, I want to give all of you, especially Brainy for running it, but all of you that have hung around and done this live watch along, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, it means a lot that you would
thank them for putting up with me. That's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll just be waiting for my cut of the super chats.
He keeps saying that, and I keep telling him I'm going to send him a stuffed beaver. He can take that any way he wants it.
I could sell it and get something out of it.
Draco, you especially.
Hey, we can't hear you, plot hole.
You've been such a big supporter for such a long time that it really does mean the world that you're here, and you're welcome on any of the streams that I do.
Such
honestly.
a long time. The guy didn't even have any hair in his face. What do you mean such a long time? He probably didn't have any hair.
I haven't even my face either, mainly because I can't grow a beard.
You've been
On my face, maybe, but a couple months ago, my bangs were down to here.
Long supporter of the Fight to Flat Earth channel. 2 weeks.
And did you guys fucking see any of the chat and how much they were complaining about how I was being mean to him? And I'm like, did you not hear him just do like 3 9/11 jokes in a row?
You know what I saw?
We were reading it a bit.
I saw a couple of comments that said that you were an embarrassment to the globe Earth.
I mean, all right, with the guy that was going to be there, whatever his name was, John, I would have done a proper debate. But as soon as they said it was Flat Earth Day Saints, I was like, nah, this isn't a debate. I'm just going to fucking ruin him.
It was really bad. Like he brought nothing, which is typical. But I mean, for fuck's sake,
he did bring one thing. He brought alcohol and bananas.
What was that about? And the crayons? Like
he thinks he's being funny by like eating food, like he'll eat a raw onion during a debate and stuff, and bananas with the skin on, just because he thinks he's being funny, but he's just being an obnoxious little shit because no one wants to see that,
But
no one wants to see his fucking bare feet.
The crayons are his favorite snack.
Yeah, obviously. He was looking for the purple one at the end.
He swallowed one of them. One of them went in his mouth and did not come back out. He swallowed that crayon.
That's not the only thing that's been in his mouth.
Right.
Sorry,
if you're in a debate, like a congressional debate, and you get, for a seat in the House of Congress, and you just start eating an onion,
you won't be elected.
Yeah. What
well,
does that
no,
do?
I take that back. So the states did elect a dead, no bullshit, a dead pimp. So we did elect a dead pimp.
Yeah, that's true. We did.
Well, that's America's a big place. So
land of the free.
Even Amy was having a hard time not laughing at some of the shade you were throwing at the dipshit, is what Steve Wilson said.
Yeah, I see. I know Amy actually, you could see she was struggling with some of the lines I was coming out with.
No, but she can do better. She needs to up her game.
Yeah, I mean, the moderation, we all know the moderation's never great on modern day debates. Whoever's running it, they've got this thing about being neutral. They want to be as neutral as possible, but that sometimes impacts the level of moderating that you get on the channel because they're trying too hard to be neutral. I mean, to be honest, she should have reined me in because I was being fucking horrible to him, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I should have been moderated there, and I know that, but I also knew that they don't moderate on the channel. I get away with doing what the fuck I want.
I mean, I mentioned you have to use on Modern Day Debate when James or whoever is not moderating. If the person you're debating is a douchebag, you have to be the one doing it. You turn it up until it's clear that they are not moderating you. Then you force their hand.
Yeah, I was trying. I mean, I was being really fucking mean to the guy.
I mean, what happened?
But I think that Johnny O can moderate.
Yeah,
like
I think Johnny is a great moderator.
Well, thank you.
And I think that I would love to try my hand at moderating down the middle. You know, if somebody ever wanted to, have a debate on my channel, I would love to try my hand at moderating.
Well, you know what, Schrodinger?
I think I could.
I've thought about debating. I've been watching a lot of the fucking First Amendment auditors and stuff, and I wouldn't mind trying my hand at debating one of these morons.
They don't ever want to debate. I've tried to get one too. They don't want
to. I've got one.
Say, if you think that flat earthers are slippery,
I think I've learned a lot from flat earthers.
No, I'm talking about like getting them to actually, show up. You've been doing soft sits and First Amendment frauditors for what, almost 2 years now, and you've had how many debates?
About 4.
Yeah, half the time they're in jail.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas me and MC Toon have done like a combined 1,000 debates or something.
Well, no, I actually missed a debate because the First Amendment auditor that I was going to debate missed the debate because he was in jail.
True story.
Merchandise thing up. I didn't mean to have that merchandise thing up the whole time. I haven't been paying attention.
Yes,
at
you
all.
did.
That's all right. Everyone buy. Look,
it's actually Beaver Rock. It's Beaver Rock. I haven't even sold one of those ever. It's more of a joke. But go ahead.
If you aren't subscribed to Beaver, then you should go and subscribe to him. But this stream's been going on for 4 hours now, so it's probably time that we shut this one down as well.
Let's shut them all down.
Yeah, it has been going for that long. How?
But I just got here.
I got home from work 20 minutes before it started. I'm cooked. I'm so tired.
How have you done with super chats? Have you kept up to date with them?
Yeah, we actually have. We just got one more. Brad Wegner said.
From Brad Wegner.
Awesome job. He's such a piece of shit. Don't know how you do it. Talking to you.
Lots of cannabis. Lots of cannabis.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually have been reading all the super chats. So everybody's been thanked.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, let me say thank you to you, Brainy Beaver, for hosting. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Johnny O, for coming along. Thank you, MC Toon, for being as amazing as you are. Thank you, Draco Fire, for being one of my best and biggest supporters. And thank you, Schrodinger's Cat, for inspiring me to be an even better YouTuber.
Or at least showing us how it's done by posting content.
Long.
Thanks for all of that nice, juicy content.
Boy, I thought you were saying something other than juicy.
Feeding the algorithm gods. Anyways,
tomorrow I am debating somebody that you see on MC Toon's channel that thinks he is the reincarnation of the Egyptian god Ra.
That's right. You've got a packed schedule this weekend.
FTFE got jealous.
Yeah,
he had the crown for the dumbest flirt for just like 3 days, and then I stole it back, and now he's jealous. He's like, I need to have him. So all right.
Yeah, I watched that debate and I was like, I need this guy.
Share the crown.
And if you haven't gone and seen it, you have to go and check out the absolute. We look for we talk to the spirit of female FTFE. Yeah.
Yes. And then check out Beaver's latest video.
And then you told me all about how good the meatballs are at IKEA.
Tomorrow also I'll be releasing this video, Flat Earther Becomes Child Predator. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be having another chat with Victoria Ray Lipinski. And then on Monday, you will see PhD Tony debating Wendell Werner about gravity. So lots of shit coming up on my channel in the next few days. But that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, the panel, for being as amazing as you are. Brainy, thank you very much